actually saw Jackie for about 10 minutes during the vacation.
How'd that happen?
Jackie brought me a gift for the holidays.
He brought it to your house?
Wait till I tell you this. Wait till I tell you this story. Jackie shows up with a living gift.
No.
Wait till I tell you about this.
What in the world did he bring?
Well, I'll tell you. Let me.
You can't send in all.
No, here's what happened. Here's what happened. All right. Well, excuse me. So Jackie decides that he comes over. He goes, "Hey, I'm stopping by with Nancy. You want to say hello? Wish you a happy holiday." It's like, wow. Maybe Jackie really does like his job.
No.
You know. So, Jackie shows up with his joke mobile at my house.
Full entourage.
With Nancy, of course, who's looking very pretty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, she does, she gets very duded up during the holidays.
Yeah, I think she does it just for me.
It's her favorite time of year, though. She even writes songs about it.
She looks real good.
Yeah.
Did want to look good.
She looked good. She really did.
Well,
she was
maybe
very
she wants
sexy.
sex from you.
When
Your
she
wife
looks
doesn't.
good, you give her good press. So.
Yeah, she looked dynamite.
She duded up.
I got to admit, she looks good. Your wife looked really good to me.
So he had sex with her during
Your wife
vacation.
Did my wife look good to you?
No, she absolutely did.
Because I heard you
we
said
were there a half hour before you knew we were there. You were so sequestered down.
I didn't even know Jackie was in the house.
We were hanging out. We watched the movie, and then she said, "I better get him."
Oh, really? No. I didn't. Oh,
but we.
So anyway,
You wouldn't know.
So anyway, Jackie shows up at my house, and he's got this big sack with him, and it's moving.
He's like Christmas.
Yeah,
Father Christmas.
So Jackie decided to buy us lobsters.
Oh.
Which meant, all of a sudden now we have these living lobsters in our house, and we got to cook them.
That you got to execute.
Yeah, that we have to cook. But I mean, like all of a sudden, it's like a gift. It's one of Jackie's passive-aggressive gifts, where,
I'll fix him.
I'll give you a gift, but now you got to sit around and cook this stuff and do a lot of work. It'd be cool if he flew in some lobster tails.
How does he even know you know how to cook lobster?
We don't.
Now they have pets.
Thank God the housekeeper knew how to do it.
Pets with claws.
Yeah. Well, she ended up doing it. Otherwise, I would have been furious. I don't even want to touch the damn thing.
How many did he bring?
5.
Wow.
5 small lobsters.
5 small?
Yeah. Because I ate 2 of them and I was still hungry.
Wow.
They were delicious,
They're
though.
the perfect size. £1.25 pound is the exact right.
I couldn't stand that I actually enjoyed Jackie's gift.
I knew that would kill you.
And then he brought me a...
Let me guess.
What?
A pepper mill
Yes.
with a little light on it.
Yeah.
Right,
A
an
couple
electric
scissors to cut the lobsters.
Yeah, you'll never
Right.
guess what his other gift was.
a
nightlight.
toothbrush.
No, what?
No. He brought a Baba Booey head.
What?
A yes man.
Yeah, Jackie... Jackie has decided that Gary is my yes man. Of course, but that's Jackie's whole move around here.
No, well, there were 2 choices.
This is the way you divide people on the show. Let me tell you, you don't even know where you do it. It's for or against. Who's for Jackie and who is for Howard? And he has decided that he'll embarrass Gary so much by calling him a yes man that eventually Gary will be embarrassed to tell me anything.
Well,
But he'll come over to Jackie's side.
Because Jackie has this weird move. Let me explain to you the dynamic of the show because I don't even know if you're aware of this
You
one.
better take a break. Huh?
No, let me tell you about Jackie.
I'm not aware of something?
You probably are. I shouldn't say you're not aware. You're aware of everything, but I'll make the audience at home aware. Jackie's the guy on the show that sort of divides everyone and sees me as the enemy.
I was describing this to somebody over the vacation, and I said, Jackie's the guy on the line who hates the foreman.
Right. So how does Jackie do it? But Jackie would, like, if you said to Jackie in privacy, do you really try to divide the show? You go, no, I don't. I know what you're talking about.
Everybody.
So here's the move, okay?
Can we go back to the lobsters?
Jackie will be out in the hall, okay, and he'll be talking to someone like Stuttering John.
Yeah.
All right? And Gary will walk by. I'll give you the move, okay? And Jackie will go, shh, it's him, he'll tell Howard. Now, okay, keep your voice down. If you say anything in private, he'll tell Howard. Or if you walk by, he'll do the same thing, or if Fred walks by.
I have heard him say, I can't believe you told her that.
Right. So he always has this running issue with who you tell things to, and he's sort of like made it very, very apparent.
You're right, but it's Robin and Ralph.
Like, yeah. So anyway,
Right,
Ralph.
He wouldn't tell you anything. He knows that if it goes to Robin or Ralph, it'll get back to you.
Yeah. So anyway,
And not get twisted
Ralph was
going in.
walking by in the hall the other day, and Jackie immediately went into his routine, and he says to John, "Shh, it's Ralph. He'll tell him. You better not." Like, no. If Jackie was a team player, he'd be finding out stuff for me to talk about on the air.
Sure.
He wouldn't be sitting, and then it's so undermining to sit there and say to someone like Ralph, "Hey, man, you're not one of us. You're not me and John. You're on his side. So it's like this whole
The spy is here.
Yeah, the spy is here. So that's the way Jackie, but you know what? I don't even care. I'm at the point in my life I don't even
enjoy
care.
it.
I do too. It's just, you know what, Jackie? I don't even care anymore. Don't think I'm angry with you.
It's just keep up the energy.
It's just like a weird sort of us versus them mentality. And I never, I always got into radio thinking it was me versus, me and my show versus everyone.
The rest of the world.
Yeah, but it's like within the show we have a whole divisive thing going.
Intrigue.
So how does that relate to what Jackie got you for
Ralph,
Christmas?
am I wrong on this?
No, you're.
Of course you're right.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you see
Come on,
it.
Jackie.
Yeah, of course you're right. You're on his side.
Far be it from you to divide anyone.
And meanwhile,
I mean, he really embarrassed me because this was like there were some publicity people in the hall. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it was a couple people.
yeah, and
I
showing that the show is not tight.
And I walked by and Jackie's like. He clams up and he goes, "Oh, I can't tell you now because Ralph's here. He'll run and tell Howard." And I stood there for a minute. I thought he was just joking around, and he just clammed up and he gave me this look like, "Get the out of here."
Right. So you know what's weird about that, though?
Am I doing that now, Ralph?
No, but you know what's
Yeah, but I
weird
don't
about
care.
that? But you know what's weird about that whole vibe? Is that so then all of a sudden there's sort of this pressure at work where you're not supposed to tell Howard stuff.
And then
which of course is divisive to my show, and Jackie has to learn to put the show in front of his,
I knew I should
You'll
have
never
brought that
learn
gift.
that.
No. Come on. Am I wrong about any of this?
Yes.
How am I wrong?
Because every personal thing that happens to anyone in this show gets so totally twisted that it doesn't need to go through Ralph to go to you. It just doesn't need to.
No. You don't hear what I'm saying. Again,
but
you don't hear.
what do you
You're
think I
a very
run back
smart
and
guy. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what
Going
you're
through the
talking
halls and
You
doing the
don't have
us
to
versus
know-
them routine. You don't think that's divisive?
No, not at all. Not
Oh.
what I'm talking about.
You don't think it's
Something-
subversive?
If you're talking about something totally personal to you about yourself,
Yeah,
Then
and you don't have to
don't
make a
go in the
whole
middle of the hall.
scene
No,
with shh, hey, here comes Ralph. He's on their side.
please, but that happened once.
So, like, the big secret around here is that Stuttering John broke up with his girlfriend, and I'm not supposed to know about
Oh,
it.
I didn't know that
But I've
either.
known about this for, like, months. I mean, I knew this was going on. But, I could care. Stuttering John walks around here like I give a crap about his life. Like, who gives a rat's ass if him and his girlfriend are together?
It always
That's a weird
kills
thing,
me.
too. That's a guy who wants to be famous real bad. It's like, hey, everyone around here is so concerned about me that I got to keep it a secret.
Every problem that is his is the most important problem.
Yeah, like who cares? I mean, I've known about that, and it would never even occur to me to talk about
But
it.
that's what always kills me. It's the things they think they should keep from us.
That are
Yeah, totally ridiculous. Nothing we would want to talk about.
I'll accept subversive, but not about hiding the fact that John broke up with his
No, I don't mean that, but that's another thing John's been running around
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
like,
but-
got to keep it from Howard. Got to keep it from Howard.
I don't
And it's
want
like,
Howard to know, but he's
you want to
telling
keep stuff from
everybody.
Howard, then leave.
But
Don't want to work with me.
Don't tell anybody. You want
Yeah.
to keep it to yourself? Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, why do you have to go around like choosing sides? Hey, I'm going to tell you something now, but this is only you
Turn
can
it to
know.
me.
Ralph can't know, and Gary can't know. Well, maybe Gary can know certain things, but he's not privy to all this. Unless, of course, he takes the oath to be on Jackie's side.
John told me something in confidence, and Jackie was there. And after I left,
Oh!
Jackie's like, I can't believe you told Ralph that.
Yeah,
So
right.
Run back and tell Howard.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
now,
that's the other move.
so now it's like, hey, don't even talk to Howard if you want to be considered one of us.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they said, us versus them mentality.
Right.
And I know there are conversations that go on all the time that I'm not supposed to be a part
Yeah,
of.
right.
So I just walk by.
That's all.
Remember that time we were in the front office where we not usually are, and Jackie comes by in the morning and goes,
Welcome back,
Oh,
Jackie.
you're on our side of the building today.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
there's
another
a
move Jackie lays on me.
special side of
Oh,
the
you coming back to hang with the rest of us? Boss!
I didn't mean to be friendly.
Nah, it's
not
not. It's
friendly.
passively aggressive behavior. It's not friendly behavior. It's like I walk into the room. Oh, you're dwelling with the bums,
look
huh?
who's here.
Oh, you stay. Hey, it's good for you once in a while to hang out with the peasants. Yeah. Okay. Sure. You're some peasant
Down in
driving around in a fancy car.
Oh, come on. Have a good time with us.
Yeah. Come on.
Who's
Like-
next?
No. I'm not done with you yet. This is just the beginning.
All right.
I'm not ready to get off you yet.
He always tries to recruit me, though. I must admit, he's
Yeah.
still recruiting.
Oh,
I'm
if you-
not
yeah.
speaking to you, and you know it.
Well,
He-
I think
no,
he's got. I think
every
he's
time.
tried for too long. He knows already where you're at.
No, he every once in a while, come on to the Friars Club and have lunch with us. Come on.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you some stuff. And if you don't tell Howard, I'll tell you more stuff.
Trying to make Robin a double agent.
Yeah, right. Turn her against me. Hey!
God, what a dick I am to try and buy you lunch, huh?
Why don't you hang around with me? Let's complain about Howard together.
That bastard.
What do I always say, Jackie? No, I'm never having lunch with you.
If I could get you to complain about Howard, I'm going to drug you. That's why he's into potty, because if he gets you stoned enough, maybe he'll convert you.
Or you'll spill something that then he can hold over your head. He'll have leverage.
Now I got you.
You know what?
Come on, admit it's passive-aggressive
I miss
behavior.
this.
I know you do. I know you
That's what
do.
we all did.
Welcome back.
I admit it all. Guilty.
Like who gives a rat's ass that Stuttering John broke up with his girlfriend? I mean, is that a state
I'm
secret?
not bowled over by the information.
But why what is so bad if I knew that? Why would I care?
He would. I guess he would think that you would talk about it on the air, but if you did, I don't know why he would care.
That dick for brains better start thinking about me a lot differently. Because I'm starting to get fed up with him.
Well, did you know he was on TV while we were gone?
Yeah.
It's not me.
I know all about you. I know all about you. The party's going to end soon, pal.
She doesn't want to know.
Party's going to end soon. That's all I got to say. Think about it.
She doesn't want to know.
Go out in the hall and discuss it with Jackie now.
No,
Yeah, go tell somebody else. not
Don't
to
tell me. I'll
Howard.
tell Jackie.
No, it's a Howard. It's a hard choice. So they just keep things low. I mean,
I could care less.
all right, but I don't know.
Hard choice. You don't have to tell me anything,
Plus,
pal.
Howard, you notice I broke
Yeah.
up with her so many times that I just figured out it's gonna be another 3-day thing.
Oh, and now you're really broken up?
Yeah, it's been a month, but usually it's like a week. I get back.
Me and Dan were talking about it, I don't know, a couple of months ago. And whatever it was, whenever you broke up, I knew about it the next day. And, I never thought
So you didn't come on and announce it?
No, I could care. Who cares if Stuttering John has a girlfriend or not? Why would my audience care?
I don't care. I'm not saying if you care.
What?
It's just her personal things. So
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about her, and I don't care about you.
Good. Well, that's not too good, but all right.
What? Cares with your love life.
My
I wish
friend-
I had a love life.
One of my friends, his
Yeah.
girlfriend heard about it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? My friend's girlfriend heard about it, and she was just going, John, wait a minute. John
broke up with her?
Is he, like,
Yeah.
what is he out of his mind?
I know,
Well,
'cause
that's what I say. She should have been ashamed that anybody knew she was with John.
I know Dan was like, I don't get it. He broke up with her? That's not right. Once I kick John off the show, though, don't worry. He'll go back to dating scabs.
Right, because she won't even want him then.
Yeah.
You don't even understand.
Yeah.
Just that one line that you just said. Once I kick John off the show,
Yeah.
John, that's like, now the rest of the week he'll get no sleep.
So what? Good. Who needs him to get sleep? He's having too much fun.
He stutters more when he doesn't have sleep.
Yeah, he's funnier.
He's better on the show.
He's better.
I was just looking at his face. He's like, his hands go in his pocket, he curls up, and it really bums him out.
Yeah. Hey, keep going with Jackie. Don't talk about it, because Howard will find out. Hold it. Here comes Ralph. Shh, shh, shh. I know all.
You know what?
Well, I knew you knew.
I know everything that goes on. You can't even get one by me. I know stuff now about you, Jackie, anyone that I haven't said on the air ever.
But they
I
don't
know
know
what,
that.
Yeah,
that
they don't
you're
know about
keeping their
that.
confidence.
I know what to say on the air and not.
You're such an ogre, an awful person.
I'm an awful person.
you
that's
don't
all right.
have their
I'm not
best
saying you're an awful
interest at
person.
heart.
No, that's okay. It's all right. No, that's all right. That's all right. Don't you want to-
Anything is fair game with
Give me a
Howard.
break.
He
All right, I
doesn't
got to
care
take a
about
break.
us.
I'll take a break. I'll take a break.
Because that's the other line. Hey, anything's fair game with him. He doesn't care about you.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything for the show.
Yeah. Even if you tell him not to say something, he won't say it. He
doesn't care.
Yeah. Going around my Johnny Bad Appleseed, spreading bad will all over the show.
Is this a generic person now, or is this all me?
No, it's all you. It's you. It's everyone. It's everything.
Well, you started.
I miss talking about you because you fascinate me.
I know.
I even talk about you on vacation, you see.
I was typing about you in my computer.
I have a whole Jackie philosophy.
Well, Jackie came up my house,
Jackie.
and then I let him down into my office, which I'm saying, "Look at what you got down here."
Uh-oh. He did an inventory.
You dragged me down there.
I realized that was a mistake.
You better believe the file in his computer on you.
Jackie pushing
That's
his way
got
down
heavier.
past my children to get into my office to see what was doing down there. Oh man! Hey, let me take inventory.
You think he computed the worth of your little video station?
Yeah, right. Yeah. What is that? Oh, I forgot about this.
Wait, three Super HFS VHS machines.
You know what he did? He called one of those wacky friends. Was how much for?
Oh yeah, he priced it all.
You know, he got the name brand.
That's all.
What do these things cost?
You should see what he's got down there.
He's like turning over stuff to see if it's sterling silver.
Yeah, right. Let me see what you eat with.
I knew I should have never ventured.
How much did you pay for that etched glass?
Right.
Oh my God!
Well, Nancy, no, I don't
Did you
have
see
that.
the setup down there?
Yeah, we're in a basement.
That's like Fort Knox.
Oh man! Because he walked in as soon as he opened the door to my office, and I have like a bank of some video equipment that I edit on and stuff. He goes, "I forgot about this."
He got dizzy. Got weak.
So far, you have the fact that I came over your house, right?
That's it. Wow.
Well, the other thing is Jackie can't see himself. He never hears himself say these things. Hysterical.
He was on good behavior.
We'll get into not being able to see ourselves soon.
That comes up after the commercial?
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a
Get me
break.
going.
I'm sorry. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more fun right after these words.
So what was up with that comment?
Which comment?
About getting kicked off the show?
He knows what'll bother me. He always knows what'll bother me. Ever since I started here.
So far, you have the fact that I came over your house.
So does that bother you, that comment?
Yeah, of course it's gonna bother you. Stern Show. Oh, yeah, of course. Will it bother you?
Grillo, can I get some hot water? I'm begging this kid for hot water.
He says yes if you're getting another assistant.
I had a whole run-in with him this morning. I said, give me some skim milk. I got no skim milk. Then he brings me day-old skim milk. I said, just go to the store and give me skim milk. What's going on? You're messing up today.
He's a star.
He's a star now. What?
He's busy.
I wish I was.
Why is this hot water not hot?
It's not.
It's
heat it up.
ice cold. All of them have been ice cold. That's why
Ice cold?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What am I
Are
doing?
you heating this in a microwave?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. I don't want microwave water.
It's
I
not.
want
It's the
water
you-
that's boiled.
It is water that's boiled. It's not regular water. I get it from the store. You want them every break, so I get a bunch of them, and then
And they get cold.
I know. So I've been microwaving.
So you might give me microwave water.
But it's the same boiled water. I don't touch it.
He doesn't
He
get
doesn't
it.
understand.
All right, let me explain. What is your IQ again? What do we determine your IQ was?
Can't be
98.
measured.
I understand.
Entropic,
But look,
I think.
you
Boiled
want them
water.
every-
Listen to me. I know a lot about this. I'm a nutty guy, okay? Indulge me. Boiled water has different properties than microwave water. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Explain that to me then. What did I
You're
just say?
saying that since it's boiling in a microwave and it's
Yeah,
boiling on
okay.
a stove,
All right, I have
there are two different properties.
Right. I have two words for you. Many trips.
Yeah,
Many
I can't believe
trips.
he
Okay.
goes and gets boiled water and lets it cool off.
I know. I want you to go down to the store every half hour and get me a hot.
If he just wanted
Boiled water.
microwave water,
But
could
you
get
said you want them
Poland
every
Spring and
break,
put
so
it
I
in
get a
there.
bunch of them and I heat them up.
No. Here's what I want. Again, I'm going to explain to you what I want every day. Gary, I got to have this.
Don't bring Gary.
Look
into
what
it.
happened with the milk today.
But let me explain something about
He
the milk.
comes up. I said to him, "Can you get me some skim milk?"
Yeah.
The store that I went to didn't have any
So
skim
he went to
milk.
the store. They didn't have any skim milk.
Okay, I
All
know
right,
you
so he
wanna
says to
eat.
me. So he says to me, "Okay, hold on a second." He says, "Do you want day-old skim milk from yesterday?" I said, "No, I want fresh skim milk." I said, "I don't want day-old skim milk. I know. I'm a prima donna. Indulge
You
me."
want yours? It could be day old in the store, but you want it from the store.
Well, I said because a lot of the people here order skim milk and they leave it over and then they leave it in the refrigerator.
Right.
I don't know where the skim milk's been. And also, I said to him, a lot of people have very bad habits. They leave skim milk out 2-3 hours out.
Sitting on a desk or
on a desk.
something.
It forms bacteria. Then they stick it in a refrigerator. I said, do me a favor. I got some money. Buy me a new skim milk. Indulge
I have
me.
no problem.
So
going
then he
down
comes
and
back.
buying skim milk.
He gets skim milk from the E Crew. I said, I don't know where this skim milk's been. I said, just buy me the skim milk.
Yeah.
He says, well, I got to go to a different store. I said, so go to a different store. I don't
know
care.
what
I
the
said that from the
difference is?
beginning. I know you want to eat, so if it's right here,
I asked you
can eat
20
now.
times for new skim milk. That's all I
It
want.
was new. It wasn't opened.
No, that's not new. It could have been bought yesterday. True? It was bought yesterday.
And what was the date on it? February 16th.
Yes, and what did I tell you about skim milk? When someone buys skim milk, they can leave it out half a day and then put it in the refrigerator. Even if it's sealed. Do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand that.
You know what he doesn't understand?
What?
You wonder why? I guess maybe
He doesn't
it
understand
bother
hygiene.
me.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't understand English. Is what-
I know.
But he doesn't
moronic.
understand
The
that
refrigeration.
you want your food.
Right.
And it has to be handled only. It goes from the
Dude,
store to
what did I
you.
say to
He
you?
doesn't
What did I
get
say
that
to you?
I'm paranoid.
Yeah, bullcrap.
You don't
did
get
I
that I'm
say to you?
paranoid.
I understand that you're paranoid, but what
No,
did I ask
you kept bringing me E Crew milk. I don't want anything that was touched by the E Crew.
Okay, but listen, I know you're
I
hungry.
don't know where the E Crew's been.
I know
don't
you're
know if the
hungry
E
and you
Crew.
want to eat before you go on.
You're
the
not
I want to get
hearing me.
as fast as I can.
I want skim milk.
Fine, that's fine.
Just get it for me.
I asked you, and you.
Oh, Oh, here we go again.
There's more than one store, Gorilla.
Yeah,
I understand.
I went to the store.
The store
I went to the
was out
one's
of-
door.
Did the one's door.
Now I
They-
said to
they
him,
didn't
I've said
have
to him
it.
now, how long have you known me? What, 10 years now?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay. I said to him,
Still
can you
doesn't
get me boiled water?
Yes.
I had
yes.
no idea he was getting boiled water and letting it sit around all day.
And letting it microwave.
Well, it unboiled.
Yeah. What I'm trying to get is boiled water.
Not microwave water.
Not microwave. Not boiled water in a microwave.
You know what he does? He takes boiled water and turns it into microwave water.
Yeah, I know. No,
mean,
I know it's dumb to you. You don't care if it's microwaved or not. I do. I just want boiled water from the store. And what I do is I buy tons of boiled water and then I microwave
You
it.
want it every hour, so I buy 6 of
You
them
want it
and
every
sit 'em
15
around.
minutes?
No,
I'm
the
a
reason, you know
chemist.
why I've been asking for it every 15 minutes? It's
it's
ice cold. I want hot water.
Okay, no problem. It's done. There's not an argument anymore.
How many times can I ask for this? It's boring already.
But
It's crazy. This is crazy. I'm in a nightmare. I need a guy. I got to get this Jody hired here.
Well,
Go ahead.
I told you.
Tom, I want Jody hired at full salary who gets me boiled water. She walks around with a thermos of boiled water.
I already,
know why
I
he
had a
said
I
thermos.
don't want
here.
a
You said you didn't
thermos. Not from you.
Because you won't take care of it.
You don't know how to
Hire
maintain
Jody.
it clean.
Hire Jody.
You don't have the
Hire
hygiene.
Jody. Hire Jody.
Good.
Hire Jody.
Please.
Hire Jody.
I'm trying to get Jody hired. But in the
Please.
meantime, can you just do what I say?
Fine, no problem.
She was at the screening the other night.
Yeah.
Really looking good.
Oh, she's a lovely gal. Are you kidding?
She's cute as hell.
Of course. Jackie moaning.
Well, I'm
I
just
don't think
thinking
of
it'd
her
be
like
nicer
that.
to look at her than Grillo.
Right. She has all her hair, I'll tell you that. Don't have to worry about hair in my water. His hair seems to be maintaining a certain level.
Yeah, he's
I
at
so
a
lucked
holding spot.
Yeah. Like he has some hair, but it's like barely hair.
Right.
It's the size of pubic
thin.
hair.
It's
It's
very,
thin and
very
it's cut.
thin.
It's like it doesn't grow.
It maintains the same level.
Yeah. Do you ever get haircuts?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, you do.
Like once a month.
Yeah, but not there.
No, he cuts the top. It gets
It's
long.
like a
after
weird,
that.
like a doily on his head. It's like a
Fuzzy
doily.
yarmulke.
Yeah. It's like a hairy yarmulke.
Howard,
Yeah.
the greatest part about this is you have no idea how into serving you he is.
I know, but he doesn't do it right.
I was coming out of the bathroom the other day, and he must have just got back from one of his little road trips.
Yeah.
And he came through. I'm telling you, he almost plowed me over like
Yeah.
zoomed down the hallway. Like
I know.
you
He
think-
tries hard. I know
He
you try
does.
hard.
The effort is
He's
there.
making
Yeah,
me
I
happy.
love you for that. But I dedicated a book to you. But I got to tell you something, man. You're not swift. You're really not.
I never
you don't
said
get
I
it.
was cut out for this.
I just want boiled water, not microwaved water. Gary, I'm serious. I don't know what to do.
It doesn't
I mean,
have to-
Gary,
don't put it on
you know what, Gary?
Gary's shoulders.
Hold it, Gary. Today I want you to go down to the store and get me all my stuff. All right? I don't want Gorilla doing it. He needs a
around
break.
here because
What?
we'll have less things done around here because we have somebody that I've spoken to 1,000 times that can't pull it together.
Right.
Like for instance, you know how annoyed do I get it every morning when I come in and I want to talk to you about the events of the day.
Right.
And you're not listening to me. You totally zoned out. And you go, "Can I have some hot water, please?" Like the second
Yeah.
you
All I
turn
want
your
is hot
microphone
water. I don't
off,
want
he should be
pancakes.
rushing in here with hot water.
I know.
Why do
That
I-
would
and
be
he had
Jody.
it. This last time he had it, so I had to open the door and I go, "Steve, hot water," and then he rushed in with it. But
Yeah, but it's microwaved,
he's
and it's
gonna-
not even. It's ice cold.
But forget about that. He should be thinking that you need it the second your mic goes off.
Right.
And sometimes even when your mic doesn't
He
go
doesn't
off, you
think
need it.
ahead. He waits for me to ask for it.
Yeah, because every morning he doesn't listen to me. I can't get any work done. Every break I come in to talk to him,
It's hot water.
he ignores me.
Because I try to get hot
Steve
water.
Is Steve getting my lunch? And rightfully so.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. I mean,
Food's never there. The water's never there.
I just can't win. And then when the water's there, I open up the container and it's ice cold. And I go, "Can I have some hot water?" He goes, "I just gave you hot water." And he always tricks
He
me.
argues with
He puts it in the
is
I don't-
hot.
He
It's
puts it
not
in the
true.
microwave.
It was hot.
I don't know.
I know because I've been.
just-
wait
You're like a
minute.
mongoloid.
See, I didn't know what was going on, but
It's
I've
not like I'm
been-
sitting around in
Hold
the
it.
office with my thumb up.
The only
Like,
reason I'm asking for hot water is my throat has been bothering me. I got a problem. I'm trying to talk on the air. That's why
But
I got to
I
get this.
have been colliding with him. I didn't
Right.
realize he was heating up that water. He's using
microwave.
my microwave to heat your boiled water.
I think he goes down to the store to get boiled water.
I do.
One
yeah, but
time.
you bring it
No,
all
like
up.
3 times.
Why don't you just go get it like every 45 minutes, and no matter when you get it, just bring it in and put
Here's
it.
what I want you to do.
45 minutes, boiled
No.
water is going to be cold.
No.
When you get
Here's
it,
what
bring
we
it right
want.
to him.
Let me explain it to you. Here's what you're going to do. Okay, right now it's 6:45. All right, as soon as you leave here, you're going to go to the store. You're going to get 2 boiled waters, 2 steaming hot waters, like 2 hot cups of coffee. Okay? Imagine I was a big coffee drinker. All right? So you're going to get 2 hot. I got it all figured out for you. I'm going to spell it out. You're going to get 2 boiled waters. Yeah, he's happy now. You see, I'm going to spell it out for him. You're going to walk in here. I don't care what's going on. Robin's doing the news. Jackie's talking about Rodney Dangerfield. Whatever's going on. You walk in here. You hand me the 2 boiled waters. 2. And I'm going to sit there. I'm going to drink them. They're going to be hot. It's going to take a while for it to cool down because it's really boiling hot water. Now 20 minutes pass. What are you going to do? Take a guess.
I'm going to go back down to the store and I'm going to get 2 more boiled waters.
Right. Now, where's a pen and paper? Let's write this down. All right, Grillo, here.
He needs a plan.
All right. You want it? I'm going to put it in writing for you. If you want, you can wait a half hour, because 2 waters will take me a while. I know me.
4 waters,
I know, but
4
2
an hour.
That's
That's right. 4 an hour will cover it. How's that?
Fine.
All right, you want to write it down?
Nope.
Why? Why are you not writing it down? He can't. All right, here's what you're going to do. All right.
What is he writing?
Curses.
What did you write on there?
It says 2 waters every
half hour. But boiled, not microwaved. All right? That's the trick. That's the hard part.
Do you have to write so big? You
That's
got to
it.
write more stuff on that paper.
I was using a crayon. All right. I think it's gonna work out.
Do you want to give him the times that you want?
Do you want me to specify times?
No, that's fine.
Maybe I should.
How about like CNN every 20 minutes? 20,
No, I say it
40,
like
and-
this.
You know
here's
what
I
he
say.
needs?
An egg timer.
He needs a list, and it says at 6 o'clock I do this. At 6:15.
Oh, like when
I
Steve
do
Kingston does for the disc jockeys,
Right.
he makes like a
Yes.
clock, a hot clock.
A grid.
Absolutely.
A grid.
Yes.
A grid. Grid. You don't need a grid, do you? You want a grid?
No.
All right. So, in other words, let's say I'll give you a test. Let's say at 5 of 7 we finish this bit. All right, that's a good guess. 5 of 7 New York time. By the way, we're going by New York time, okay? All right.
Yeah, you don't have
But it
to
really
worry about
shouldn't matter.
California
Yeah,
time.
don't worry about California.
Wait,
That'll fall
don't
into
mention
place.
California. You're confusing me.
All right.
'Cause they don't have skim milk there.
All right. 5 of 7. Let's say we get done. Tell me what happens next.
5 of 7, I
Right.
go down to the store and I get you 2 hot waters?
Right. Okay. And you bring them up, and no matter what's going on, you quickly
Bring
get
him right in.
Now, this is the tricky part. What time do you start preparing to get your second hot waters?
7:15.
Wrong.
Every 20 minutes.
No.
Right. You
I
prepare
told you
at 10
it could
after.
be. You're preparing. Okay, good. You were right.
You
Very
prepare
good.
at 10 after to have him in by quarter after because
No.
it's every 30
no.
minutes. That's right.
It's every 30 minutes.
Yes,
He's right.
I-
He's right. He's right. The kid was right. 20 minutes you begin preparation. You get down to the store. Within the next 10-minute period, which is within the half-hour goal, you will have 2 more hot waters.
They will be delivered.
And you're right on schedule.
Fine.
Absolutely perfect answer.
So any task that I perform in the office,
Go ahead.
Which means articles,
That's
answering
right.
phones, doing anything,
Right.
You'll
mean
do
nothing.
in between.
Right.
Mean nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You'll do it in between, though.
They don't mean nothing.
Well, I
when you're
understand that,
doing them,
but
you put your heart into them. The
sometimes
same way you do with your hot water.
Exactly.
Drop what you're doing to make him happy. That's
Okay.
the answer. No,
But
I
the
know what
point
you're
is,
saying.
he still has time.
Yeah, right.
He's acting like he's going to be
No,
standing
but
there
I
watching
also-
the clock.
Are you going to be distracted by the clock now? Can
I'm
you
not
do
distracted by the clock. It's not like I'm sitting in the office waiting to get you hot waters. I'm doing a lot of other different
Right.
things.
So, okay, let me give you a whole day,
Should we
okay?
give him a big clock like Flavor Flav to wear
No,
on his
no, no,
neck?
no. He doesn't need that. Don't insult the guy. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing.
You're becoming insulting.
Yeah.
You're
Believe me, you could use
Crossed over the
a
line,
grid
okay?
too. So, Steve, let's take a sample day. Mm-hmm. All right. It's 5 or 7. You go, you get your hot waters, you come in, and now you're waiting for that 20-minute period. You have a 20-minute downtime. All right. You got a clock nearby that you can check every once in a while. What would be one of the duties you might be involved in?
Doing articles usually
All right.
takes all morning.
All right. In other words, all of the thousands of articles are written about me, your boss, and you are in charge of what? Xeroxing them?
I'm in charge of getting them prepared to be Xeroxed, if not by me, an intern,
I see.
filed, properly put
All right.
away.
So you're like the overseer in the Xeroxing department.
Unfortunately,
All right.
yes.
Okay. So that's an important responsibility. I don't say no. But which responsibility would be more important to you, the hot water or the Xeroxing? At this point in the crucial part of your day.
Uh-oh,
Hot water.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Give him a second.
I thought he was going to be.
All right. Now, so let's say you're Xeroxing. Mm-hmm. And now 20 minutes have elapsed. What do you do?
I guess I'd have to stop what I'm Xeroxing and
Right.
go down.
Well, now you got it. You're completely, now you go. All right. There you go.
All right, now I got it. What happens if I have to go get you food and you need hot water at the same time?
All right, you answer the question. Go ahead. What would you do?
I'd have to prepare to get you hot water before I went to get food, so you'd have it before.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay, you know now.
Now, do we have, as long as we got him seriously, do we have the food thing taken care of as well? Is that pretty much in place?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay with that.
Okay, but do you want to eat different times every day?
Right. And you've been doing a great job with that.
Okay.
And I got the milk thing taken care of, by the way.
Now, is there any way that I can find something to boil water here?
No. I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
I just want to.
I'm just saying it makes it.
I don't like the hygiene around this place. I don't like your personal hygiene. I know things about you. I don't like your personal hygiene. I don't like the hygiene at the radio station and the
I
other
haven't been
jocks.
sick in over a year.
I don't care. That's your. Jackie hasn't been sick either. But Jackie's the guy who moves barrels outside
I have
car
all my
windows.
fingernails though.
Yeah. Okay. Jackie had all his fingernails at your age too.
That's right. You're not 40.
Right. Do me a favor. Just go to the store. You see, already he's changing.
I'm not changing anything. I'm just trying to make it.
No.
Where if you want
No,
it,
it's just
what
in the kitchen at the radio station. Things go on all day where cleanliness is not the order of the day. Okay, that's all I'll say. Not looking to embarrass anybody.
Fine.
I don't know why I have to keep explaining.
You don't have to explain
anything.
anything.
I don't know why.
I wanted to see if there was any way.
No. Why would you even want to change the system after I've worked it out with you?
I'm not. Okay, no problem.
It's the easiest system in the world.
I got it. It's embedded
All
in
right.
my skull.
You
Thank
don't
you.
even have to worry about the water boiling.
Right.
It's already boiled for you.
Now, if only some hair was embedded in your skull.
Now we got the
Yeah.
we got the milk thing taken care of.
Oh,
The
is
milk
that
thing
right?
was just a one-day thing. I always have milk.
No, he's
for you.
always been okay with that.
You're-
It's just 50 times I had to go through it with him.
That new client of ours, they're going to make
I
3
don't-
deliveries a week.
No, that's not what I asked for.
No, that's it.
I don't want that. I want
All you
Steve
need
to go to the store
You don't need to
every
know how
day
you get
and
it.
buy skim.
You-
No,
you should-
I do. I told Steve what I
If he
want.
finds out that it's come some other way, he's going to be upset.
I
Let him
want
do
it
this.
at the store. I want Steve to go to a store like a normal person and buy me milk every day. Baba Booey's now messing up.
Who's kicking the floor?
I don't
Nobody.
know. Again, he's changing my plan. Steve, what do I want? Explain it to
You
Gary.
want milk
Now
from-
Gary's got to get a lesson.
Make
You
it
need
so
milk.
much easier for you.
He
Yeah.
wants milk from the store and boiled water
Yeah,
from the
because
store.
those guys have such good hygiene.
That's right. I like that store. I like the store. I'm sorry,
I
Gary.
was just-
That's what I want.
Howard, this was my.
I don't
thinking.
want
Can I just tell you
deliveries.
my
I
thinking?
don't want any special
Can I just
consideration.
tell you my
I
thinking?
just want
It-
water and milk.
I'm bypassing the middleman.
Right.
I don't have to deal with the hygiene at the store because you're
No, I don't want that. I don't want.
He doesn't want the
that.
milk that has been sitting around and nobody's been watching.
Right.
Okay.
I don't want
right
that.
off a refrigerator
I don't
truck.
care.
He doesn't know that it's going to be not sitting in the crate before it goes into the station.
But what do you think happens every
Don't
day
you
at every
get it?
store?
I don't
He
want
doesn't
milk
know
that
what
was
happens at the store. That's why he
specifically
likes it.
designed for me to
no,
come
okay,
here.
I understand that.
I don't
I got
want
it.
that.
I got that.
I have to spell it out for you?
Yeah.
Think. The two of get out of here, the two of you. I can't take it. The 20 years you're working with me, you still haven't figured me out.
Just add 10.
Oh, come on. Goodbye. Oh, everyone's a superstar around here.
No.
This is why you can't get it.
Everyone's a
I
superstar.
can't get anything I want.
Larry and Mo.
I got Larry and Mo. Where's Curly?
It would never dawn on Robert to jump in for a second and to say that Howard's hygiene habits are a little bit on the obsessive.
Yes.
They're
So
quirky,
what,
but you
Gary?
know that.
So what, Gary? That's what I want. Why can't I get what I want?
You're gonna
Jody
get what you
understood.
want.
You know, this girl Jody. I got to tell her one thing. Why she's smarter than the two of you. She had me figured out from day one. The girl had me figured out. She sees I'm a nut.
And she
I'm a germ
realized
freak.
that he'd be able to do his work if these things were handled.
they're gonna
no
be
matter
taken
If
care
how
of.
the girl got
I
me a
was just trying to
toothpick,
make it
listen to
as
this.
easy as possible
If the
for
girl handed me a toothpick, she would take a tissue and hand me the toothpick. She'd wrap it up in a tissue.
Actually, they were wrapped.
Yeah, that's how she is. She gets it. She sees I'm a kook. She sees there's something wrong with me.
Howard,
I've explained it to you as best I can.
We got
I've
it.
explained
We
it as
just want
best
you
I
to be
can.
happy.
All right, let's
We
see
got
what. Look at that. It's 5 or 7, just as I predicted. Time for water. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to make this go back open.
All right, where are we off to?
Going to get water.
At any point, do you ever get like discouraged from all this?
Every time.
It's a no-win situation. The problem is going down every 20 minutes is kind of like you get taxed. So you're doing something and then you got to stop everything and then go down every 20 minutes. And every 20 minutes it's down to the store, wait online, get the water, come back upstairs. And by the time you get back upstairs from doing that, you got to go back downstairs again. So that means I have to frequent the store 5, 6, 7 times a day, and it's kind of like, okay, what do you do?
I tell you, I I'm worn out from this.
What are the odds?
This is what goes on all day.
I know. And Gary, he's been here longer than Grillo.
He goes, we got it all figured out on the milk.
That's what happens when you're dumb.
He sits there wadding up Scotch tape.
Yeah.
Till it becomes a huge ball
Right.
in his trash can every day.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk about your quirks.
Yeah.
He has to turn every phone.
Yeah.
He's going to talk about your quirks.
Yeah.
He's as wacky as you
Yeah.
in his own way.
And this is my thing. So why are we wasting time with this?
He's going to change you. You got to not be wacky.
Yeah, he's going to tell me what his wackiness is all right.
This from a woman who ignored her parents for 20 years and is leaving her
Fine.
friends
Still
to her
ignoring him. It's my business.
So what? Just do what I say. What? Oh, how could you have said that about the milk? You're completely missing it.
I'm really getting stressed out with Gorilla here. Why doesn't he just buy a hot plate and a pot?
He doesn't
No,
want that.
I don't want
He doesn't
that.
want that.
I told you I don't want that.
Yeah, but you're obsessive compulsive. He doesn't know that.
I don't want a hot plate. I don't want a bowl that he cleans
He
out
doesn't
every
want
day.
Gorilla making
I don't want Gorilla
anything.
making anything. I want him holding the paper bag.
So why don't you just buy the store?
Oh, please. That's so stupid.
She can't be your assistant either.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I want the Korean to boil it. Don't you get it? I love those people. Look at this. I got ice cold water. I got 80 cups of ice cold water in front of me. It finally dawned on me the kid's microwaving it.
I can't believe that he was giving you microwave
Unbelievable.
water.
Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi. I just want to know what the difference is between the microwave water and the
I'll tell you quite simply. Microwave water. All right, this goes back. I've been meditating for 20 years, right?
Right.
Okay. I got into this thing, Ayurvedic medicine.
Okay.
And when one has a cold or sore throat or an ailment, they suggest, and it's been proven to work, that, and this is my thing, I like
Even in general, they say you
Right.
shouldn't drink extreme hots or colds of anything.
Right.
Right.
They recommend that you drink boiled water. That actually boiling water has properties. Boiled water has properties that microwave water cannot have. It's the way it's heated.
Okay.
The old-fashioned way.
Right.
And when you drink this water...
I don't think that's exactly true. It's that the microwave water, it's the heating, the way it's heated.
Yes, it's a different way.
Changes the water.
It changes the molecular structure.
Okay.
The water molecules spin when they're heated.
Right.
Now, so look, I'm not making great demands.
But I will say that the TM people have changed their directives on microwave water.
What have they said?
They say you can microwave
You're
it.
fine. That's okay. Let the TM people say what they want. I am into boiled water. It has a different taste to me. There's a metallic taste. Look, it's not like I'm asking the guy to fly to Alaska every day and get me lobster. I'm not a difficult guy. All I'm asking for is help me out and get... I'm a quirky guy. I got into this Ayurvedic thing. I like it. It warms my body during the show. I'm a person who is cold all the time. I am always cold.
Me too.
It's a body type. It goes back to this Ayurvedic medicine. They talk about there are 3 types of body types. I've got the worst body type.
Well, there's no worse.
No.
There's just a body
Mine's
type.
the worst. I wish I had yours. Like Robin is a kapha.
I am
Called.
not a kapha.
She's a hardy,
I'm a pitta.
sturdy, heated person. I am
I am a
cold
pitta.
and lanky and cold.
What are you?
And
You're
I am.
pitta too.
Yeah, I'm no.
You're
Vada.
Vada?
Yes, I'm the. I told you I'm the worst. And let me tell you something. I need the hot water. As a matter of fact, when they examined me, these Ayurvedic doctors,
Yes.
they said you are actually something very unusual. You are what's called tridosha.
Tridoshik.
Yes, you are perfectly imbalanced. You are perfectly balanced, they told me. And that's the worst thing to be, because you're so balanced, you're so together, that any little thing in the environment can throw off your balance.
That sounds right, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's what they told me.
Please, Hal.
They have never seen a person who was tridosha before. Now,
I wasn't there. I don't know what the hell they
asked
told
my
me.
mother. She was, I'm
Yeah,
the chosen
she got
one.
it wrong too.
I am the chosen one.
That
Yeah.
sounds like, oh, you got the perfect and the worst all at the same time.
Yes, because it's the hardest to stay in balance. Now, listen to me.
Then you're not balanced.
I'm all balanced, but it goes out of whack. Then I have to drink the hot water, and I'm back.
Does that make sense to you?
Listen to me.
Everybody staying on the same page?
Oh, listen to me. Can I just make this simple? I really don't want to go into what my philosophy life is, what Ayurvedic science is. I don't want to go into any of it. I don't have to
He doesn't
share that.
know.
I don't want to share it with anybody. What I know is what I know. You're very smart. Jackie's smart. Fred's smart.
No.
I'm
what
a stupid
you just
guy.
said made no sense at all.
Right. I am stupid. Absolutely a dumb guy. All I want, and this is what I'm asking for. I'm asking this kid to help me out and get me some boiled water every half hour.
And forget about there being a rationale to anything.
Here
he
it is.
just wants boiled
Forget the
water.
rationale. Maybe it's all wrong. I just want thank you.
That's the way he wants it. In a bag.
In a bag.
Gorilla holding the
I love
tip
you.
of the bag.
That's it. Thank you. And let's
Is
see
it
if
hot?
I'm going to try it right now, Robin. Let's see. Yeah, like Alexa Hente, I'm going to drink the hot water. You believe a 20-minute discussion on hot water? Here we go. Oh, perfect.
Piping hot.
Piping hot. What
Which
I want.
is wrong, according to Ayurveda. You're
Yes.
not supposed to drink it like that.
Exactly. Please. I just want this. This is what I want. Thank you. All right. I think the problem's solved
All
now.
right, well, thank you for explaining that.
All right.
And F.L. Roker.
Right. Thank you. Whatever. You're on the air.
That OCD's coming back, huh?
No, it's not OCD.
It is. A little touch of it.
I just want what I want. Come on, dude. I'm busy 24 hours a day. I'm just asking for some boiled water. I'm not being Frank Sinatra asking people to put a pack of cigarettes on every flat surface. I'm not Van Halen asking for
Howard,
brown
I don't
M&Ms.
see how you don't see yourself that
All
way.
right, okay. What for hot water? I just asked the kid. I said, "Could you go down to the store and get me hot water?"
Thing.
All right, so it's the same
It's
thing.
easier to put a pack of cigarettes everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't have to change them every
I just
hour.
want one. Okay, so I want one thing while I'm working.
When you boil it, all this stuff comes out of it anyways.
Right. That's what I want. I just want boiled water. Well, I'm not being a douchebag. I'm just, and if I am, so indulge me. Okay?
Yeah, just accept that you are.
Okay, fine. I am. I'm agreeing with you. I'm a douchebag, okay? Just do what I want. You believe this kid, he works for free for 10 years, and he still can't get me hot water.
And he keeps looking for advancement.
Yeah.
Has never gotten.
He never, if he got this right, I would, what? Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you. I think I'm a dope. All right, I got to take a break.
He keeps telling you, I can do more.
No, he can't. Obviously, you see, he can't.
Well.
I had it all worked out. Then Baba Booey comes in and confuses him.
Well, that's why, because Baba Booey's his boss.
Right. Baba Booey. Maybe that's the problem. Baba Booey. I apologize to my audience. I had no idea the show would turn into this today. I just had to straighten it out. I don't have the energy to straighten it out any other time.
Sorry.
Right. It's so easy what he just did.
You're going to have to retrain him tomorrow.
I know. That's the sad part. All right.
Dead again?
I was about to bring your wife in. That's where we got sidetracked. I'll bring her in now. But I got to take a break, Robin. I apologize.
All right.
This is really a disaster. We'll be back right after. That I am in this alone. When I say I mean we. That if the show ever lost ratings, that we would be off the air. I know this.
But what is this behind-the-scenes information?
No, it's just that even listen, I love working for this company. We've always had a good relationship, but when they brought Imus into the fold and all that, it killed me. It literally killed me because I had that guy down. He was nowhere, and they pumped money into him.
He was almost out. Yeah,
he was almost out. We almost had him out on his ass. But the company again chooses to insult me, to make a mockery of my career. And your career, my lovely princess. The honeymoon is clearly over. Obviously, this company hates me.
What did they do?
Well, should I go into it? I mean, I just know they hate me.
Well, I know you have this feeling.
There is a young man who, all right, I'll tell you why this company hates me. If somebody made the comment about me, I'm going to read you a guy's they just hired a new guy at this company. And this is him in the newspaper talking about me.
Okay.
Howard Stern is a bully, and he's getting rich at the expense of other people. Howard Stern, you have to have sympathy for a guy like that. He's obviously been seriously abused himself. He says that's no excuse to act out on helpless victims like Jessica Hahn simply because it's good radio. It just makes you another Jim Baker. I'm saying shut up, Howard. New York's had enough of you. Howard panders to people's worst instincts and profits off the misery of others. He was once exciting and new, now he's boring and rich. The individual who made these comments about me has been hired by Infinity Broadcasting.
In what capacity?
To walk the halls. The same halls that I walk.
He's going to be in here?
He's already in here. He already works here.
Is it somebody I know?
Tom Chiasano insults me on a daily basis.
He didn't say those things.
No, not Tom.
Oh.
But when he hires people who do this, let me tell you something. I know the owner of this company. If anybody ever said anything about him like this,
Oh, forget about
they
it.
would never be allowed to be hired.
In the entire Infinity chain. It wouldn't
That's
be
right.
like, oh, you can hire him and he's not here. Never for Infinity.
The man who made these comments about me is Dave Herman's new producer. A guy named Buff.
Oh.
I don't know what Buff is. Have you met this individual?
For briefly when I did Dave's show.
Yeah, and what do you have to say to you?
He's very nice.
Oh, very nice to you.
Yeah.
Well, why, if he's insulting my program and what I do for a living, why is he hired at my station? Why? Why am I allowed to sit in the halls with these people, these morons? If I'm such a bad person, what's he doing working with me?
Why would he come to work here?
Get him out of here! Get him away from me!
If he had any integrity, he wouldn't come and work for this
Wait
company.
a second, I'm having a heart attack.
Really? Would somebody...
oh, my God.
Maybe
I'm not
y'all
kidding.
should run away if you faint.
Wait a second.
No, we do need
I'm
oxygen.
hyperventilating. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm hyperventilating.
Anybody got a brown paper bag? Don't just sit there, Baba Booey.
No, wait. Give me a brown paper bag. Put it over your head, Baba Boy.
Oh, he's so ridiculous.
I can't stand looking at you.
He's fan.
I'm being serious. Would you just do the show for a few minutes? Let me go walk around the block. Would you mind? I need to go take a walk. Would you carry on for a few minutes?
If you want to get up and leave,
Can
I'll
I get up and
carry
leave?
on.
I can't take work in here. Just give me 5 minutes to go recover. I just got to go get some air. Excuse me. I'm being serious. Excuse me. You talk to Jackie and Fred. I gotta go. Goodbye. I gotta leave. I don't know why they're doing this.
Could you give me those papers? Because I would love to see where those statements were made.
Here. I threw here.
You threw them
Give these to
away.
Rob. I'm just gonna go get some air.
All right.
I have never in the entire course of my radio career gone out and gotten some air,
No,
but I
you've
just
never
by yelling
taken a
I just
5-minute
hyperventilated.
break.
I apologize.
Now let me see.
Put off that music. I'm not kidding.
Oh, this
I've
was
never
in
hyperventilated like this.
Don't walk.
the New York Post.
Let me see Tom.
This one. The problem
Get that
now is
camera
that
off
the
me.
joke is getting stale.
Get that camera off.
I think Howard and Tom are out in the hallway.
Uh-oh, you're kidding.
I hope they're not fighting like
I haven't heard a word.
we
but
did with our old general manager.
Hold on.
No, I'm sure if Tom's out there, he must be trying to calm Howard down.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
It won't help, but I'm sure that's what he's trying.
Robin, did you have any indication that that's how the guy felt when you met him?
Never. He was perfectly polite. And this is what I find with people most times. They're sniveling cowards. They'll say this stuff in print, but they won't say it to your face. This particular statement is from the New York Post. The problem now is that the joke is getting stale. We believe what we say about Howard, insists Buff. He is exploitative. He's a bully, and he's getting rich at the expense of others.
This isn't like an old comment? Or
In
anything?
fact, this was the guy who worked with Kurt Chaplin.
Exactly.
I did not know about Kurt Chaplin. Was a guy we used to work with.
You know what?
At NBC, he was a fill-in traffic reporter.
Why don't you describe this guy? Because we have no vibe if he's young or old.
He's a pretty young guy.
He's probably
he's in
about
his 30s.
30.
Yeah.
And, clean cut.
But I think you might have actually had a chance to see him if you ever saw Howard's press conference on E announcing that he was going to be on E.
Yeah.
Remember those guys showed up? Do you remember that, Howard?
What?
Those guys showed up to your
I
press
don't care.
conference at E.
That's right.
I didn't realize the association. He was the guy who worked with Kurt Chaplin for a while.
You know what? I went into a room and I sat down and I tried to collect myself. Tom Chiasano started banging on the door trying to get me out of there, but...
Oh, really?
You feel better?
What?
You feel a little
I
better?
feel a little better. Where is Tom? What does he want
What did
from
he
me?
try to do?
I don't know.
You
He's
never
trying to
talked
get me
him.
out of the room, but I almost had a nervous breakdown. I'm sorry. Company continues to humiliate me.
Yeah, I had no idea
Yeah.
who this guy was.
Are you okay?
No. I was having heart palpitations. I had to go calm down. I had to splash some water on my face.
Tom, did you know about this guy's history?
I had no idea these.
Sure he knew. Of course he knows.
I did not.
He does it to insult me.
I know. Of course I don't.
Good screening.
What do you mean you didn't know? How do you hire people?
Who is this guy that he comes here? And why would he want to work here if I'm such a skunk?
I'm sure he would retract that statement.
Oh, I bet he would.
What good would that do? It's in print.
Yeah. See, what these guys don't know is, whenever someone new is hired here, I scan their names through my computer. And in my computer, I pull up the names of anybody who's made up negative comments out of me.
Do you really?
Gange, come in here. What did I do yesterday? He'll tell you. Did I not take... When I heard this guy's name, I said, this sounds familiar to me. Buff.
You'll never forget it.
What did I do?
We looked it up in the computer.
Right. Did I scan every name in that computer?
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right. I'm unbelievable.
Absolutely.
You know what? An elephant... Let me tell you something in business, Tom. You need to know this because I know you take a lot of seminars. An elephant never forgets. I got to have a long memory. And you know who taught me that?
Who?
The boss of this company. He told me you got to have a long memory.
Your enemies are your enemies.
Your enemies are your enemies.
They can never be your friends.
If somebody says something bad about me, out and see forever. And I used to say, boy, that's pretty cold. Now I see what he means. You can't let people step all over you. That's all right. You know, why don't you hire everyone?
They've already done it.
Hire Mark and Brian to produce Dave's show.
Be more specific than everyone. We can't afford everyone.
Why am I insulted like this, Tom? Why? What did I do wrong?
I have no idea.
Why does the company hire honest? Why does the company do this to me? My sworn enemies. Why? You might as well hire DeBella. Oh, you did. I mean,
or let's go get the grease man.
Yeah,
oh, you have.
you have him. Yeah. Why don't you hire the grease man? The guy who tried to take my money, my paycheck from me at DC 101.
He did that already.
Yeah. Who took my paycheck?
He
By the
got
way,
it.
you noticed?
What? Oh,
Nice.
new wall.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Why does the company insult me like this, Tom? Seriously.
Did you get that for Buff?
You would have buffed
Buff
me?
comes, you fix the wall?
I buff. I like to buff your.
Why do we hire people who,
I had no
who are my
idea.
enemies who sat there and tried to ruin my career?
I can't answer for this.
And why is
the
Buff?
only thing I can tell you on this one is I had no idea those comments had been made, and I'm sure.
How did he come to your attention?
Yeah, how do we get this Buff who says that I am destroying people's lives, I'm destroying
You pander
radio?
to people's worst instinct.
Why is this guy here? Why do I have to run into him? Why do I have to be around him? I wouldn't hire anyone who says that about you, except me. Seriously, I would never in print say that about you.
And
that you ruin people's lives.
And I would never say anything bad about you.
Me neither.
But
because
how
we're on
did
the same team.
Right,
How
absolutely.
did we wind up hiring Buff?
Buff's not even funny. Buff's on there. I wouldn't mind if he made some funny comments, but what is that?
Would you accept an apology?
From who? Buff?
Yeah.
I don't need to speak to him. Just keep him away from me. Keep him away from me because you know what? How many months are left on my contract, Jackie? I'm not going to be working with Buff much longer.
We don't work with
Buff
him now.
can take over the morning show.
You don't work with him
Oh,
now?
I do too. I consider everyone on this staff my family.
Team.
It's a team.
Howard is old and boring or rich or something.
Yeah. Why
let
would you
Buff
work with
take
me?
over the
Why don't we
morning
let
show.
Buff do the morning show?
Maybe
When
he-
is my contract
Maybe he
up?
wants a loan?
How many months?
May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months. We're
6
not
months.
counting November.
So, I'm not counting November because November the contract's over. 6 months and me and Buff split company. I thought Andre was bad.
Do you want to know how?
What?
If you want to know how Buff came to us, I actually know.
Yeah.
He was Dave's producer.
I know.
Yeah, and Dave has no problem with it, huh? Dave doesn't know anything
I
about
bet you
it.
Dave didn't know either.
Oh yeah, Dave's in a coma.
Everybody around here is in
Nobody
a coma.
knows.
Dave did.
Nobody
Thank God I
knows
got.
anything.
Thank God I got the back cave with the back computer.
Dave
That's not true. I knew. And that's why I wanted to.
I've never seen this guy Buff. What are his talents? What has he done with his career that he's such
I
a
don't know.
knowledgeable person about
Robin
radio?
was saying such nice things about him a couple of days ago.
I know he produced Dave's show at NEW. I know that they're hoping that he'll enhance Dave's already great show here.
Right.
And I think he's going to help.
Beautifully said.
I think. Hey, I'm not. I got to ride the fence.
Right.
I think he's supposed to help book guests. And
He's a producer.
He's a producer.
Producer. Okay. Well, he's done a lot with his career that he knows so much about me. How does he know so much about me?
How does he get to comment?
You tell that
on
punk,
Howard?
him and his friend Kurt. You tell Kurt, you ask Kurt what I did for him in his career and how I got him work at NBC and then he backstabbed me. I don't talk to backstabbers. Him and Kurt are backstabbers. You tell them to take a flying leap off a bridge. You tell him for me, Baba Booey. Are you my consigliere?
Absolutely.
All right, you go tell Buffy today that he's on my enemy list.
But we have-
and if I see him in the hall, you better run for the hills because I'm going to get a hold of the guy.
Calm down, you're going to hyperventilate.
We have a problem.
Get him out of here.
We have a problem, Howard. How do we handle?
What?
There's going to be
And I'm not doing the Dave Herman show anymore.
His office.
And I'm not listening to
I'm
Dave's
off the
show
Dave
anymore.
show.
I don't even listen to Dave anymore.
Yeah, you.
No, I'm not gonna.
You love that.
No,
show.
I don't love it.
Yes,
I don't
you
like Dave or his show.
Yes,
Don't like who he associates with.
I don't like the production values. I'm not listening to it anymore. I'm going to forbid the audience from listening to it too.
Howard.
That's right. That's right.
Now
You're
you've
right.
gotten Tom's attention. He took this as a joke before.
Nobody listen to Dave in the afternoon.
See, we have a problem, and here's the problem. Buff's office is directly across from my office.
Yeah.
So he gets in around, sometimes around 12:30, and sometimes you're leaving.
Yeah.
How do I keep you guys from running into each other? Should I just say? Should I
You tell
demand?
Buff I don't want him in here until 2:30. That's when I'm
The
glad.
show starts at 2 o'clock.
I don't care. I don't want him around me.
I have a solution.
He can keep
He can call to check if Howard's here. And
Right.
if Howard's not, then he can come in.
Right.
Brilliant, Rob.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much.
That is brilliant. Tom, I'm not kidding about this. It's an insult. And you know what? If someone had said that about anyone who worked in this company,
You
he would
wouldn't
never
hire
be
somebody
hired.
who had said that about you, Tom.
Of course not. Tom only hires. Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke with
No,
Howard.
I didn't know. I had no
Guy's
idea.
an insult.
I had no idea.
He's a
about the
nobody.
comment.
He's a nothing. He doesn't
No
like what I
idea.
do. Why should he work with me?
No idea. And I'm sure he.
Let him sit in the bathroom stalls
mean it
until
today.
I leave. Tell him to hide in the bathroom
That's right.
stall.
He should never be in the hall when
Smell
Howard's
Jackie.
in the hall.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll bet you any amount of money that like Dave's office gets moved to a different part of the building.
Good.
Where you wouldn't have to cross.
I don't. Let him move into another building.
Different
Let
building.
Dave do his show from another building.
Maybe Dave could do his show from home.
Yeah, he should. Why should Dave's life be disrupted for work?
And this way he can stay in bed.
Right.
He doesn't have to lounge out in the chairs here.
Doing my show from bed and playing rotisserie baseball.
Yeah, it's a big joke. Everyone laugh it up. Oh, I blew my stack yesterday. I was almost like a rocket ship.
I can't believe that you actually, that name jogged your memory.
Once
You said,
once I hear a name that
Yeah.
it fouls me, who was a radio enemy, I don't forget. This guy must be walking through the halls thinking I forgot.
He must.
He must think I'm stupid. He doesn't know I
He
got a
hasn't
computer.
come and introduced himself.
You got to understand something. I had IBM set up computers for me just for this purpose.
Yeah.
So I could get my enemies to I hit a button yesterday. I took this guy's name, Buff, B-U-F-F. I put a percentage mark next to the F so it would search out everything that said Buff. This is why I hang around with Jeff Schick. He's certainly not a personality.
Not a cool guy.
Not a cool guy, but man, oh man, that is a payoff. I sit at the computer and Buff, and I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. I said, Buff, I know that name, Buff. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. All of a sudden, the first thing spits out. Moves real quick. About a minute later, I pull out the first piece of paper. Howard Stern is a skunk, says Buff. Next one. Howard Stern is a jerk, says Buff. Howard Stern is insulting. He's as bad as Jim Baker, who raped Jessica Hahn, says Buff. Says Buff. Buff. I'm ripped. I go, man, oh man. Now I know who my friend is. IBM. God bless the computer.
Yeah, Buff could have slipped right through.
He would have slipped. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known.
We almost made it, buddy.
Yeah. Where is this guy?
Have
Let him
you
come to
met
me.
him? Have you ever met
No.
him? He's not coming in.
No.
I thought maybe you'd done that. That would be the ultimate sleeve.
He's a real wise ass. You know something? When he was making those comments about me in the paper every day, and when he was, I had a press conference for E, and he came up and challenged me. I said, fine, okay, you want to challenge me, fine. But I got news for you. This company owns a lot of radio stations, and one day after your stupid morning show fails, you're going to need a job, and you're going to come here, and my company isn't going to hire you, you squat head.
Right.
My company is going to screw you. And you know what my company did?
They hired him.
They hire him. They hire him like they hire Imus! Garbage head. No talent, nothing. Piece of garbage. $6 months is left on my contract. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I
you
couldn't
laugh
help
like a
it.
mental patient.
Oh, Tom, go back there and play with your folding golf
leave me
club.
alone.
Yeah, go back and play with the golf club. Where's his folding golf club? I got to show everyone what he's got. I'm going to show it. I'm going to put that on the E! Show. You're folding golf clubs. I played with that yesterday.
Did you
That's
really?
pretty cool. Yeah. Do me a favor. Would you write Buff on this guy's head so I can recognize him when he walks down the halls?
A little,
Yeah.
little thing hanging from his chest.
Something
tells me an apology will be coming.
I was with my
good is
agent.
an apology?
Apology. I don't need no apology. Apology passed. I said to my agent at the time, you
Fruit
know what?
basket?
Everything always comes back to haunt these guys.
Yeah.
I said, this guy, he's being a big shot now. He's challenging me. My company, Infinity
This is a
Broadcasting.
big radio company.
It's a big radio company. They own like 30 radio stations. How many radio stations do they own?
It's over 30 now.
Over 30.
Ohio.
This guy's going to need a job one day.
I think.
And they'll teach him the lesson. Oh, he could be a big shot now. But a year from now, 2 years from now, this guy will need a job, and that's when he'll get taught a lesson. Nobody gets taught a lesson.
There
That's
are no
okay.
lessons.
Let me tell you something. I'm starting my own radio company, and that day will come where I could teach people a lesson. No one will work there. Look at this. This is what Tom does back in the office. I just want you to know he's not busy. Here, look at it. See this golf club? Now, if you swing this golf club wrong, the whole golf club collapses. If you swing it right, did you ever see this? You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you see it?
I'd seen it
It's
before.
unbelievable. Watch this. All right, now you see my swing?
He should show.
If I go straight like this, you notice? Now, do you see how it bends?
Yeah.
If you do it wrong, it bends. Well, Dean. And then
Hello, Dean.
if you go like this, if you go like,
Gotta keep your left arm stiff.
yeah, this.
See, you can't even do it right.
Lock in.
Tom, you do it.
Here we go. He's the pro.
Right. Now watch this.
Now this he can do.
No, Tom does it good.
If you do it like this,
Yeah.
it doesn't break down.
Right.
No.
Look at that.
Well, he's a good golfer.
Right?
His
Yeah.
handicap
like
is
that.
his personality.
Right.
He's handicapped by his personality.
And now that make it go bad.
Right? Okay, I just did.
Oh, I see. Okay. Very good,
How much
Tom.
money did that cost?
I bought it for him, remember?
All right. Oh my God, my heart
It was
hurts.
really expensive,
I got
too,
so
Jack.
upset. I
It
get
was
so
really
upset
expensive.
because here was my chance.
To finally have somebody taught a lesson.
It doesn't matter, Tom. I know where it's at. As long as I get the ratings, you guys will keep me.
No, you know I love
keep me
you.
around. No, you don't. You don't
Yes.
love
Oh,
me.
yeah,
Don't
you love
stop
him,
with the
all
love
right.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna move him into your house when he's down on his luck?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a room in my house.
You
for
wouldn't even
Howard
let me ice
forever.
hockey with your son. You know I'm a bad influence. He'll be a drug addict if I get a hold of him.
I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't bring up the Flyers. Do you remember the Flyers?
What, did this guy Buff passed
Philadelphia
around?
Flyers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
It was a big
No, you're
picture
right,
of you,
Gary,
and
you
it was
shouldn't.
a Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah. Prove your love to me. Fire Buff right now.
Well, I think he should.
How
be
could
given,
you-
I think he should be given the opportunity to apologize.
Well, he can apologize from here till tomorrow. I'm not interested. I don't want to see him. I'm tired of having a.
Why does Howard have to be the big guy to accept all of these people?
Because Howard is a big guy.
I'm
To accept
6'5".
those
That's
people.
about as big as it is. I'm not a big guy.
Emotionally.
I'm not a big guy emotionally. Why do I have to feel bad for this guy?
Well, you shouldn't have to feel bad for him.
So he loses his job. He's a major talent. He'll have no
He
problem
ought to
getting
be
work.
careful about what he says.
Oh, I agree.
He's the skunk, not me. At least if I say someone's a skunk, he's a skunk.
And he remains a skunk.
Yeah.
Change.
It doesn't matter. I'll work with whoever you hire, Tom. Kill me if you want.
No, I wouldn't want to do
Just,
that.
why don't you just put the knife in my back right on camera here so we have evidence. You're doing it slow. You might as well just get it over with fast.
OJ Chiasson.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
You're worse than the guy who cut the wires to my broadcast in Cleveland. When you do this to me. Worse than the guy. Do you know the guy who cut the wires in Cleveland? Why don't you hire him?
I think that they're talking.
Are they Infinity is talking with him? Yeah, he's going to be the chief engineer of
They're
our
talking.
station. Yeah, hire him. What's the difference?
Are we on the air?
Hire. What's his name? Alfred.
Yeah, I forget.
I don't know. I'll look it up in my computer so you guys. Yeah, I'll look up all my
me a list.
enemies.
Why
I'll give
don't
you a
you
list
just
of
give
enemies.
him a list of people
Exactly.
who
You
are
give me the enemies
available,
list,
and
who
you
are
start
your
hiring them.
enemies?
Right. Why don't you get? You know what? I think it was a Brandon not Brandon Tartikoff. It was Grant Tinker fired me at NBC. Why don't we hire him to run the company? Why don't you hire Robin's father to do middays with his ham hands?
Sex therapy.
Yeah. Why don't you insult her like that? Alfred, Buff,
Mr. Quivers,
Imus, Hitler,
No.
Who would
Grease
you not
Man.
hire?
Who's next? Who is next? How will you insult me next? It doesn't matter.
Never
you know
want
what?
to insult
It doesn't matter because nobody cares about me here anyway.
Oh, yes, we do.
I am a worker, B. I understand. If you want to have your way, you got to own your own company. Am I correct? True or false?
I mean, ultimately.
Ultimately, yes. Thank you.
I think
Thank
you get pretty much your own way.
When I have my own company, I'm not hiring you because you're a traitor.
Oh.
You're a traitor to me. I was going to give you. I was going to triple your salary. You were going to be a very wealthy man, but now you're not going to be. Now you're going to be stuck here.
No, don't think
and I hope they hire all your enemies.
Don't think of me. Think of Tim.
Who is your worst? Who's the person who beats you at golf the worst? What's that man's name?
What's that? There is nobody.
There is nobody, really? You've never been beaten in golf?
Oh, sure.
All right, we're going to hire that guy.
You're gonna.
Benedict Chiasano should have been his name. Well, listen, you got to hire who you have to hire. Obviously, Dave Herman couldn't find the producer anywhere else, but from a guy who is, we have 75 quotes in the newspaper bad-mouthing.
I'll bet you Dave didn't even know.
Oh, Dave knew. Of course Dave knows. Scary.
This guy, please.
Did Dave know? I mean, Dave doesn't know this guy?
Well, he knows the guy, but I bet
he didn't know
that
about
he
it.
made those statements.
No, Dave doesn't read the paper. He's busy on Prodigy.
Well, I'm not going to get involved in this. Should I?
Yeah, why not? You're another guy I'm not sure I want. Why wouldn't you get involved?
I'm not going to get involved.
You're a better friend. Are you worried about the answers? Are you worried? I don't know. Are you worried about Buff?
No, I'm not worried about Buff. I was just saying because I'm unsure. I don't. I know that one.
You look like an angry monkey when you yell.
I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know.
What do you know?
One time only. A little bit after this whole thing went down, I did see Kurt Chaplin in Dave's office.
Oh, great.
I told
That's
you about
good.
that.
Yeah, that's great. Have Kurt here too. That's good. Kurt, the biggest backstabber. I've had him to my house. I had him to my daughter when she was first born at the party. I got him work at NBC. I asked for him to work on my show and do sports, and that's how he pays me back. Why don't we hire him? Why don't we just hire all these losers? It doesn't matter to me. In 6 months, I'm off of here. That's it. I've served my time. Like the Army. I signed the contract. I abide by my contract. And then I'm off. I retire. I'll be quiet, Tom. You can't wait for me to leave.
Howard, I hate to interrupt the Love Fest, but Joan Rivers is here.
Okay.
What's she doing here?
What does she want? What's she going to come in here with those big giant sunglasses again?
No, she brought a makeup guy and everything.
Oh, good. She comes in here, half her face is covered with sunglasses.
She got a screen down.
She goes, you're on TV now. I go, so what? Show your eyes. What are you afraid of? You don't look good. Everyone's so worried about how they look. Let me tell you something. Funny people should look bad, like me. Jerry Lewis tried to make himself good looking. He stopped being funny.
That's right.
Eddie Murphy, another guy, tries to be good looking.
There's a
It's
lesson
not funny.
there.
You got to be ugly to be funny. I know that. I could be good looking. I could have got my nose fixed.
You are very funny.
Yeah. Why don't you hire all those guys from Channel 9 that I used to argue with, too? We could hire them for management.
You know, it's what is amazing to me about Tom is that I don't think he feels this.
No,
for you.
he doesn't feel. He doesn't understand
Understands
No.
what you're feeling.
Do you respect the owner of this company?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Immensely.
He
you know
feels
what
his feelings.
His feelings are felt when he hears that somebody. Remember, Donna Fiducia said something bad about him.
My goodness.
Oh, sure.
And she came here for a job. You know what he told her?
I remember listening.
You know what he said to her?
Oh, I know exactly.
What did he say? He said, "Outensy, you don't work ever for my company."
And
that's how I'm going to be one day when I'm sticking up for myself.
And one of the best and brightest program directors in this country, the owner of our company once told him that he was dead to him.
Right.
He said that man was dead. He goes, "You're dead to me."
That's right.
Told him to his face.
And then the guy walked up. He said, "Come on, we've known each other a long time." And the owner of our company said, "I hear something. There's wind blowing by me, but I don't know what it is."
Exactly. And that's how I feel I should be treated. I have been a loyal soldier. When this guy Buff gets in the newspaper and badmouths me for weeks on end, handing out bumper stickers and things with my face, I should be given the proper respect around here. But it's a big joke. Oh, listen, they hire Greaseman. Imus, the biggest no talent in the world. Put him on 50 stations. It's all right. I got a laundry list of things that I can't stand. But listen, I don't own the company. I know that. I'm a good soldier.
You know what you don't do? You don't do what some of these people would do, which is to then stop doing your job well, boycott, stay home.
No, I don't do any of
that. Make them give you more money.
I don't do any of that.
You're the best.
That's right.
You really are.
But when the contract's over, it's over. I know where it is. It's a contract. All right. I got Joan Rivers out there, Tom. I have to now switch moves.
Can I leave you with a thought?
Go ahead. Don't play that thing. What's the thought? Oh, stop it. I'll leave, and believe me, Buff will do mornings. It'll be great.
Yeah,
he's a great morning man.
He knows more about it than Howard does.
He certainly
He
does.
knows where his shortcomings are.
Yeah. I must tell you. All right. Goodbye, Tom. Please leave, and I will prepare myself for Joan Rivers.
My name is Jimmy Buff, and I produce the afternoon show here at K-Rock.
So did you hear? All right. So what? Basically, tell me what happened. How come you're here today?
Well, a couple of years ago, I had a morning show here in New York City, and in the spirit of competitive radio, we said some baiting things to Howard. We were trying to pick a fight with Howard because we wanted him to talk about us. We wanted some attention. And now that I'm working here, Howard is, I guess, going to get his pound of flesh.
I have to take care of an unpleasant piece of business right now. In fact,
the rest of the show has.
the rest of the show's been real pleasant. Let's see, we badmouthed Linda Ronstadt and Kathy Lee Gifford. Then we
jumped all over Scott.
I made a mockery of Scott's whole career. I sang a terrible song to Scott, and then to top it all off, the American Red Cross came in and was supposed to announce that we're good people, but it took 2 or 3 times before they would do it. And now we have an unpleasant task. So you can imagine how unpleasant this is. As you know, from time to time, people try to make money off of my name.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have schnotter hanging out of my nose? I know the cameras are on.
Can't see any.
This nostril right here, that's the problem one.
Nope, don't see
I
anything.
Good, just checking.
Well, what a job Gary has.
He's good at it.
Let me tell you something, Robin. I do that job with pleasure.
OJ, I bet you'd like that job. I bet you'd like to look up my nose.
I would love to.
Yeah, right. All right. Anyway, there are people who try to make a living off of my name, but once in a while it comes back to bite them in the ass. A couple of years ago, when I was on NBC Radio, I was very friendly with a guy named Kurt Chaplin. He was my, believe it or not, I actually had a sportscaster. And once in a while, they would just keep changing around sportscasters. In fact, I didn't even have to have a sportscaster. I liked Kurt, so I would get him work. I would get him on.
He was heavily into sports.
Yeah, and he was kind of fun, and we would talk. But we would talk about a lot of stuff. I liked him. I thought he was a good performer, a fun guy. I enjoyed working with the guy. I even developed a bit of a personal relationship with him and his wife. Had him over my house. When my first daughter was born, I had him to the house. He held my daughter. He brought gifts. I had a relationship with the guy. And like so many people in my life, they sell out. Years later, when I guess I wasn't at NBC anymore through no fault of my own, and I was unable to get Kurt work on my show, he went ahead and went on another station you have to pay to get on or something, I don't know, and proceeded to badmouth me all over the place, which is his prerogative. There's no problem.
Didn't even crash a press conference you were having.
Yeah, I'd got my E-television show, and he crashed the press conference, and he gave it to me pretty good at the press conference, and I gave it back to him. It was, listen, if you dish it out, you should be able to take it, and I think I can, but it was a bizarre chapter in my life because here was a guy that I really hung out with and told me he loved me and loved what I did and the whole thing, and it was rather emotional about me, quite frankly, and I for him. And it was just kind of weird when all of a sudden you see him and he was like a rabid dog attacking me for something. I don't know. I guess he was attacking me saying that I was a vicious, mean, horrible person.
Hey, Kurt. Would you reconsider or re-examine your exploitation and abuse of people on the radio?
Let me tell
Howard,
you something,
yes or
Kurt.
no, please?
You're the guy who called me every weekend looking for a job on my radio show.
Yes
so
or
if I'm
no,
so
Howard?
exploitive of people, how come you call me for
You're
a job, you
exploiting
big
me
baby?
right now. You're showing
good.
these people what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we know what you're
so
talking about.
would you care to re-examine your position of
How
exploitation
come you saw
and
me in an
abuse of
elevator the
people on
other day?
radio, or
See, this
not,
is what I
Howard?
mean. I can't have a happy
Yes
press
or not,
conference.
Howard?
This guy is starting up a radio show. He's trying to get a radio show going. And you know what? This is a guy who called me every day for a job. And you're a big liar. You're a phony and a fake and a fraud. You're a jerk. Thank you.
Keep it up, Howard.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
And in the back of my mind at that time, I said, he's dead to me. he's dead to me. If he ever asks me for a favor, or like right now, he doesn't need a favor. He has a job at another station.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead to me. That's all. It's different than the DeBella situation. To me, it's different than even Imus. Because these are guys who, quite frankly, run the radio, especially DeBella. We came into town, we knocked him off. I was on fire. That's the nature of the business. This was a guy I had a relationship with, a personal relationship. I never had a personal relationship with DeBella or Imus. And all of a sudden, he's turning around and attacking me. Fine, I just said the guy's dead to me. I certainly would not lift a finger to help him in his career now. Wouldn't. He worked with another guy named Buff. What is the guy's name? What is his name?
Jim Buff.
Jim Buff.
Jim Buff.
He worked with another guy, and Jim Buff, who I don't know from a hole in the wall, was ripping me a new a-hole all over the paper. And I just said, that's okay. I rip people new a-holes all the time. But I'll tell you what, when it comes down to it, if they ever try to get a job where I'm working, I'm going to make sure they don't. I'm going to make sure that they don't work with me.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Jim Buff and my friend Kurt have to say about me? They said, you have to have sympathy for Howard Stern. He's been seriously abused himself. There's no excuse for him to act out on helpless victims like Jessica Hahn simply because it's good radio. It makes him another Jim Baker. We're saying, shut up, Howard. New York's had enough. Okay, listen, I don't have any problem. It's free speech, the same way I have free speech, but am I going to lift... Is Kathy Lee going to lift a finger to get me work? No. Am I going to lift a finger to get Kurt Chaplin or Jim Buff work?
No.
If they decide to apply for a job at a company where I am valued, am I going to help them?
No.
No, why should I? Why should I help Jim Buff or Kurt Chaplin? Why? What reason? They decided to take up a war against me. They tried to bring me down.
They tried to take money out of your pocket.
They stole from me. Howard panders to people's worst instincts and profits off the misery of others. He was once exciting and new, and now he's boring and rich.
Hey, look out!
That's from Buff, who I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting that he knows so much about you.
Jim Buff, unbeknownst to me, applied for a job here to be Dave Herman, our afternoon disc jockey's producer. I don't know why Dave needs a producer. Dave spins records. I'm not sure.
There would be nothing on the show if Dave didn't have a producer.
Really? Dave can't even get up anymore and get the records himself? Dave has gotten very used to a good life, you know what I mean?
Dave can't pull records. He's Dave Herman.
Dave needed a producer. I guess Jim Buff's radio career against me didn't work out, like so many others who have been crippled.
Unfortunately, he had been wrong.
Right.
You were not tired. Not ready for replacement.
We feel Howard is a negative influence on New York, a toxic problem. Why would you want to work with me if I'm a toxic problem? So, you know what the problem is, Robin? If I allow everybody who just dumps on me to come work with me and I turn the other cheek, well, I'll be the world's biggest sap. I'll be encouraging others to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who thinks radio is in a dog-eat-dog business is absolutely out of their mind. Jim Buff, in an effort to keep his job, wants to come in and apologize to me. I'll hear his apology.
Oh,
that will go on right now.
He's here?
He's here right now.
You haven't discussed this with me.
I haven't discussed it with you because I want to hear what he has to say first. And then this is between me and Jim Buff.
Excuse me, when he talks about this show, he's talking about me.
No, he says he wasn't talking about you. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Howard.
I've never met you before, have I?
No.
And you are now the producer of the Dave Herman Show. I got to be honest with you right up front, Jim. If I had known that you applied for the job to be Dave Herman's producer, I would have axed it right away.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have encouraged it, and I think you can understand why.
I can.
Why, if you get away with it? Why, if you?
Why would he want to work here?
Yeah. Why do you want to work with a toxic problem?
But those comments weren't. I mean, I don't believe them. They were just. We were just trying to pick a fight. We wanted you to talk about this show that we were doing so that people would listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't honestly believe those. I'm actually a fan.
So when you came to my press conference, not you, but Kurt, I suppose you were in on it, though. When you came there, you were a fan, but you disguised the fact that you were a fan by attacking me.
So you lied. You tried to get an audience by lying.
It was a bad attempt at doing what Stuttering John does.
I see.
It was not. It was not a good idea.
Now, if someone's a fan, why would I don't understand something. If I'm a fan of something, I go on the record as saying I'm a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why somebody would attack me.
We didn't think anyone would pay any attention if we said we were fans. But when
why not do your own thing?
But when we were the show we were doing, we were leasing time. It was our own money. We invested money. We had investment money, and we needed to get attention fast.
All right. Would you think I was?
And that got us attention fast.
Help me out with my problem, because I have a problem now that you're here. Would you think I was a sap and a fool if I didn't have you fired, or if I didn't make every effort to have you fired? Would you think I was a sap, and then that way I'm saying to other broadcasters, go ahead, badmouth me all over the place, make any kind of false accusation you want, even if you don't believe it, and don't worry, you can be hired by this company?
No,
you would think I was a sap, right?
No, I don't think that, no.
What am I then?
Well, we sent you a letter of apology 2 years ago, and I would hope that you would say,
apology was not accepted.
You didn't get in the newspapers apologizing.
No, you sent a private letter to me. Right. All the press that you got, and you got considerable press, and it hurt me when I saw it was Kurt. I didn't know you, but I got to tell you, because it's not too many people I bring over my house. Especially, other broadcasters. Kurt might be probably, beside Robin, the only other one that's ever been over. I don't even have Fred over my house. I can't stand to have Fred over.
Jackie broke in this past Christmas.
Yeah, well, all the locks have been changed. In all fairness, I feel like I would be an embarrassment to myself, to my family, and to my friends. And when I got the apology letter, I took it and I laughed. I just said, this is a goof. This guy must think I'm a sap. So he can attack me, try to ruin me, try to do anything he wants, and then I'm supposed to go, okay, I got to be gracious.
Well, I don't think we tried to ruin you.
This company tries to ruin me by bringing you in here because I know that this company has a policy. When you say something bad about this company, you don't get hired here. That's the policy. When you say bad things about Infinity Broadcasting, the owner of the company says he will never work for me again.
Yeah.
He will never work for me again.
Apparently that Infinity umbrella doesn't cover you.
And I look bad because now you're working here and you're a guy who needs a job.
I wonder why you would try to sneak in after doing all of those things and saying all of those things, to just sort of sneak in here.
Have you been nervous
here
about this?
No.
Were you nervous I'd find out?
No, I don't think I tried to sneak in either.
Did you think that I would be upset?
No, I think you knew.
No, I had no idea.
I've been here since January.
Had no idea. Honestly, had no idea. I didn't know the name Jim Buff. I knew Kurt's name. If I had seen Kurt, I would have walked out of here. I never would even live. I couldn't even live in the same building with that guy. And so what I want to say to you is the following. I have been put in an awkward position once again by the company. They've done it to me continually by hiring Imus. Grease Man, who is a despicable animal, who is nothing to me. He is a maggot. Imus is a freak. He is a copycat. He is an unoriginal. He is nothing. My brain is 5 billion times larger than his. His is a flea compared to my brain. I have originality. I have been humiliated constantly by the company because I always turn my back. And I want to say, apology not accepted, Jim. I want to say it.
He didn't even apologize yet.
Oh. Did you apologize yet? He apologized in a letter, supposedly, that
I
Kurt
didn't
wrote.
see that letter. I
saw
thought
the
he
letter.
was here for a personal apology now.
Oh, are you?
He has hardly said anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the apology?
I'm terribly sorry that it was a terrible idea. It was. I believe that we should never have tried to make our name at your expense, and I felt bad about
Especially
it.
if you're a fan. I don't mind if you're not. And then why come work here? Listen, let me tell you something. Apology not accepted.
That was a terrible apology, by the way.
Well, I didn't get it.
From now on, if I run into you in the hall...
He says he's not finished.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is there anything I can do that would make this an acceptable apology? Because I would. I
go into Fred's bag and find out if he has any material with him. No. In all seriousness,
It's not that crazy.
I can't be magnanimous about this one. From now on, if I see you in the hall or I hear your voice, it will be the wind to me. In other words, it will be as if the voice is not there. You see how I hear your voice now? I will never hear your voice again. It will be as if the wind is blowing. This is how it will happen. Here, you say something to me. Just say anything. Say, hey, Howard.
Hey, Howard.
I don't hear anything. I just felt a gust of wind across my face. I feel wind. I don't hear anyone. I don't see anyone. I just felt wind.
Well, I feel
That's
bad.
how I will be. And I can't influence this company over who they hire right now, but my contract is up in September, and the prerequisite will be that you're gone. I don't understand why I have to put up with crap of being humiliated by people who hate my guts. I can't walk around the hall with people who
Yeah,
but I don't hate
the
you.
few things we could
I
say
don't hate
about
you.
Infinity Broadcasting, at least this building we work in, we didn't mind seeing whoever worked here until now.
Right. I don't influence who they hire. Listen, the company has no problem embarrassing me. I have obviously done something wrong in a previous life. I have been a good trooper. I have always
I think they
performed
love
well.
every indication I get. They love you.
No. They don't love me. I make money for them, but they don't love me. Love is a different thing.
You should hear how they talk about you in the halls.
No. If I was the son of
You
the
wouldn't be
people who
able to
ran this
hear
company, they would never hire the people they hire. Not my enemies. Especially Imus. Imus is dirt. He is a scuzz. He is the worst human being on the planet. He's unfunny, he's a bore, and he steals all my material. And I had him dead till they pumped life into him. So I'm an employee just like you are. Believe me, they don't love me. They like the money I make, but they don't love me. Love is different. Love is saying, hey, Howard, we're not hiring your enemies.
He said something bad about you?
He's dead to us. Let him rot. Let him go into broadcasting hell. That's love. That's love. If I had a child and the child was attacked by somebody, you'd think I'd let my child near that? They don't think of me as their child. They don't think of me as blood. They think of me as an employee. And as long as I make money for these guys, I'm in. The day I don't, I'm out. This company doesn't love me. They don't love me, Jim. They like me. They don't even like me. I got news for you. Tom Chiasano does not like me. He does not like me. As a human being, he talks behind my back and says he doesn't like me. I bet you he does. In his mind, in his deepest part of his mind, he doesn't like me.
What I hear, he likes
you know what? I don't like me. What do you think of that, Jim? Tom, don't come in here and tell me you like me.
Oh, you know I do.
No, you don't. You don't like me as a human.
Liar, absolutely.
He loves
You like
you,
the
he doesn't
money.
like
You see
you.
dollar signs.
No. That too.
Admit it.
That too.
Do you like me?
Yes.
Do you love me?
Yes.
You don't, because you are part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. Please, I'm talking to Jim now. Thank you. Because soon I won't be able to hear Jim's voice, like I don't hear yours. Tom lies to me like that, like the same way the woman had a lie from the Red Cross and said I was a good person. She didn't love me either. But I'm going to tell you something. Jim, I'm sure in your world you're a nice guy. I'm sure you got your own set of morals and all this. I got mine.
I feel rotten about this.
Yeah, I know you do. You should, because this has got to be. I got to use you as an example.
Right.
In other words, so what am I? A piece of carpet? People just walk over? In other words, so you made statements about who's going to be next, and are they going to hire him next? Anybody who makes bad statements about me, they hire. They hire my enemies. They don't love me. And you know what? If you had been really scared of me, you never would have made those statements. If you knew that someday you couldn't be hired by Infinity Broadcasting, you would have kept your mouth shut. True?
I don't think so.
Oh, I know so.
I think we were thinking, our thinking was a little off at that time.
Right, at the time you were thinking you were going to be big and you were going to take over New York and everything.
Yeah.
So then, in other words, you were trying to kill him.
Right, of course. Well, they were trying to make a name off of mine. Listen, I don't mind that. You want to take shots at me, take shots at me. But don't expect to work with me.
Work with you and take your money.
Well, listen, I don't own this company. I can't rule on who works here or not, Jim. You understand that? I don't. I am just I'm a maggot.
Why would I just don't understand. Even if you had come into the press and said, I like Howard, but I think I'm better. That's not saying he's worthless.
Yeah, it was a
he's
pretty
tired.
vicious. It was a vicious attack.
Yeah.
But the point is,
it was a lie too. He claims he didn't believe it. Even
broadcasters would be afraid to make these remarks if they knew. Now, this company that we work for,
very powerful.
It's a powerful company. What are they own? Like 30 stations? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stations. And if deregulation goes further, they might own 300 stations. And let me tell you something. A lot of these guys would keep their mouths shut if they knew they couldn't work here.
Would you want them to keep their mouths shut? I mean, you beat them where it counts.
No, I don't want them to keep their mouths shut, but I don't want them working with me. That's how I feel. I don't feel I should have to work with them. Hey, they took their shot. I won. Hey, if you won, I'd be sitting there looking for a job.
Well, we never.
But I won because I'm a winner. I'm a winner. You're looking at the world's biggest winner. I'm not a loser. I'm a self-starter. I'm a self-starter. That's what I am. You're looking at a self-starter. You're looking at a guy who came up from nothing. I grew up in the blackest neighborhood, blacker than Africa. Africa has lighter skinned people.
Howard, please. You go too far.
Well, I came up. I didn't grow up in no lily white community like you. That's right. I know. I can
Didn't
pick
have
them
the
out.
luxury of saying things and then taking them back, did you?
My father yelled at me. My father yelled at me every day. Called me worthless and a piece of garbage. I went through that abuse so I could be great. I was like in the military.
You were in the militia.
You're not kidding.
With General Ben.
I didn't grow up spoiled. Listen, I know the consequences of what I say. When I say something bad, I know I'm not going to get to work for those people. That's it. I know it. I'm taking that risk. I believe in myself and I take that risk. But I'm certainly not going to encourage other broadcasters. So here's my thing. I can't listen. The company wants to keep you. They got to keep you. That's what they decide to do. I cannot say they can't keep you. When I run a company, I'll be able to do that. I might someday run a company. It'll be a disaster, but I'll do it. So if I see you in the hall, I will not say hello to you. I will not hear you. I will not. You are nobody to me. That's all. That's the way it works. I'm sorry too.
Disappointed by that.
Well, listen. Next time you got to think. You got to say, "Hey, is it worth it?" I got to do that for me.
Now, don't start feeling sorry for him. Look at you.
I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for hatchet murderers when I see him sitting in the chair.
You do?
But it's over between me and Jim. It was over the day he opened his mouth about me.
I wouldn't feel bad about anybody who said those things.
Can I be on probation or something?
No.
Can I earn
no probation?
earn
No
your respect
probation
back or something?
No. You shouldn't even be here. But you're here. That's the company's decision. You decided to dig your own grave. That's it. To hear that you were starving and homeless would be a pretty melody to me. You're guiltier than OJ. To me.
Well, I'm sorry. You're pissed, and you have a right to be.
Yes. It's bad enough Robin jogged on my face. Now you.
I didn't put it in the paper.
That's true. Wrote it in a best-selling book. What?
I'm not Linda Ronstadt, for crying out loud.
Worse than Linda Ronstadt.
No.
Worse than Linda Ronstadt to me.
Well, I never played Sun City, first off.
Well.
And her comments were, personal. Mine weren't.
Sounded pretty personal.
Well, it was,
Jim, we should never, you know what, Jim, we should never even had this conversation because the company never should have hired you in the first place. They put me in awkward positions every day. You have no idea.
You're right. I don't, and I'm sorry that I have to be like the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Well, listen, the straw that broke the camel's back was Imus. You're not even the straw that broke. Don't even compliment yourself. That broke that was the straw. They know it. They decided to do it. That's it. I'm sitting and biding my time. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. That broke my heart. That killed me. He was gone. He was out of my life.
And that was the only reason we were working this awful shift.
And now I have to read articles. Howard Stern and Imus work for the same company. I got every time my name is mentioned now, that moron's name is in there. The guy doesn't even pull. He pulls a 3 share to my 7.5. He's nothing. He's garbage. You are not lower than him. He is lower than you. He is the Frankenstein monster. This company gave him life, artificial life. He was dead. He's still dead. He's as dead as they are. He will never be big again. I saw to that. I took his whole audience. Right, Robin?
That's right.
That bastard taught him that lesson, but the company had to revive, pump. They don't love me. They don't. I'm a broken man. But I'll rise again. Right, Robin?
You're not broken, Howard.
Right. There you go.
Nobody can break you.
That's right. I'm like a worm. I have no backbone. I can squirm right back in.
You're like steel.
Right.
They may try.
Jim, I wish you luck in your job. Work with Dave Herman. I know it's exciting.
Good luck to you. Luck to you.
Good luck to you. I'm wishing you luck. But you and I don't have to interface.
Well, I hope that changes. I hope that you have a change of heart somewhere down the road.
Perhaps it'll happen.
Yeah, you could save his life one day.
Right. If I'm jumping off a bridge and you catch me, I don't even think that would repair it.
Well, I would anyhow. I would try.
I'm thrilled you're stuck working with Dave. It's jail with a CD player. That's your cross to bear. I'm sure you got a very nice life and all of that. And listen, good luck to you. And I'm wishing you luck and all that with your job. And maybe the company will love you better than they love me. Maybe they won't hire your enemy.
Well, I think they love you a lot, even though you don't feel it.
Right.
You know.
All right. Thank you. Nice to meet you. And
thanks for having me.
From now on, I didn't hear
me the opportunity.
I hear
to
something.
apologize.
No, I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. You can go queue up smoke on the water. Get ready for Dave. Don't drive carefully.
Thank you.
I didn't hear any answer, so I guess no one's in the room. I hear wind, that's all. I hear wind. Huh? I don't hear anything but wind. That's all I hear. Now I don't even hear the wind.
Wind left the room.
Wind left the room. That's how, and let that be a lesson to any other broadcaster out there that thinks big wise ass. I don't care, say what you want. But don't expect to come in here and start talking to me like I'm your pal.
And just shake your hand.
Gange, don't even interview him afterwards because I won't hear it. You should interview a blank hallway. You understand, Robin? On the E show, you'll see a hallway.
Empty.
Empty hallway. And they'll say, how'd it go?
And nothing will come back.
Wind. I don't know. I'm having trouble adjusting to having Ralph on the TV show and having him around me all the time. It's not his fault. I mean, he's doing his job, but like even now I had to go yell at him. He was following me into the studio for me to open the show. I said, you've got to do my makeup, you got to do my hair, and then you got to leave. You just got to leave me alone, right?
Yeah.
But he's saying he has to keep doing things to me throughout the show.
He has to watch you put on the headphones?
Yeah, I don't know even... Ralph, explain to me why you were following me into the studio. I have to do a show.
Because I thought that might be it. I was looking at the show last night.
Yeah.
And I noticed at some points your hair was behind the headphones, and other times it was falling a little bit freer.
If he would just tell me how he wants my hair in the headphones just once, and then that would be it. I would know what to do.
Now he's not going to come in.
Now he won't come in. That's the story of my life. When I want him and he's not. You seem to have no problems. I see you putting on your own makeup and you look beautiful. I mean,
well, thank you.
Ralph, I mean, at some point you gotta know when to disappear. I mean, I'm walking into the studio to do my show and you're right behind me.
I know, but I just wanted to like just fix you so you looked okay.
But how can you fix me while I'm talking?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be talking. I just kind of wanted to see what you were doing. I just wanted to see what was going on before you went on there. I just wanted to make sure you looked okay.
I know, but there's nothing you can do. I go right on the air.
Like I would have pulled that hair on the side back a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not going to work. I mean, every break he's in here fixing my hair and my makeup, and I can't concentrate.
Yeah.
He's making me cuckoo. The only thing I can concentrate on is how annoyed I am by Ralph. Like, I'm even reading the paper while Ralph makes me up, and it's just annoying.
Which is very funny. Have they gotten a shot of that yet?
Yeah, well, yeah, they have, but nobody knows what to make of it.
I didn't say anything this morning.
No, you didn't. It's just annoying.
Just said I'm there.
Yeah. It's just hard to collect your thoughts while another guy is in the room with you, especially one as obsessed as you.
Obsessed
you,
with what?
You exude annoyance. Let's just put it that way.
I'm living annoyance.
Yeah, you're living annoyance.
Tom came by this morning. He said, why don't you have Ralph work on your makeup?
Why? Is that a hint? He doesn't like your makeup?
Oh, then he's immediately corrected himself and said, oh, no, that's not a knock. Not that you don't look good. I was just wondering why Ralph doesn't work on you.
Why does Tom get involved? Tom is a moron. If you're happy doing your makeup, why would he create a further problem for me?
He has no idea what Ralph does. He has no idea about anything.
No.
He comes in and stirs things up.
Because he's a moron. And morons, when they are here to interfere, only a moron can interfere. Only morons can screw my life up.
Stop and ask. I know what I'm doing. If I wanted somebody to do my makeup, they'd be here.
It's called meaningless conversation.
I see. Because they have to stop you for this. It wasn't like I was engaging Tom in conversation.
Right. No, it's 90% of people are morons and have nothing to say, so they just blurt open their mouths and only create problems. Let's say you were out of your mind or something and you went, yeah, I should have makeup from Ralph? Oh, where's my makeup from Ralph? You know what I mean? He just doesn't know how to behave.
I told him not to be a moron.
Fred, could I have louder music, please? Thank you.
Fred's in a groove. Leave him alone.
Oh, okay, Fred, you're doing a good job over there.
This one's your control.
Oh, I see. Oh, you set the level.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Because I tell you, Ralph is really annoying. And it's even annoying that Ralph is like now part of the open of the show because he's involved with me, and then all of a sudden he's following me in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, he's just in the way, so you can't think of anything else.
I get, at some point, I get up out of the chair, you should say, okay, man, you're done. No, I get done, and then I got a guy following me into the studio.
I've had people do my makeup before, and they don't then follow me around everywhere.
I know. Then disappear.
They don't do touch-up, Robin?
Yes, they do touch-up,
You
but
just
they
finished.
don't do
How can you do
it right
touch-up?
after they finish.
You just, a touch-up maybe in 2. I said to him, today we're going to try something new, Ralph. You'll be allowed to come in at around 8 o'clock and touch me up. Other than that, I don't want to see you.
I have a perfect solution.
Yeah.
Instead of following him into the studio, he comes in, he says a good morning, and then he goes to commercial.
Yeah, that's when you touch
If
me
you
up.
needed to check him to make sure that, for the final look through, he was all right.
But
that would be the
Robin,
Robin, I got a better story for you.
Robin, that's a great idea. Thank you. That's what I'll do from now on.
I have a better scenario. He disappears after he does my makeup at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's all done. Done my hair, he's done the makeup. Let him go into the TV room where they're shooting now, where they look at all the monitors.
That's an even better solution.
If he sees a problem, come in here at 6:05 when I take a break.
That's even better.
And touch me up. And if there's no problem,
stay out.
Stay out.
That's exactly.
I know it's really, it's boring sitting back there, but that's your job.
That is boring, but all right, maybe I overdo it sometimes, but I'm just trying to do my job.
I know you are,
right.
but at some point,
make sure your hair looks okay.
My job is to be funny on the radio. I can't do it with you annoying me every minute. I'm going to tell you, you're driving me crazy. Get out. My actual shadow is less persistent than Ralph. My actual shadow.
Jackie's up.
Get out. Get out of the room. You're a moron.
I told you not to be stupid.
You're a moron. You're almost as stupid as Tom, but not quite as stupid. Tom is the stupidest individual I know. Tom really is a moron. He's an imbecile. He's an imbecilic moron.
Now, you're just saying that in general.
Yeah, not even about your makeup. He's just a moron.
Did he bother you at some point yesterday or something?
Yeah, he bothers me everything gets back to me. He whispers into Gary's ear about things that I shouldn't be doing on the radio. He's an imbecilic moron who embarrasses me to no end. And if he is not out of my life in a few weeks, I'm getting out of here. I want out because of Tom. It's very nice that we have a TV show now. It's very nice we have a radio show and we're heard throughout the country. My dream has come true. We've, in a sense, thwarted the FCC by getting this show on television. We're reaching millions of homes. But Tom is much dumber than O.J. Simpson, and I can't deal with dumb people because my career has come too far, progressed too far to deal with the likes of someone stupider than O.J. Simpson. Tom, please, I'm had it with you. I want you out of my life.
It's so nice to see you this morning.
No, I'm not in love with you, my friend. You're a pawn caught in the middle, but I tell you something, I'm not buying that anymore.
Rook to square 3.
Everyone's in on my show. What is it? What can I do for you?
Well, I mean, anything else you want to say about me?
No.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll say it behind your back where I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable saying it with you in the studio.
That.
Thank you.
That's why I figured I'd come in.
Just stay out. I never want to see you until later. That's not happening on the show. That's not happening on the show. Oh, it's happening, pal. Pally of mine. Don't you tell me what I can do. I hate you. I hate radio. I hate radio on TV. I hate everything. I hate Scott's chest hair. I hate that I tell Scott to put pictures of O.J. Simpson in and they're not in the show. And very soon, I'll be making an announcement that I hate movies.
Oh, dear.
All right, thank you. It's just a matter of time.
You hate everything.
I'm a man who hates every medium. Dice is on the phone. Dice Clay, Andrew Dice Clay, friend of the show. He's a wise guy, Dice. He's a wise guy.
Who?
Dice, he was supposed to call in yesterday. I said, we have to do the news, but Dice is on the phone. He was supposed to call in yesterday.
Did he miss the call yesterday?
He missed the call yesterday. And then we're in the middle of something else, and he's calling back in the office. He wants to get on. He's ready to get on. You know, I try to explain to him we do a show. Like on The Tonight Show, you go to the show, you got to show up.
That's right. If he was booked on The Tonight Show, he
Right.
wouldn't show up a day later.
Yeah, this is what I try to tell him.
He treats this show as if it's not a professional operation. I wonder why.
Because he thinks he's God, like Marianne Williamson.
Ah.
But Dice is a friend of the show, so he's calling in to remind us
He's
about
taking advantage of that friendship.
He's got a couple of gigs in the area.
Yeah.
So it's the Dice Man. Where you been?
Hello?
Well, you just call and expect to be put right on?
Well, yeah, but number one, let me explain something to you. Nobody in their right mind would ever book me on The Tonight Show. Do you understand that?
I hear you.
Well, if you're going to act like this, of course not.
No, you can't be on The Tonight Show. You know, but for The Tonight Show, Dice would be there on time.
With bells on.
It could never happen. It could never happen.
Are you working on a movie?
You're not gonna, I just got done with one.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I just finished it with me and, you know, Shannon Tweed.
Shannon Tweed, the stripper.
No, the Playmate?
Yeah, she's a stripper.
That's Gene's chick.
Gene Simmons, is he still with her?
Yeah.
Shannon Tweed is this knockout.
Yeah.
I used to read her in Playboy, though, when I was like a kid.
Not a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't been that
She's no
long.
spring chicken, right, Dice?
Very nice girl.
Did you get her?
Well, I got a lot of pictures.
Yeah. She's very good looking. She's
When
got a
she
really
wasn't
good body.
looking. We had a lot of fun. We went to Canada.
Now, someone told me in the movie she plays your mother?
Oh. But he's got a thing for her.
Yeah. And you get it on with your...
That was a breastfeeding scene.
You get it on with your mother in that movie. Now, when is this movie going to be out?
Oh, who knows? It'll probably never come out. You know, I mean, I shot it in Canada.
Right. It'll be
And,
shown in Canada.
It's like a Die Hard type of movie.
Oh, do you play an action in a hero?
No, I'm not the hero. I'm the terrorist.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So was that good for you?
So I just wanted to actually see if I could really act. That's why I took the part.
And could you act?
And plus, nobody else offered me anything, so I took the job.
You're tired of sitting at home.
So did you find that you could act?
Yeah, it was. I did a good job with it.
Right.
And, you know, it was fun. You know, it was a goof.
Right.
You know.
Well, you know Andrew can act.
Yeah, he's a good
but,
actor.
But I never played like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, just cold-blooded killer. And I love when they did interviews with me and they like you to explain the kind of character.
Yeah.
Like it's a real thing going on.
Yeah, right.
You know, because I can't do that.
Like you
and I don't have patience for that.
Like you,
and I won't do it.
Like you understand the character's motivation for doing things and all that.
And who he is as a person.
Well, totally. I knew nothing of the script when I got there.
You didn't memorize it ahead of time?
I didn't remember. You know, they said, "What'd you do for preparation?" I told them the truth. Nothing.
Yeah. That's how I plan on doing my movie. Now, what is this? You're going to be appearing where? Valley Forge Music Fair in Philadelphia tonight. Is that where you are now?
No, I'm on my way. We're at the airport.
Where are you, in Los
Because
Angeles?
I've been circling, waiting to talk to you. Never do that to me again.
I made him wait on purpose.
But you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love it. As we were waiting, we were in front of the United Terminal. Who comes walking by? And I call him. Seinfeld.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is this for real?
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen Jerry in a long time.
Right.
You know, so I figured come over and say, so he goes, "Hi, Andy," you know, which I hate that name.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Andy.
Well, he's
And
yeah.
he just kept walking. I go, "Wait, I'm going on with Stern in a minute. Come say hello."
Ooh.
And he just keeps walking.
Right.
This guy's an idiot. I
Of
gotta
course.
tell you.
Of course.
Built like a golf club too.
You mean you saw Seinfeld and you said, "Hey, come on the house"?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Was he
from the Kramer Show?
Yeah. Was he was he on with that?
I like the Kramer Show.
Was he there with that?
They got to get somebody better to play his part.
Hey, what about now? What about the girlfriend, the young
I don't
girlfriend?
like him for that.
Who?
For what he just did.
No, I know you don't.
I mean, what's his big rush? Where's he going?
Yeah, he's in. Well, he's probably coming here to New York to see the young girlfriend.
Yeah, to see his toddler.
Yeah, the toddler.
No, that really. I'm trying not to curse. It really aggravated me
Right.
to the point I wanted to smack his head through the cement.
So he just kept walking? He didn't even say
Yeah,
anything?
I mean, this is a guy I know, so you don't start. Even if you didn't get on with the show,
Well, you don't
stop
just-
for 2 seconds. How's everything going?
No, he's a big star. He can't talk to you.
Yeah.
He's a big man in the industry.
You know, he was with some other guy. You know, I'm not going to say he's doing anything with him, but they were very close.
So the thing was, you see this guy. He's a fellow comic. You know him for years. And all
Exactly.
Hi, Andy.
Because he's on television, he doesn't have time to stop.
Well, it's
like
the same
I've never
thing.
been on television.
I said to the guy when I met him, I said, "You're just using me." I said, as soon as I push your show up to #1 in the ratings, you won't come on this show anymore. No, that's not true. I like the show.
Oh, no, I do the show because I like the show.
Yeah, that whole drooling thing he does.
Is his head still very huge?
I'm telling you, he looks like a golf club.
Yeah, his head is bigger.
A golf club.
Isn't his head too big for his body?
That's all it is. It's a head on like a stick.
Right, because I heard.
Yeah, somebody told me he's gotten extremely thin, too.
Who was the guy who told you, Robin, that Jerry was going for head reduction surgery?
He really should, because, you know, he should look good, especially next to Michael Richard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who's
Yeah.
a big, you know, guy.
Right, right.
You know, I love the Michael Richard show. But they got to replace this Seinfeld guy.
So in other words, he couldn't stop and speak to you. And by calling you Andy, it's almost like everyone knows your name is Andrew.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that just does something to me.
I gotta really go.
Hey, look, if you got to go, you got to go.
And we'll be back right after these words. I'm just curious what each intern is going to end up doing in life. So far, they just appear to be with me.
Gange was complaining to me yesterday that he has no money.
Actually, Gange called me.
I pay him money. I pay him money all the time.
Gange called me at home last night. We had a big, like, half-hour discussion on his future.
Yeah, well, he wants...
Really?
He has no money. His father's got tons of money.
He told me that there are weeks that he has to exist on $1.
He's a liar.
All he
And I
has
want
is
to know.
$1
I know what
to
money
get
he
him
makes.
from week to week.
He gets paid here, right?
Well, let me tell you something. Last night when Gange and I were on the phone, we were trying to decide, what he could be doing. I won't give away the exact figures. But you know what? I asked him what he took home for a month.
Yeah.
And, well, believe me, he's not a millionaire. It's decent money.
Yeah, but he's a spoiled brat.
When I was his
who
age, I
grew
didn't
up
get
with tons
anything
of
like
money,
that.
You
and he
know?
has big expenses.
Also, what he said to
Yeah.
me
No, but you know
was
what?
you
I
don't
didn't grow up with
understand.
money until I was like 18 years old.
He doesn't pay
Put
rent.
on the headphones.
I know.
so
You don't
can
pay
hear me.
rent.
That's true.
You got to pay for your car. That's the only expense you have.
Which is a lot.
How much is that?
$287 a month.
And how much is your
Yeah, but did you have to buy
My
a...
insurance is-
But didn't your father put the down payment on the car?
They gave me $5,000.
They give you $5,000.
And that wedding?
And you didn't need to get an expensive car.
It's not that expensive. It's a very
expensive.
It's a very moderately cheap.
Would you pay about 12 or 13 for it?
No.
And how much money do you make a week?
16 for a car.
You
is
get
not
a
that
Hyundai
much.
for $5.
I looked at everything. Well, listen, I was driving in the city at the time, so I needed something that was going to get me
All
back
right, fine.
and
So
forth.
60. So you pay $200. Why do you pay $200 a month? Why don't you just...
$287 a month.
Why don't you make a smaller payment? And just
because you can only get a certain, you can only put it out over so many years.
High finance. Yeah, so that's your one expense. What's your other expense?
My car insurance, which is almost $3,000 a year.
Okay, what's your other expense?
I buy food for myself, which is about $25.
Oh, yeah, I saw what you buy for yourself. Your
Commu-
mommy
listen,
makes your food
commuting,
for you.
I live
Your mommy makes your
No,
food
my
for
mommy
you.
does
Your
not make my
mommy
food
makes your
for
food
No.
for you. You don't have to buy
I buy my
anything.
food and I make my food. What do you?
Every night
lives
you make mommy's house.
Why don't you go look at my where I
And your
drink?
mommy buys food.
No, my mommy buys food for my
Poor
family.
Gange,
yes.
his daddy
And
didn't give him
I-
a whole car.
You know what happened when he said, I've been working since I was 14 and I'm used to having money. And then I find out, yeah, he worked for his father.
Right.
And his father gave him a big allowance for it.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, what did you do for your father?
I worked construction.
Construction?
I worked construction.
Construction. I worked construction.
Dude, I know you make decent. I don't say you make a ton of money. But I got to tell you something. He makes decent money.
I know what he brings home a month because we discussed.
What
it.
does he
I won't
bring? What do
say
you
it.
bring home a month? What's the big deal? What do you bring home a month?
I know he brings home. He takes home $1,000 a month.
About all right, about that.
Yeah, and then you got $300 for a car and car insurance, and then you got
No. $300 for my car. Okay.
right.
287. All right.
Yeah.
190 a month for just one insurance company. Let's say for insurance.
Your dad doesn't pay for insurance?
No way. Why the hell? You know what? I'm 24 years old. Why should my father pay for anything? At this
Hey, I don't
point?
think your father should be
I'm trying
putting
to
you in
get
his
out of
house.
the right. I'm trying to get out of the house.
That still leaves you $530 a month. That's
Yeah,
$470.
and God knows you don't have to buy condoms.
And then he says to me he can't afford to date. That's why he's not going out with anybody.
Oh, you mean you gotta spend tons of money on a girl? Let me tell you something. When I dated Allison, she was
listen.
lucky she got a sandwich. My father used to give me $100 a month when I was in college, and then as soon as I was out of college, he cut me off. That was the end of it. $100 a month I lived on.
Well, back then, that was a lot of money, I
Back
guess.
then, what do you think? It was 100 years ago?
Well,
100 a month is a lot of money.
Bread and nickel?
What year are we talking about? 1976? 1976.
Yeah, back then. I was 6 years old.
Douche face.
At
1976,
you were in
$100 a
college.
month was still nothing.
I don't know about that.
I'll tell you something, Howard. Gorilla makes
Idiot.
no money at all. He has his own place, and he's having the time of his life.
Well, he pays, I mean, he goes to school, so he's got a dorm apartment. He pays $800 for a whole
Why don't you
6
sell
months.
your car?
Yeah, but you're dorming in your mother's house.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but I'm trying to get out of my mother's house. That's
Yeah,
the
but
key.
meanwhile, you should still have money.
Well, he addressed Steve, and he says he couldn't do what Gorilla does. He couldn't go out and have girls paying for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you, no
I hadn't
kidding.
noticed that.
Why don't you take $200 a month and put it in a money market fund?
Because I don't even have $200 a month.
Well, whose fault is that? A guy like you really don't know what you want to do. You say you want to be in TV production. Why don't you talk to Scott Einziger? He's a producer.
I do.
Talk to John
I
Reiber.
talk-
John Reiber. Where's John Reiber? John, come in here and explain
John,
to
come in
Gange.
here.
John, help us out here. This is John Reiber, big producer at E, top producer, executive producer. Excuse me, I meant you to. Explain to him, how did you get into business?
Well, actually, I started like he did, as an intern.
Okay, then what did
In
you
television.
do? What was the next? In television. So you want to be in television, Gange?
Yeah.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah.
You just went from
That's
radio
my
to
next
television.
step.
You spent 4 years in radio. Now you decided my next step is I want to
So
go
the
intern in
next
television.
step for you is another internship.
Yeah,
is
you
what
got to go work for
John
free
said.
for another 4 years in television. That's what John is telling you. Now, what did you do? Did you have Gary make calls for you? Is that how you got in television?
No, I was an intern and I got a job while I was there.
Because they recognize your ability.
Yeah, I guess so.
And now you're a big shot. That's it. They recognize his ability. We haven't recognized anything at you.
So you know what, Howard? Another problem with
I
this,
recognize your ability. I try to give you some work.
a big problem with this show is that in a way we spoil the interns, and the way I mean that is everyone should be gone after 6 months. Somehow they stay long because they're comfortable, and it's fun to hang out with you, but they're wasting valuable years that they should be doing other internships.
Listen, the guy can work for me till he's 26, 27, have a lot of fun, and then go work for your dad. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Jackie looked real sad today. I said, what are you so sad about? He goes, I don't like working on a show where people don't talk to me.
He didn't say that.
Yeah,
did
he did. He's very
Well, then
upset.
don't work on the show.
Oh.
Could come to that.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Will you guys make up already?
There's nothing to make up. What's his problem?
I don't know. He's upset by you.
He's upset.
What's my problem? Okay.
Stop being a baby. Get to work.
That's what I said. What do you care?
You're right.
I'm serious, Jack. Why do you care?
It's sad.
Listen to Fred over there.
It's sad.
I like the
It is sad.
You know what? Can I be really brutally honest?
Yeah.
All jokes aside, it is sort of sad because I know that Jackie's genuinely bummed about it.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him. Because
I would like you guys to make
Because
up.
he feels like he's caught in this thing that he doesn't know what he did and why is he being persecuted.
Could you tell him what he did that you won't talk to him?
I think she's a coward. She's afraid of the truth. She's afraid she's going to address it, and it's going to be something either I didn't do.
I really don't spend any time thinking about it.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. Why
If you don't
would
spend
I?
any
Why
time,
would you work?
well, hold on. If you don't spend any time thinking about it, why would you tell the ticket woman in L.A. you don't want to sit next to him on the plane?
Right.
That takes but that takes some
Why
effort.
do I want to sit next to somebody I'm not going to talk to?
But that takes effort. That means
But
you
if you're
No, it
not
doesn't.
seriously,
He
it's
just said, "Would it be all right if I sit you next to Jackie Martling?" I said no.
But why not sit? And, why not just try to work it out a little?
What?
What is the big
There's
deal?
nothing to work out. Aren't we working?
Yeah, we
this
are.
This is what we do.
That's true. But come on,
all.
why
So
should there
what's
be
the problem?
disharmony?
But you
There's
see,
no disharmony.
but
No?
you see, it's having an effect on him.
It's upsetting him.
So as a compassionate person, maybe you'll talk to him
I'm
about
not a
it.
compassionate person.
You are too.
I thought you were cured.
Stop that.
I thought you were cured.
Well, I'm not a compassionate person. Why are you telling me
It's
I'm something
causing
I'm
him
not?
pain. Am I right, Jackie?
It's not pain. It's awkward. It's stupid.
No, it's upsetting to him. I can
about
say
it? What
he's
is so
genuinely
awkward?
upset,
Where are you
Howard.
having
Oh,
a
come
problem?
on, Robin.
Where are you having a
Of course
problem?
it's awkward to be
I
at work.
want to know what he's having a problem with.
All right, go ahead, Jackie. What are you having a
If
problem
I go in to get coffee,
Right.
and she's in the room, it's awkward. She's not
Why?
speaking to me.
If you didn't know me,
Stop
would it
dancing
be
around it.
awkward?
You're being a jerk.
Why-
She's absolutely. If you work with 5 people and one of them's not talking to you, I don't care where it is.
It's uncomfortable.
Of course it's
Of
uncomfortable.
course it's uncomfortable.
I don't think it makes me abnormal here.
Who cares?
Well, I think
Whether
the
you're
fact that you don't
abnormal
care
or
is
not.
abnormal.
a word of advice. I think if you want to like get in and go to the Robin, I wouldn't throw labels like abnormal.
Yeah, so somebody
At
won't
her.
speak to me for 2 months and finally gets me upset to where I say something.
Well, you
and
got to
so-
help build a bridge too.
Well, you both have to work on it.
I don't have to work on it.
You will not?
No.
Wow, Robin. Come on. You're causing the guy pain. You don't want to be like that.
I was told not to speak to him because he was coming back and didn't want me to be too hard on him. So I'm trying not to be too hard on him.
I didn't what?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Now we're getting to it.
Now where did that
So
come from? I
I'm
never
not
said
being
that.
hard on him.
Hold on.
I'm not
never
doing
said,
anything to
Howard,
him.
I never said that. I don't know where
Really?
that came from.
What?
I don't want Robin to be too hard on me. I've never spoken those words. To who?
I don't know to who. Robin heard those words.
From who?
See, she doesn't want to address it because she'd rather go on hearsay and keep a problem going.
But you are being hard on him.
I'm not being hard.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
Being anything.
You are. When you
who
don't talk
told you
to
that?
you don't
Not
talk to a
being
coworker.
anything.
So
that way I can't do anything wrong.
When you do well, oh, stop it. Now come on.
Somebody obviously said that to her.
Yeah.
So now I can't do anything wrong. I don't say anything. I'm not too hard.
Oh, come on.
Whoever spoke those words?
Yeah. Who spoke them? Who spoke these words?
They were supposedly Jackie's words.
Oh, really?
Well, thank you for throwing in the supposedly. Now, who gave you this?
So you're saying you never said that?
No, I'm saying, of course I'm saying I never said that.
Okay.
What I said, I don't want to go back to work on the Stern Show because Robin is too hard on me.
No. You never said that. You said, I'm coming back. Please tell Robin not to be too hard on me. I said, fine. I won't say anything at all.
Howard,
Yeah.
we sit here and we all give each other a hard time all the time.
Right.
I have the most fun in the world
All right, so
doing her
Jackie,
voice.
are you willing to say that
I
you
am
don't want to give her a hard time? I mean, you don't care if she gives you a hard time?
Have I ever?
Right.
I thought I've always given it
He's
back
always been a
to
very
her.
good sport.
I thought I've
He
always
has.
given it back to her.
I'm not giving
Are you
her a
now
hard
talking to each other?
No, I want to know who told her that.
Yeah. Who told you that?
You did.
I did?
Yes.
When did I say that?
You said that to me the day you told me he was coming back.
No, you were pissed off at him, and I said to you, hey, listen,
No,
the guy's
you
coming
said
back to work.
Jackie called me and said,
Well, no.
I don't
no,
tell Robin not to be too hard on me.
No, I didn't say that. I said
Well, that's
I said
what you
I
said.
said
You're
the
the
guy.
problem here, Howard.
Okay,
To me.
so I'm the one who miscommunicated. Okay, now are you two getting along? I take full
Is
responsibility.
that everything, Robin, or is that just a small piece of it, or is that pretty much it?
That's what I was told.
All right,
I said,
okay.
fine. I won't say anything at all.
So I'm incorrect. So
All right,
I apologize.
You didn't say that.
All right.
Hello, Jackie.
All right, there. Now you guys are talking to each other?
That was the reason you didn't speak to me for 2 months.
I don't want to be too hard on you.
So now you're speaking to him?
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
You don't want me speaking to you now.
All right, Jackie, you comfortable now?
No, now I'm uncomfortable with you.
Oh, well, I don't know.
He meant well.
I meant well.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure I did too.
I'm trying to figure out where the communication.
What's the difference? Are you guys talking to one another now?
Yes.
All right, good.
I'd love to
All
talk
right,
to
good.
her.
You do like to. I know you like talking to each other. The two of you always have
I
fun.
thought we were having fun on this show.
We are. I am.
I don't even know what "take it easy on me" means. If taking it easy on me would,
I
change
must have
the show.
misspoken. That's all. All right, so now you two can get along. All right? Right, Robin?
We always got along.
Right. And now you can get along some more.
We're getting along fine.
All right.
What his problem is.
Feel the love.
Feel the love.
This show is really out there, man.
I know. Hi, you're on the air.
Howard?
Yep.
Hey, it's John.
Hi, John.
Yeah, just I can tell you the problem with Robin and Jackie, and I know I just heard the explanation.
What did that? Robin
Another
told you the problem.
theory.
Yes, she did. Yes, and I understand
You don't
it
believe
much
she's
better
telling
now.
the truth?
Excuse
I
me?
don't believe it for a second.
I do.
Yeah, I actually think that's the truth, Jackie.
I think she is telling the truth.
I think that Robin was angry at you, and when she was told to leave you alone, she's like, "I'm going to show him good. I'm going to leave him alone forever."
I left him
Right.
alone.
She was really angry.
I'm glad we talked about it.
So maybe it was smarter that she did what she did.
I didn't mean leave him alone like, don't even talk to the guy.
When people tell me to leave him alone, I don't know how far is too far. I leave him alone.
I got to give Robin credit. She's got some will. I could have gone. I could have taken that a week or two.
Whatever.
She could have gone on to the end of the year.
Yeah.
End of the year.
End of her life.
How about rest of my life?
You like torturing people.
I'm not torturing anybody.
How can you work with a guy and not talk to him?
Easy.
It's crazy.
Easy.
Really?
That laugh is so evil.
Fernando, you're on the air.
Grow up, Jackie, will you? Grow up.
What?
Should have just left the show already, man.
He should leave the show because Rob won't talk to him?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a reason to leave.
Complainer.
All right. Yeah, Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, I know exactly why Robin's mad, okay?
Go ahead.
It's just like in the movie when Howard wouldn't quit the radio station when Robin was fired. Robin sees Jackie's leaving the station as a professional betrayal, and she can't forgive that.
That's not true, is that, Robin?
Well, that's why I was angry at him.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do? Oh, so the guy's right.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, that's why I was angry when Jackie left, sure.
Right. But you can...
But I didn't speak to him because I was told not to speak to him.
All right, so now you're speaking to him, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
There you go, Howard.
Whatever.
What is a professional betrayal?
Well, I mean, that's Robin's perception. I'm not saying it is, but that's her
I'm
perception.
asking you what it is.
Well, it's let's say when in Robin's eyes, when Howard wouldn't leave the show when she was forced out, he's betraying her in their profession. I mean, it's personal and it's professional. It's a combination of the two.
All right. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely.
Okay. There you go. Carla, go ahead.
Hello, Howard.
Yes.
Hi there. This is Carla in Detroit. I think that if you put Jackie and Robin in a room together over the weekend.
No!
Wait a minute. Put Jackie in.
Why do I have to be told?
Wait a second. Let's hear this.
Give Jackie a slave master's costume with.
Oh, yeah, right. He'll be dead.
and then make sure Robin has the perfect wanked outfit, tight blouse and all.
There'll be an uprising.
They will be the best of buddies by the time they get back to work on Monday morning. You may not be able to keep them apart.
What are you
A lot of
saying?
people think this is sexual
You
tension.
think they're in love?
I think it's some jungle fever going on there.
Well, she is African American.
That's right. That is my fantasy. There is something to this, Howard, because like.
Oh, here we go with it. Why do you think there's
I'll tell
something
you why.
to this?
Because if it were Robin and if Robin were ignoring me, it wouldn't bother either one of us. I mean, we get along, but not on that level.
Right.
There's a different connection between her and Jackie. I don't know what it is, but there's something.
They do manhandle one another.
Yeah, there's something that goes on between
What
them.
is Baba Booey saying?
He's saying that you two have something sexually going
Like,
on.
wait a minute. I didn't understand. You said if
In other words,
you and I were ignoring each
Right,
other.
you and I don't have the kind of. There's a bond between you and Jackie.
We don't have any bond,
It's
Jackie
there.
and
There's
I.
something there. He grabs you, you giggle.
You people
If
are
I
out of
walked
your
up behind you and grabbed you, you'd punch me in the head. Jackie walks up behind you and you giggle, and there's something that goes on.
That's why Jackie's bumming. He can't handle you.
Yeah, right.
Those groping Fred lately. It sucks.
Howard, do you agree that there's something between Robin and Jackie
Yes.
that others of us
maybe
don't
there's
have?
something between Jackie. Why don't you say that?
Well, because you don't stop it, so it's got to be between both of you.
Here we go. Here we go.
You do like when he gropes you.
Has it stopped?
I think you like the attention. I'm not saying that you dig him sexually, but I think you enjoy the
Just
attention.
be quiet with your theory.
She enjoys the flirtation.
Well, like I said, put those guys in a room
I hate
together
all of
for
you.
a couple days.
This woman says you're in love with him.
Good.
All right. All right, enough of this.
Yeah, why don't we play a game?
Let's play a game.
Yeah, this is getting old.
Yeah, this never gets old.
That's what I'm saying.
Ow!
But we can pick it up at any time.
Robin, if I threw you on a couch and jumped on top of you, what would you do to me?
It's not you.
What do you mean?
This would be bizarre behavior for you, wouldn't it?
It's abhorrent.
Yes, it would be.
It would be.
But just because Jackie's a
But
dirty
Jackie,
old man, it's acceptable?
Jackie does that to everyone. It's not a special thing.
He does it a little bit more to you and a little bit better.
I would say I only
I
did
see
that
him
to her.
actually making out with Robin Radzinski.
Really?
Yes.
I missed it.
So did I.
No, you didn't. You had your tongue in her mouth.
Jackie's gotten a little bit better. He doesn't press women against the wall in the hallways like he used to.
What is it, Rob?
Yeah, can I speak with the star, please?
Who's that?
The star, you know. Every nigger is a star.
Oh, here
Oh,
we go.
no.
One of my friends is on the phone.
Oh,
great.
come
Now,
on,
this guy's
Robin.
gonna
You
defend
listen I listen to your cackle every day. You know
You
something?
know what? I wish you would stop.
Yeah, you don't have to listen.
What's your problem?
My problem
You're
is
too
you're
stupid
two
to turn
people-
off your radio.
You're two adult people. You have to deal with each
No,
other
it's me and
every
Jackie, not two adult people.
Hardly adults.
That's true.
right.
You're two overgrown fifth graders that have
That's
to
right.
deal with each other every day, and I understand what Jackie's saying. It brings pressure to his life, to his job, and you know
Please.
something?
Oh, Jackie should have some pressure.
Robin, why don't you have to deal with each other every day?
You know
Why
what?
don't
I know I'm causing you pressure now.
All right, listen. So is it all out in the open now?
Yes.
See, here's the weird thing.
There was a misunderstanding.
It's explained.
On my part.
It's explained.
Yes.
But I know now that Jackie doesn't comprehend it. Or doesn't
What's the difference?
He doesn't understand that.
Jackie, why do you have to comprehend it? It's over.
I don't think Jackie accepts it. Do you accept that?
Yes, he
explanation-
accepts it. He has to.
Why? We got
Because Robin said it,
Why
and
are
that's
you
it.
speaking for Jackie?
Because he doesn't know how to speak for himself.
Why doesn't
Even though when
Jackie
he-
tell me I'm wrong?
I'm trying to get this over with. All right, go ahead, Jackie.
But everything is wonderful.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, good.
I'm sure the last 10 minutes displayed that Robin has absolutely no problems.
I don't care whether anybody thinks I have problems or not.
There you
See,
go.
this is your problem. You care what people think. I don't.
That is my problem.
Yeah.
I will admit that.
All right.
Go to the farm with that.
I want to play the
Yeah,
game.
that's why you're worried about somebody talking to you. Who cares?
You care.
Me and
I
probably
don't.
everyone else.
I wouldn't care.
If
If
people
somebody
at
didn't
work-
want to speak to me, what would I
No,
care?
you would.
As long as it didn't affect my life. How
If
does
people
it
at
affect
work
my
weren't
life?
talking to you, you wouldn't like it.
How would it affect my life?
Yeah, you would be disturbed by it.
How would it affect my life if I could continue to
All right.
work, if that's what I do?
Because, like look at NBC, how they treated you.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
like that, going into work?
No, they talked to me. That was the problem.
Well, no. Come on. When they didn't treat you right, you got nauseous walking
I'm not
into work.
treating Jackie anyway.
You made me feel like an
No,
outsider.
no. When you don't talk to them, it's uncomfortable.
Right. If you were treating somebody good and then you stop treating them good and don't treat them anyway, that's not.
No. He walks into the coffee room. Do I rush out? No.
No,
I
but
get
it's
my
uncomfortable.
coffee, I do my thing.
But it's uncomfortable.
He doesn't have to leave.
It's uncomfortable
What is the
for him.
problem?
It's
Oh, you're
uncomfortable.
all crazy. Let's go play a game.
You don't think that's uncomfortable?
It is uncomfortable.
It is.
I was doing it. It wasn't uncomfortable.
For you.
For you, right.
But it's
Yeah,
for
I mean,
him.
for him it is. He's telling you he's uncomfortable with it.
Well, I'm telling you, he has a problem.
Well, no, come on. So you guys talking to one another or not?
One good
I
thing
said
about her
hello,
being in that
Jackie. What
ivory
do
She's
you
talking
want?
to you. It's over.
He's not talking to me
Now talk back to her.
just
One
can't
good
accept
thing
that-
about her being in that
Jackie,
ivory tower is there's
Jackie,
a chance
you
won't
know,
fall out.
See, now he wants to
Yeah,
get
no.
in a fight. So
Now he wants to get his.
Could you say hello to him one more
I
time?
said hello 5 times already.
Hi, Robin.
good enough.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. You're talking.
Now, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah. Now everybody's comfortable.
I can't believe that's what Jackie missed.
That's what I'm saying.
He missed it. Let him have it. Another show news, Jackie Martling has left the show. He has walked out, and much to my chagrin, after 15 years, the man has walked out because out of all of us, he's the only guy who can't figure out how to get a new contract without walking out. So that part of our history is over with. I don't agree with the guy walking out.
It's a shame he didn't even say goodbye.
No,
you know, he knew
I got
he
a
was
note.
leaving on Friday.
He tells me he loves me, but he sends me a note.
Yeah.
Doesn't even call me. So, you know, like, I'm not going to be in. I'm not going to be in.
I am. It breaks my heart.
Yeah, it breaks my heart. If it breaks your heart, you find a way to keep working here.
That's right.
So we're going to play Win Jackie's Money.
Oh.
And what that means is, here's how you win Jackie's money. Because from what I understand, they offered him a boatload.
Yeah.
What you do is, if you're a comedian or a comedy writer or a voice guy, like you know how Regis held auditions on the air to replace Kathy Lee, we're going to do that.
All right.
And you can win Jackie's money. And whatever they
how
were
do
paying
people
Jackie will
apply?
give you. What?
How do people apply? Send tapes or?
Send tapes. Contact Gary. Let us know what your story is. You got some radio background.
Well, Jackie didn't. He didn't
Right.
seem to hold him back.
Comedy background, something, whatever. I don't. The guy just walks out.
I know.
It's like, screw you guys. Keep the show going while I walk out.
Limp along, or if this impedes your progress, that's too bad.
And the only guy it affects is me.
Well,
Tom doesn't
right,
care if he
yeah.
walks out. Tom doesn't care if he
Tom
walks
is
out.
not affected. Tom will be able to do everything today that he normally does.
Yeah, it doesn't affect Tom's life.
Oh, absolutely.
So, love Jackie, think he's a great guy, but I'm not sure what he's up to, and we got to go. We got to move forward. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Well, you can't do this 100 million times, and he's done it 100
It's exhausting.
times.
So that's it. So we
never does he get that he's just kicking us in the ball.
Yeah, right. I don't get it.
Why are you upset with me?
Robin wanted more money. Fred wanted more money. I wanted more money.
Doesn't.
We all want more money, but we somehow found a way to keep working here without walking out and going on strike against ourselves. We don't go out.
Yeah, we've been so horrible to him. See, that's my problem. You gave him a job. Tom didn't give him a job.
Right.
You gave him a job. But who does he lash out at when
Me.
things go bad? You.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to argue with you. So, what can I tell you? Jackie's gone, and we love him to work with him, but I don't understand going out on strike against the people you work with.
He's never heard of being able to negotiate a contract
and work
while he's working.
No, it can't happen. I tried. And quite frankly, it's it. So it's over. It's been a good 15 years together, but what can I tell you? And the show goes on. Somehow.
Not here, to Howard. In 2 weeks, I think I'm going to leave. So why don't you start making some plans in preparation?
I don't need to make any preparation.
The point is, Howard, that he doesn't care whether you're left in the lurch or not.
Yeah. Yeah, Glenn, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Damn, the show's not going to be the same. He's an endless source of material. Going back from Star Search, his wife bangs a black guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
I tell you, listen, we wanted Jackie to keep working here, but I'll tell you what I'll do. Somehow I always seem to go on.
Oh, yeah, you can do without him.
Well, that's what people said when Billy left. When Billy left the show, that was the end of the show.
Billy who?
Exactly.
Let me finish my list.
Go ahead.
All right. His wife banged the black guy, right?
Right.
He banged the one-legged girl. He gets his doctors from the penny saver with that 10-nail syndrome.
We know.
6 shacks.
What can I tell you?
Killed his cat. He eats out of garbage pails. He's got a piece of wood that he loves floating in the middle of the garbage water. His Jessica Hahn apology.
It's great stuff.
Tchotchkes.
Listen, we love him, and you know what? I think there isn't a person on this planet who's been more loyal to Jackie.
The last thing I got to say, you got to watch him pickle, ferment, and if he comes back, you can watch him decay. How about a little prize for all of that, Howie?
All right, here's your prize. I'm going to hang up on you. All right. Everybody wants a prize for just calling in.
I know. These days, they want something.
Hey, Brian.
That started.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
So did Jackie bail on you, man?
Well, he didn't bail. He's out on strike or what? Yeah, I guess he quit.
Work stopping.
He quit.
Gee.
I don't know what he wants me to do.
I don't understand why he has to do that to get what he wants.
Well, that's our point. I mean, who are you striking against? Tom doesn't care if you walk out. Tom's happy. He'll save himself some money.
Well, it's not like they have to shut the show down.
No, the show will continue. We're all under contract here, and we will somehow keep the show going.
The weirdest thing, I was thinking about that. When we all settled our contracts, back there in December.
Right.
There was a day that, you announced that we were staying and, everybody came in and there was a big celebration and everybody was celebrating except Jackie.
Yeah, because Jackie is the one guy who can't somehow come to a contract agreement. How come everybody else can?
Yeah, we all were hugging each other and saying, oh, this is great. We're glad to be going on.
Yeah.
And Jackie was like, oh, so everybody's settled?
Yeah,
he was the only one standing there. You couldn't. It was like, well, we don't even know if you're going to be around anymore.
Yeah, we all have like the same agent. He went in and negotiated, but Jackie could never take on our agent because somehow he would get screwed if he had our agent.
He knows our agent would screw him.
Right.
And he's probably screwing us, but we don't know it.
Right.
We're stupid.
So I mean, it's a million problems with Jackie, and it's like, it's just like working together is a dream. We all work together great, but when it comes down to him getting his,
Well, he said something, a couple of months ago we were talking about his usual form of negotiation. And he said, yeah, Robin will get mad at me just because I asked for more money.
We all ask for more money.
We all ask for money.
Yeah. But he acts like we get it all, and he doesn't get any of it.
That's right, nothing left for him.
Yeah, so, I mean, what am I going to say? It's sad. It's just a sad thing.
He's a really good guy and all that. But
he's a great guy.
What good is it doing him to not come in? It's not like the show has to hold up now and wait.
Well, that's our point.
Well, he would wish that were the case.
Well, he's a true narcissist. That's what it is. The show's going to now fail, and who cares? Screw Howard, screw Robin, screw Jack,
That's right.
screw
He'll bring
Fred.
us all down. He didn't create this.
Right. But
he would like to take it down if he could.
Right.
It's funny because, I mean, I don't mean to say anything bad about the guy because he's a friend of mine. But this morning I'm listening to you from like 6 o'clock, And until you just mentioned a few minutes ago he wasn't in, I said, oh yeah, what do you know? Come to think of it, I haven't heard him. But it wasn't like I'm thinking, oh my God, this show sounds so bad, he's not there, you know?
Right. Well, that's our point, and the point is that I'm sure it could have been worked out some way, but you don't walk
you were
out.
dealing with an adult, not a spoiled brat.
You don't walk out on the show. And every time in the past I've gone out and sort of like tried to figure out a way to keep him, but I'm done.
Well, I don't want to, I'm not speaking for him. I don't know all the details of what he's interested in, but my thing
No, but he's got other things to do. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be desperate. He's fine. He's a talented guy.
Well, it sounds also, though, like he can apparently live without doing the show, so it's not
let's hope.
I hope so.
I mean, you got to admit, part of the reason you're there is because you like this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hated it, they couldn't pay you enough.
Right.
So maybe Jackie doesn't really care to do it anymore.
That's it.
I mean, he may not be as motivated and thrilled by it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Right. That's fine.
Then he definitely should leave.
I just don't know what other job's going to pay that kind of money. I don't know what other kind of job's going to bring him that kind of prominence. And I don't know. But that's his business, not mine.
Maybe at 53, he said, if I'm going to take my shot, I got...
What happened? Your mic just went out.
Oh, I knocked myself out.
All right.
Said, maybe I got to take my shot now.
That's it.
Time's running
while I'm young. I'm going to take a shot while I'm young. What can I tell you, man? I can't put my brain in his head. But I don't know what's going on. I didn't even get a phone call. It was like, hey, here's a note. I can't call you. It will be weird. And I'm like, it'll be weird?
Yeah,
what's
because
weird?
we've only been working together 15 years.
Yeah, you can't call me.
Well, he knows you're not going to try to argue with him.
Well, I would have said to him, what are you doing? I would have said, you know what?
Yeah, you talk to him like a friend.
You're going out on strike against us, and quite frankly, I'm not putting up with it anymore. I mean, I got to make plans for the future.
Right, and you're not going to sit there like you're on his team and say, you're right, don't go in, and I'd play hardball. And on the other hand, you're not going to say to him, well, here, I'll go to bat for you.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to say. When a guy walks out, what am I supposed to think?
When a guy just emails you.
Yeah, a guy emails me and tells me he's walking out. What am I supposed to do? Beg him to come in? Forget it. I'll get. You know what? Book someone new. Oh, what is it, Tom? What? Oh, here's Tom Chiasano, who handled the negotiations
I was
so
just going to say, we negotiated long and hard, in good faith, and we just couldn't agree, and his contract actually ended on December 31st, and he stayed for a while.
Right.
But we weren't going where Jackie wanted us to go, and we did make what I thought was a real significant, substantial offer.
Yeah. Listen, wait, let me ask you something. When Robin negotiated a contract, don't break a confidence, but when Robin negotiated a contract, I negotiated a contract, and Fred negotiated a contract, did we get what we were asking for?
Well, I didn't negotiate your deals, but I know you didn't.
Right. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, I'm still
I know you
smarting.
Yeah, I know Robin said to me last night, I didn't get everything I wanted, but I wanted to stay with the show, and I figured out a way to do it. Somehow, the agent figured out a way to do it.
It doesn't.
But you don't. But none of us ever walked out. We never walk out on the show.
It doesn't sound like it can be strictly a money issue, though. Come on. With him.
With him.
Isn't that what he wrote you?
He wrote me, it's only a money issue, but then in the next breath he said Tom insulted him, and all he's looking for is a pat on the back. So it's not just looking for money, he's looking for a pat on the back.
Why did you pat him on the back?
You should have pat him on the back.
You know what? I could not have kissed his buttocks more.
He said that you told him that you can't help but think how great it's going to be to save the money, that you don't have to
What?
That's what he told me. That's what he told me in an email.
No,
I don't even know.
What I said to him at some point is, Jackie, I should be sitting here telling you, I'm looking forward to saving the money, but I'm not. I want you to stay.
Right. Which is a nice thing to say.
Right.
He misinterpreted that and decided you insulted him.
Well, I know. I've tried to always talk Jackie into staying, but I'm done with that. I'm not doing it anymore. And if the show sucks, hey, don't listen anymore. What can I tell you?
It kind of sounds like I say, I'm not trying to put the guy down, but it almost sounds like the attention is what he's more interested in than the amount of money he can get.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the guy wants to be known on his own for his ability to be a comedian and this and that as a performer.
So he should go out and do that.
He may not be getting that from being on the show as a writer.
Right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I know what money they were offering because Tom just told me. And I guarantee there's a lot of writers out there that would love to have that would fall on their head. I don't think that, and here's the other thing. You write for The Tonight Show or you write for any other show, they don't mention your name. You never get any credit.
I don't know who writes Jay Leno's jokes.
Yeah. But you know who writes on this show? Because we make everybody a star on this show. And people
Sure, they
forget
even
that.
have a microphone in front of them. They
That's
don't do
right.
that on the TV show.
If you want, I open up the microphone to anyone who's in the studio.
Yeah.
So what am I going to say? What am I going to say? This is it. Guy comes to me, he says he's going out on strike against me. He ain't affecting Tom when he goes out on strike. He's affecting me.
Yeah, Tom, has your date changed at all?
Well, no, listen. I mean, I'm not happy about it.
No, I know you're
but
not
your
happy
date
about
hasn't
it. But your date, you're going to go along just fine without him.
You won't be limping
The only one who's
today.
affected by it is me, not you. So, it's like, if you go out on strike, you're going out on strike against me. You're not going out on strike against Tom.
It's silly.
Yeah.
It's just not helping anything.
Well, listen, whatever. Here's my vow. The show will go on. We're going to play Win Jackie's Money.
We're going to find our new Jackie.
Whatever Tom was paying Jackie, I'll pay a comedian every week to come in, like Kathy Lee. We'll find someone to replace him. Might not be as good as Jackie.
Well, who knows?
Might be better. I might hire 10 guys.
Jackie at all.
I might hire 10 guys with that salary.
We can probably afford to.
Yeah. Because pretty much what we were paying him, 10 people can be paid.
Am I eligible to enter?
Sure.
Brian, you ought to enter the party. I don't know what you do, but you ought to do it.
Oh, I do anything. You know me.
Oh, I know you. This is the guy who was on the air with me when I worked in Hartford.
Oh, yeah?
And I was in the middle of doing the show, and he took out his private area
This guy?
and put it down on the table.
He's a funny guy.
It was very funny, especially when I smacked it because I was doing the show.
Oh, my
So
God.
I pulled away just in time.
Yes, you did. All right, Brian, thanks.
Okay.
We'll
man.
see you in here for Win Jackie's Money.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
We're
Brian,
holding
one
auditions.
of the contenders. So that's what you got to do. You got to you figure out what Jackie was making, and then I'll offer it to comedians every week. And when we find the right guy or group of guys, we'll do that.
I'll sit down. I'll sit down with Gary and come up with a budget.
All right, very good.
Okay.
Makes me sad. What can I tell you? The guy walks out on strike on me. What am I?
End of an era.
Now, what is this? What am I? The air traffic controllers? This show all makes us our living. You don't walk out on it. You don't do that. You don't walk out on something that earns you this kind of money and this kind of respect and fame. You just don't. You sit down. You talk to your fellow workers. You talk to people and say, "Listen, this is what's going on." Something. I don't know.
No, he can't talk to anybody. He's his own best advisor.
You could have held up this show for all kinds of money, Robin. You could have held it up for all kinds of
I would
money.
never do that.
You could have wreaked havoc on it.
Would never do that. I told you. You people are good to me. I have to be good to you.
I'm not saying, listen, Jackie might be right. He might have been worth, I don't know, 100 grand more, 200 grand more. I don't know.
I know I'm worth more than they're paying me.
I know I am.
I love you so much now.
And I know Fred is.
Why am I being so nice to you?
What are you going to do? Your buddy Jackie doesn't work here anymore.
I didn't know that this was happening. I just thought he wasn't here because of the snowstorm.
No, he's waiting for me to somehow force Tom to come up with more money.
No, I knew they were in negotiation, but I didn't know that it was this.
And then he walks out on a strike, and he didn't even call me. Writes me an email.
But that's the thing about Jake. He won't tell anybody. So you know what? He doesn't want to have sense talked into him.
No.
So he doesn't talk to anybody.
But I don't even want to talk to him about it. I'm sick of it. How come I don't have to talk to you or Fred or anyone about your deals? I don't want to get involved in his business.
Well, you know what? I mean, when the three of us got together, we made a pact,
right?
Basically, that it was all for one, one for all, blah blah blah. He came along. He had no pact with anybody.
Right.
He's always been, the lone gunman out there all by himself.
Well, I think he'll be able to make that kind of money on his own because he's in a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, and he did so well they expanded his part.
I know. I'm going to miss a lot of free lunches. That's for sure.
I know you are.
You'll be probably having to buy him.
That sucks.
I know. Well, what can I tell you? The only person this hurts is me.
It hurts. I mean,
because he hates me. He hates me.
Well, it
Always
hurts your
has.
feelings. I mean, we actually have to
Tom,
do
your
something
feelings
with
are hurt, but believe me,
No,
your day will go
my
on.
My feelings aren't hurt.
I know. Your day will go on.
I mean, we'd all like for him to be here.
Right. All right, so what are you here to say, Tom?
I'm here to say it's time to take a break.
All right, that's fair enough.
See, I told you nothing changed.
Nothing changed in his life. And then I got to talk about, when I come back, I want to take some phone calls. I haven't been able to take any yet. And also, I want to take, I want to tell you about my dinner Saturday night with Stuttering John.
Was it fun?
I went out with Stuttering John.
Oh, you didn't go to the apartment.
No.
No, but yeah, I invited him over.
Oh, why didn't you take that?
I should have.
Yes.
You remember I said, come on up?
You know what? I just couldn't handle it. I just didn't want to see
enough?
it. I'd had enough of that.
I got to hear about this.
You want to apply for Jackie's job.
I'm gonna.
Big money in that. You'd be rolling on
you
Easy
you're
Street.
a funny guy.
No, Tom.
I'd love to give Stuttering John Jackie's job just to kill. Yeah, and give him all the money Jackie was supposed to
You
get.
gave it to Stuttering John, or worse yet, Benji.
I can't even bring myself to do that.
Jackie thought that Benji was sent to sit over his shoulder to figure out what he does so he could take over for him.
Oh, did he?
When he left,
Oh,
yes.
Jesus.
Tom, Tom would never give me, that kind of money. He would kill him first.
Oh.
No.
Remember what Tom told me once? You remember what he said? He goes, this is when he had cancer.
Yeah.
He goes, I will die before I give you any of that money you want.
And he could have.
You were dying.
This is while he was dying. So
we all thought you were going to be dead, and you told John on your deathbed.
He thought he was done.
I would rather be dead than give you the money.
I hate to extend this past when we should be going to break, but I was ready to go in to start.
He was coughing, Howard, and I was feeling bad for him.
Oh yeah, John felt real bad. It's like the Thursday or Friday before I go in to start chemo. John is there,
and they told you had like one of the worst cancers ever, right?
Yeah, I mean it wasn't great.
It wasn't a great prognosis.
No.
Right.
And it was one of my all-time favorite.
Did they ever say to you probably you're not going to live?
They told me that there was a 4 chances out of 10 that the chemo was going to work.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, so
that ain't
he
great
wasn't
odds.
even ahead of the game at all.
Right.
And they said, look, we have to do the most aggressive therapy possible.
I mean, as far as I know, it's the strongest combination of chemotherapy drugs.
What was your cancer? I mean,
it was melanoma.
Melanoma.
But it had been back. It was the 3rd time it had been back now.
Oosh.
Right. So they said 4 out of 10, and when they're telling you that, it's probably 2 out of 10.
Yeah, they just don't want you to feel
They're giving you some hope. They don't even know how to cure it.
They actually gave me 2 choices on chemo. And when I talked, the oncologist gave me 2 choices. When I talked to my surgeon, Dr. Dan Coit, who's the greatest surgeon in the world, said, "Tom, you got no choice here. You got to go for the Grand Salami."
Oh, he went for the salami.
Grand Salami.
The Grand Salami.
He said it may kill you, but it may kill you.
Right.
It almost did.
He went for the Grand Salami.
It almost did. But I'm getting ready to go in for all that, and John's there hammering me about a raise. I looked at him and said, "John, I'd rather die before than
No, you said I will die before I give you that money.
I think I said I'd rather die.
Wow.
And meanwhile, it's over like $2,000.
Man knows how to run a tight ship. He knows how to run a tight ship.
And
see, Jackie's problem is he thinks that we're getting something he's not. It's always that way with him.
Or that he thinks only you're getting it, nobody else is, and he's not going to stand for it.
Here, I'll tell you the truth. I went in for a negotiation with Mel. Mel told me he would not give me a raise.
Oh, God.
And he said, because I get enough money, business is crap. He goes, that's the offer. And he stuck to his guns. I went out, I found another company that was willing to pay me more. To leave here and go work for them. A lot more. I swear on my life, this is the truth. And I stayed. Now, why did I stay? I stayed because, I weighed it all out. I liked working here. There was also another couple of extenuating circumstances, so I stayed. Now, I wanted more money, all right? But I figured, okay, I got a good setup. I got a good deal. I'm going to make some dough here. It's going to be okay. It ain't a bad job.
Then me.
Oh, you. Then, Robin, I know you went in and wanted more money. I know you didn't get everything you wanted.
I didn't even bother to ask. I knew. The way things were going, I said, you know what? I better lower my estimate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay.
But I knew that. I said, I can't price myself out of the ballpark because I have an obligation here.
Or maybe your lawyer or your agent sits down with Tom and figures out, okay, so we work for 2 years, and we at this price, or whatever. You figure out something if you want to be with the show. That's what you do. There's a way to figure it out. If you like working here and you want to keep working here.
If I was tired of doing the show and didn't want to do it anymore, I would come to my coworkers and say, look, guys, I've had a great time, but it's time for me to go, or it's time for me to do
I understand.
something else. I'm not going to hold you up. I'm not going to drop you like a hot potato.
Right.
I'm not going to make it a surprise when I'm not here anymore.
Right. But if you want to work here, you don't sit there and go on strike against who are you going to strike against? Me.
That's right.
Me and Rob.
No
Fred,
reason to do that.
Right.
You struck Fred.
Anyway, so that's that.
Don't you chuckle, John.
Fred hates me.
So let's
every
review.
time Jackie pulls this, I decide, obviously, he doesn't want to do this.
Right. So let's review what's happened now. If for anyone who's just tuning in, Tom lived through cancer. All right.
And he would have died before giving John any
Tom's the only
money.
one clapping.
Hey, Tom.
Jackie Martling is gone from the show, and John still has no money. 8:30, a special guest is coming in who wishes to just surprise us. Gary says it's someone we've been at odds with.
Has this person ever done this show before?
Yes. They have?
Oh, yeah.
But we're at odds with them, and they requested not to be...
Yeah.
I can't imagine who this is.
Who have we been at odds with?
The hell have we been at odds with?
I mean, I don't want to give too much away.
All right.
This person probably thinks that they are more at odds with you than you are with them.
Oh, really? Oh, I know who it is.
But don't say it. Don't say anything.
I figured out who it is.
Don't say anything. The person wants to be.
Okay, I figured out who it is.
You figured out who it is?
Yeah. It just came to me in the
Tell
flesh. Want me to whisper it?
Yeah.
Or I'll write it down. Okay. That way at least it'll be a surprise to the audience. Because Gary,
But see, we're not supposed to do this. The guest really wanted it to be a
you
surprise.
didn't tell.
You didn't tell me.
I know.
And you don't even have to say he's right. Unless he's wrong.
No.
It's not?
No.
I said it was Bobcat.
Oh, see, I was thinking that, but then he kept saying Big Star.
Oh. Right.
It's bigger star than Bobcat, for sure.
Yeah, come on.
Huh.
He doesn't get special
How many
guest
times
status.
have they done this show?
Listen, don't even get into it.
We're 25 minutes away from the answer.
All right. It's just weird. Like, it's not a mystery guest because we can't put on blindfolds.
That's right.
Maybe we should put on blindfolds.
If you want to, you can. We can do that.
Yeah, why not?
They'll come in and disguise their voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it sounds to me like this is a mystery guest, even though they've been on before.
Right.
Guest?
Well, I just don't like to. I don't like to give you guys the wrong impression because a mystery guest genuinely is the premise is that they've never been on before.
Yeah, I know.
And then Robin would say, "Well, mystery guest has never been on before. Gary's an idiot again."
Oh, here we go.
No, we all understand the
It's
premise.
my fault.
This is a person.
That he doesn't know what to do.
I knew what to do this time. See?
This is a person who we've been at odds with, and
But they have previously done the show.
Yes.
Hey.
Jeez. I mean, the list could be so long.
Sure. It could be Chevy Chase. Could be anyone.
Right. Oh God.
Could be Kathy Lee.
Frank. What?
Our guest is a little early.
Oh,
Our
you're
guest is
kidding.
here,
And we can
so
start
here's your
now?
blindfold.
Oh, I didn't bring my sunglasses with me. I brought my sunglasses to Los Angeles and I left everything
Well,
packed.
you're going to be in a blindfold.
Yeah, but I'll take it off and I won't look that good. What if it's a hot chick?
I would suggest, if I could produce a little bit, that after you guess who this person is, that you might want to go to a break. And, Freddie took some pretty good notes. Freddie and I got together and took some good notes.
Okay, yeah,
for
right.
you.
All right. But why don't I take a break now before we bring the guests in?
Okay.
So Howard was saying this morning that you guys are sort of at odds. Is
We
that
are?
still true? Well, no. He was the way Gary was explaining the mystery guest was that the mystery guest felt that you guys were a little bit at odds.
No, last I heard, Howard said he'd never be on me again, and I said, well, I guess I'm screwed. I think that was where we left it. He had something about a tape or something when he was on the show. I said, Howard, you got the tape? Run it if you got it. And he said, NBC or something. And he said he'd never do me again. I said, well, I'm screwed.
So, but you don't feel like you're at odds. You feel like everything's fine. And
I guess. I don't know. We'll find out.
Robin, I'm going to put my blindfold on. Fred, you're playing?
Very well.
You don't
No,
know?
I'm not because
Fred
I had to
knows.
do some research.
Oh, you know. Okay. All right, Robin, I have my blindfold on, and
I do too.
this is just, Gary, go get the
It's
person.
not really a mystery guest because
Right.
we've had this person on before.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you that mystery...
Where's Robin's mic?
Oh.
Testing.
Don't
Okay.
turn off my
I was
mic.
just going to tell you that mystery guest doesn't believe that we actually play this game. They think that you know who this person is.
No, I really don't. Tell mystery guest that they are
So mystery guest will be
wrong.
coming in a second.
Okay. Mystery guest.
Mystery guest has a lot of feelings. Doesn't want to be known, wants to be
Put
surprised.
this person on before, and they're at odds with us. Well, everyone's at odds with us.
But Gary says you have the upper hand. I don't know what that means either.
Mystery guest, are you there?
Yes.
Well, it's a guy. Maybe not. Mystery guest has been on before. I can't imagine someone who's been on before and we're at odds with them.
Well, we're not at odds, really. I don't know
it
where that
is
came
a
from.
woman, though.
No, it's a man. It's a man doing a woman's voice.
You think?
Of course. Could you say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, mystery guest?
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
Oh, okay. Then you do have male genitalia. Is that true, mystery guest?
Some people don't think so.
So you're a man.
Yeah.
You dress like a woman?
No, not in public, no.
And you and I had a fight?
No, I don't didn't know where that came from. We didn't have a fight at all.
Why haven't you been here in a while? That's not a yes or no question.
I don't live here. I live in Los Angeles.
Huh.
I don't know anyone who lives in Los Angeles.
Now, mystery is, do you do movies?
I've been in movies.
Really?
But that's not your primary gig.
No. And Gary called me, and I said, "Oh, great, I'll come."
Go ahead. Howard.
And you're a musician?
No, I mean I've played instruments, but no.
But people don't know you. People don't know you as a musician.
No, they don't.
Are you an actor?
I've acted in movies.
I know who it is.
Who?
Jay Leno.
That's right, Howard.
Oh, I knew it. I figured it out.
Very good, Howard.
Wow. Hey, Jay.
How are you, Howard?
Judge Jay,
Hi,
why
Robin. How you guys?
You know what? I recognize the voice.
Oh, Howard, it was in the paper. I was in New York.
I couldn't. No. Did you hear what happened to me?
I heard you were with Kathy and
Frank Gifford on a plane. You know, that's probably the worst aspect of what I do.
Yeah. Do you have to meet the people you meet?
Yeah. I mean, the people I make fun of, I have to meet them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're not at odds, are we?
I had that happen with Clinton.
Oh, you did?
I went to a fundraising thing, and not to give money, they just said, "You want to meet the president?" I said, "Sure." And he goes, I see the president standing over there, and I'm, waiting. He goes, "Jay, what are you doing here?" I said, "Nothing. I just wanted to say hello, Mr. President."
And you met the president, and it was no big deal. I mean,
no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, but you joke about him, but you don't really rip him a new a-hole.
No,
right.
Nah, you can't do that, Howard.
Right. So, this is good. So you requested to come on, but don't.
No, Gary called me. I said I'd love to come on.
No, but I'm saying you requested that we not know you were coming in.
No,
really?
No, Gary called me and he said, "You want to be a mystery guest?" I said, "Sure."
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. That's
so
cool.
it's all Gary's invention.
Well, you know what Gary must be. Gary's stupid. You know what Gary's talking about? Because the last time I was saying, gee, when I go out to promote the film, I obviously plan to do Jay's show. And but I said, gee, I know you were really mad the last time.
You know what I was.
But
mad
it was a good show. You know that.
No, I wasn't mad about our show. You know what I was mad about?
What?
I'll tell you what I was mad about. I was mad about the one thing about Howard is that you treat everybody equally with equal disdain, which is fine with me.
Right.
The thing that annoyed me was I said, and you remember I said to you, I bet you when you go on Dave's show, you don't say my name. Because when you come on my show, you can do whatever you want. And when you went on Dave's show, you said, Dave, I was on another.
Well, did I? I wasn't aware of that.
Because obviously you were told not to mention the name.
No, you're getting paranoid. I swear to you I wasn't.
Let me finish. And then also,
I'll never convince him of
it. And
this.
also, you did exactly the same bit, but it was obviously scripted, and they knew what the bit was. And I said, I don't mind Howard. I don't mind me even getting mad at Howard. When Howard comes on and he trashes my show, and I genuinely get mad at him, I said, okay, but Howard trashes everybody's show. And then when I see you go across the street, I said to myself, you went on Dave's show, you brought the two guys on, the guys kissed, then they had Muji Bar and Sarah Jewel. I said, obviously they worked the whole thing out first. And I said,
all right,
so
can I tell you the whole truth?
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
And my feeling was, and the feeling of the staff was, Howard has no respect for our show. If you have no respect for anyone, that's great. That's great. Have no respect. But when you do one and not the other, that's
all right, can I tell you can I give you an explanation?
All right, go ahead.
Because I didn't know that's what you were.
Do I need these to hear, Robin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Here's my explanation. This is the God's honest truth.
I certainly didn't know that this was where the problem was.
Yeah, right. Wait, but I want to clear this up. I really do want to clear it up.
It wasn't a huge problem.
Then we'll talk about your book.
I was just a little disappointed. I went, Howard, come on, trash us equally.
Fine. I just want to. I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to believe me.
Go ahead.
Okay. In the past, doing Letterman's show, they have always called me for a pre-interview.
Mm-hmm.
I have always given them a false agenda, and Dave, in fact, got quite annoyed with me for many visits, but they always turned out to be good visits. But he really was annoyed because I never would call him ahead of time, meaning his people, and get the whole thing straight. And I said, you know what? I think it's so much better when we're spontaneous. And he had much the same feeling that it would be 10 times better if we weren't so scripted. Okay, then you take over as the host of The Tonight Show and you invite me on the show. I go on the show. We never planned anything. Even though there was like an attempt to plan stuff. We go on, and the first time I'm on The Tonight Show with you, it's killer. Everyone goes, wow, what a great show. It was loose. It wasn't uptight. Jay was really relaxed and really went along with it. I say to myself, yeah. And I was I was like, and you were not winning in the ratings at that point. And I said, that's the difference. Dave's getting really scripted. Dave's getting really uptight about stuff. Jay just went with it, and it was me being me, and it was completely out of control. And even afterwards, people were saying, Jay lost control of the show, Howard took control of the show. It was controversial in that sense, and it was good.
That's fine.
And you were smart enough to say, hey, I don't care what it was. It was good television, and that's it. I don't have an ego. I'm not sitting there worrying about who's in control, as long as somebody in control is doing something interesting. Okay, good. Second time I go on your show, there was an attempt to, and the same attempt to sort of like do a little pre-screening. Somehow it didn't happen. happened. I go on, and it killed. Okay, we did great. The second time was even better. You were coming at me. I was going at you. I started making out with Lyle Lovett or something. I don't know what it was. You know, it was just really good. And so every time I went on your show, I felt, hey, it's a home run. Whatever it is we're doing, even that little dance we do beforehand, where we sit and pretend like I'm going to maybe do a pre-interview, but I never end up doing it. Whatever it is, everything's working. I figure it's working. Whatever it is. And I meant no disrespect to your show. I just thought, like, wow, I'm doing good television here. Everybody loves when I go on The Tonight Show with Jay. So, okay. In fact, I sort of hadn't been on Dave's show in a while because some of my last appearances on Dave, I didn't think were going all that well.
You weren't happy with Dave.
I go on your show now, all right, you're starting to win in the ratings and everything. And it's, you know, and you're still loose as a goose. And I admit, I planned the whole lesbian kissing thing.
That's fine.
Behind your back and all that because I thought that. What happened was, and I'm going to tell you everything. Lorne Michaels had called me to be on Saturday Night Live. I was releasing the book, and he said, I want you to do a segment on Saturday Night Live or host the show. Do whatever you want. I said, I don't want to. I want to do this thing with lesbians. I want to surprise the cast. I want to have like a school. This was a brand new cast of Saturday Night Live. I'll go out with lesbians. In the middle of pitching this to Lorne Michaels, his eyes are glazing over, so I have to tell the cast. They have to be prepared. I said to myself, why am I doing this here? I should be doing this on The Tonight Show. Jay will go for it because he doesn't care if I pre-screen this crap with him or not. I'll surprise him with the lesbians. Whatever happens, happens. Let's see what happens, and that's it. I'll do. You know, it might be a train wreck. It's always a train wreck when I'm on, but it's always interesting.
All right, that's fine.
So that's what I figured. Okay, I do your show. All hell breaks loose because you were upset with me and all that.
I was upset because rather than just do our segment, it then leaked over into other people's segments. And
some people tell me that was great. Some people tell me it wasn't. But let's face it, it was during Siskel and Ebert. And let's face it, Siskel and Ebert didn't have all that much to say.
I mean,
between
he
you and me.
is the ruler of the show. He could have dismissed you. He could have had you.
No. Again,
Jay got really upset. Even it was bad. Jay was mad, and he pulled Gary. He pulled Gary backstage afterwards, and really you cursed Gary out. You used foul language. You don't even remember.
I don't know if I did that, but I know I was upset. No, I was mad because I said
you were like Howard. Everything is pussy. That's what it was. What?
I was talking to somebody about this at dinner last night.
Right.
And somebody said, if I could just have a picture of Jay holding his crotch going, pussy, 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 I'd be in business.
Well, first of all, they weren't lesbians. They were just porno stars.
They were porno stars.
All right, so there was a difference. A difference.
All right, okay.
I mean, they were just obviously porno stars.
Yeah,
so
maybe it was dumb, maybe it was smart, but some people liked it, some didn't, but it was highly rated.
Analyzing it?
Who's analyzing it so much?
What I'm
I felt
saying
bad.
is-
I felt bad, though, because you didn't like it. But I think afterwards you kind of liked
Again,
it.
my thing was that, all right, Howard comes. That's what Howard does. Then as I said, I sat back and I said, well, let me see what he does with everybody else.
Well, okay, now let me tell you.
Again, the general feeling in our show was that you can come on and do whatever you want. We trust you to do whatever you want.
And I appreciate that. Now, wait a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me cut ahead.
Go ahead.
So I get booked on Letterman's show.
Right.
In fact, I was booked already on Letterman's show. I decided I would do your show first. I wanted to be sort of even-handed about it because both Dave had called and Jay called, and I said, hey, wait a second. I hadn't been on Jay's show in a while. I'll go on Jay's show first. So I get a call from Dave. This is after the thing happened with you, and I got to admit, I was spooked. I felt really bad. I really did. I felt really bad that you were unhappy. No, I did. I felt bad, okay? Because you've been very nice to me. You've been really good to the show.
He didn't express it to anyone.
No, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I'm certainly not going to call you and beg. So anyhow, I just as soon end it. So wait a second. Dave calls me at my house, and he says to me point blank, hey, I saw what happened with you and Leno. And quite frankly,
I thought he's never seen it.
I was going to say, doesn't
No. He saw
Letterman
it.
say that he doesn't watch your show?
He watches my show when I'm on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He watches your
that's
show.
it's around it. But anyway, he says, he said, I knew what happened. I shouldn't quote that he said he saw it, but he said, I know what happened with your show. What the hell are you planning to do on our show? I said, look, Dave, I never sit there and tell you guys ahead of time what I'm going to do. We've been through this 100 times. I said, but I got to tell you something. I'm real spooked. I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, what I'm going to do. All right? And if you're not interested in having it on, then fine. I'm having two guys come on and kiss on your show. That's what I'm going to do. That's the only thing I really told him. I said, I'm coming out in drag. Because I was spooked. I never would have even told him I'm coming out in drag. He said to me, I don't think you should come out in drag. This is what he says to me. I don't think you should come out in drag. I really want to interview you. And the drag thing is going to get old in 2 seconds, and it's not going to work. And I said, Dave, I'm coming out in drag. That's it. He told me not to, and I said, I'm doing it. I said, if you don't want me on, then that's fine. That's the first time I'd ever done it with him because I was spooked from your show.
Right.
And he said, okay, but I know it's going to suck. I said, no, I'm going to talk in my regular voice. I'm just going to sit there and drag. That's going to be the difference. He goes, all right. And that was it. So, yes, you're correct. I did. And you know what I'll do just to make things even?
What?
If you have me back on your show,
what is that?
Which, I mean, I will clear with you ahead of time what I plan to do. I already know what I'm going to do on your show the next time.
Again, my thing, at the time, the problem was it was just a matter of...
But it wasn't like I didn't respect your show. I never...
Well, it's just that, I watched you across the street, and personally I thought, for whatever reason, it was probably wilder and more unscripted on our show, but I was just annoyed that you went through the process on one show and you didn't do it for the other.
See, I don't want you, but I don't want you to lose that on the Tonight Show. I mean, the thing that I liked about the Tonight Show when you took over was that it was that loose. That you didn't...
You can do whatever you want, and if I get mad, okay, I get mad.
Right.
I'm not going to say I wasn't mad. Yeah, I was upset. I said, yeah, okay, I was mad at Howard, but I said, all right, let's see what he does on Dave. Let's see what happens over there.
Right.
I go, oh, look at this. It's all planned.
Well,
it's all
it wasn't exactly.
Oh,
but okay, but I got to admit, you spooked me.
Because people said to me, hey, how come he did that with you? And we saw him. And obviously, when I saw Muji Bar and everything, I went, oh, look, they planned it all out.
I didn't know they were doing Muji Bar.
Right, but you told them so they could have that at their disposal.
Yeah, right. And I did tell them because...
That was... Because if I was mad about the show, I was mad for 20 minutes and it went away.
Okay.
But then you got mad all over again. When you saw that.
But Jay...
No, not mad. Just like, what is this?
Yeah, but Jay, here's the bottom line.
Howard does.
Jay, here's the bottom line. I genuinely, if someone's malicious and they try to ruin your show on purpose, I wasn't being malicious. I thought I was giving you a great show.
I'm not talking about.
Yeah, I was trying to be fun.
This has nothing to do with what you did on us because Howard, that's what you do. And when people would write me letters and complain, I would say, look. That's what Howard does. He comes on unscripted. Right. That's fine. But then when those same people say to me, well, we saw him on another show, and the other show was all planned out.
Tell them to kiss your ass. Yeah. Stop answering those people. At this point, let's stop answering those people. All right.
I do remember Jay saying at the time, I know you wouldn't do this to David Letterman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember saying to you in the dressing room, I said, I bet you will never say my name on that show. Just because
I'll do it the next time I'm on.
You don't have to.
I'm going to prove it to you. You're wrong. I've said your name on the show.
It's over now, but I'm saying when our show, you would always say Dave, and you would always tease me, and I would always sort of, how do I talk around it?
I will mention your name 5 times, not once.
Forget about it.
I'm going to mention, I'm going to prove to you that there is absolutely nothing I won't do on Dave Letterman.
I believe you now, and we're friends. Are we friends again?
Yes, of course we're friends. I never stopped you. In fact, I just defended you in the whole Helen Kushnick thing.
All right.
Did you hear that on the air the other day?
I didn't hear it, but I heard parts of it.
Everyone's coming down on Jay for not going to his ex-manager's funeral.
Well, I
said, why would it go? Only a douchebag who wants to get beat up would go there. You had bad blood, and rightly so. Helen was, it wasn't going well between you two.
I was the only client that stayed.
I know.
And finally, at the end, it was just nuts.
Yeah, and why would you go to a funeral where the family's obviously upset with you? Why would you go there?
Well, it wasn't so much that. It was that, both my parents had died in a 2-year period.
Right.
I don't really hold a grudge like with you.
Right.
And, but Helen had to win every argument all the time.
Right.
And when both my parents died, if I'd even gotten a note that said,
sorry to hear
I'm sorry to hear, okay, you pick up the phone and you go, hey, thanks for the note, da-da-da-da-da-da. I never got any of that. And then when Helen died, I inquired, and someone said to me, Helen asked this person to read this thing about you at the funeral and say these nasty things. And I said, I'm going to stay away.
Whoa.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't go.
I mean, everyone in business or any of their personal relationships, things happen when you break up. I mean, it just happens.
Yeah, it does happen. And
why would you go to a funeral? That would be totally hypocritical. You guys weren't talking.
No, we weren't really friends anymore, and it was just too. It just.
Yeah, but sometimes you just go because of the many years of association.
Well, I didn't go because I was told.
Yeah,
I understand
it. I understand
thing,
it.
Right, and they did read the nasty thing. You're kidding.
I mean, who asked?
Wow.
Who asked someone to read a nasty thing?
Did she write that before she died?
Wow.
Well, I said, at least it was consistent.
Gee, isn't that nice to show up somewhere where the dead are still reaching out from the grave? Unbelievable.
Well, it's showbiz.
Well, I also think the press wants to since you have a good guy image, they want to find something on you that isn't a good guy.
That's cool. I understand that.
But Jay's not perfect.
That's the gig.
Come
Somebody
on.
didn't like it.
Yeah, right. Jay's not perfect.
That's the gig.
So you're happy now, man. You're number one. So you're happy.
Yeah, things are going good. I can't complain at all.
How smart was that, huh? Didn't I say at the time that you should have gotten the Tonight Show?
You said I sucked and I'd be gone in 6 weeks.
No, that's not true. That's not true. What did I say? Did I not say? Listen, when NBC hired Jay,
that they had to go with you.
When NBC hired Jay to do the Tonight Show,
replacement?
I said it was a smart thing to do.
Right. Okay.
And everyone in the press was saying they should hire Letterman. I had said that.
Something, they would have been successful No matter which one of
Either
us
way.
they hire. You know something? The really stupid thing, Howard, and I said this before about both this stuff is, look, Dave does a great show. I watch it every night.
Right.
Sometimes I think I have a better joke. Sometimes he has a better joke.
Right.
The difference between when we were getting our ass kicked, it was by less than a rating point. Now that we're winning by less than a rating point.
Right.
This is Ford. This is General Motors. If they sell a few more Tauruses than they do something else,
You guys are both making
fine.
money, and that's it.
Both of
Yeah.
these shows generate like $100 million in revenue for the network. If one goes 105,
big deal.
Big deal.
Right.
I mean, that's what it is. I have tremendous respect for their show. They do. Some people like us, some people like Dave, and then you have this great unwashed majority.
Go back and forth.
It goes back and forth with
whoever
the
has a better guest.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. Now you wrote this book, Leading with My Chin, Jay Leno.
That's right.
So you're out on. Oh, so you're gonna go. Hey, you're gonna go see Kathy Lee and Regis?
Yeah, I'll go see him. I'll say hello for you.
Yeah, tell him here's
Well, Frank
something
Griffin
for
called me too.
Did he really?
Yeah, he chewed me out.
Yeah, right. But I was on a plane with them, man. I was on a plane with Kathy Lee and Frank.
Did you
Gifford
even
Friday.
acknowledge? Did you go hi?
No, it was weird. And I mean, I'm sitting there, and I'm going, "Oh my God!" 20 minutes into this,
Wait
I
a
look
minute,
up.
Jay, Frank Gifford chewed you out?
Yeah.
Oh, you being what?
serious?
Well, because I had done all those jokes about Kathy Lee.
What did he say? I mean, how does
He was
that
very
happen?
nice. He called me up and he said, hey, what's this all about? And it keeps going on and on. And he said, you've never been in this situation? I said, yes, I was. I said, Frank, when Letterman was kicking my ass, every day
Everyone
the
was making
papers had
jokes.
it. I said.
He said, "Yeah, but you've never specifically had child laborers making your
He
clothes."
was okay. I give him credit. He's a guy defending his wife.
Oh, please. His third
he was
wife
all right.
is Chippy. Come on, let's face it. That's a Chippy.
That's okay. He was all right. He was cool.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Getting bawled out by a 70-year-old man.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I'm sitting on the plane. I'm going, this guy's definitely going to say something to me because he's into defending his wife.
Right.
And now he's got a hold of me.
Right.
And I'm looking him over and I'm going, wait a second. This guy's got really big, thick arms
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
he could take you, Howard.
Well, I say, wait a second. He's 70 years old. This is a no-win situation. If he beats me up, I look like the world's biggest pussy.
Right.
If I beat him up, I've beaten up a 70-year-old man.
That's right. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, how can I win?
But he's a football. It's like when Sean Connery was on, he goes, "Jay, how are you?" Like, he shakes my hand, almost breaks my hand.
You're right, he's
The
a
guy's
tough guy.
66, but he was He was like third runner-up Mr. Universe.
I hear you're having a hard time with all the beautiful women coming on to you. It's getting
Me?
tough. Yeah.
Well, you're writing about it.
Yeah. It's in your book.
I am?
Yeah.
There's a couple of funny. This book is all
Yes.
the early days. It's all the
Leading with
early
My
days.
Chin, Jay Leno.
It's all the roads. These are the stories that when you get together with Seinfeld and all the comics, these are my road stories, is what they are. It's not about me and Letterman. It's not about late night wars or any of that nonsense.
Hey, who took this picture? Very handsome.
You like that, Howard?
Yeah, what'd you get made? You got dolled up for this, didn't you?
Let me see that.
Yeah, he's wearing heavy makeup. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You got that whole hair
regular-
coif.
Oh,
Regular
look at
TV
the coiffed
makeup.
and
Nice.
everything.
Hey.
That's the difference between radio and TV. Howard.
Look at that image, man.
That's it. That's
wow.
it. But
no
it's doing
kidding.
very well. It's on the bestseller list already. I think it's number one.
Well, how can I miss? I mean,
it's only
you-
been out a week and a half.
You got the best advertising vehicle. You're on the Tonight Show. I mean, every night.
I only held it up twice in the Tonight Show. I don't beat it to death like how some of these radio guys they just advertise your thing over and over.
Yeah, look at me. Look behind your head. My paperback's coming out tomorrow. Take a look at that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
man.
mentioned it a couple of times. Thank you.
Yeah, why don't you just hang a big picture of your book behind you on the Tonight Show?
In fact, I'm going to Barnes and Noble today.
Be
Was it
shameless.
12:30?
All right, let's talk about that. You're signing books today.
Right.
All right, you'll be at Barnes and Noble.
Right.
At 12:30.
12:30.
Now, if anybody who wants to can walk into this place and you will sit there and sign.
Sign, take a picture, do whatever you want.
Now, will you sign every book? What if you have such a huge line? Now, this has been
How
controversial.
long will you stay?
I did 1,000 yesterday, and
You
I
did.
did 1,000 the day before that.
And you sat there and signed all of them.
1,500, yeah.
You know, because Martha Stewart just walked
She
out
walked
of her.
out after her 2 hours was up.
And she lost many fans. And you know how you are. You're like Mr. Nice Guy. So you have to sit there and sign.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I'll do it.
Right. What's your signature worth these days on a piece of paper, on a book? Do you know? I know what mine is. I check it every day like
What
the
do you
stock
do?
market.
What do you do?
Signed copy of my book goes for $350.
Yeah,
Right now.
I was getting $475.
No, you are. Do you ever look in the newspaper and
For
the
things
guys
like that?
the
No,
guys
I
who
don't.
sell autographs to see what yours is worth?
No, I don't worry.
I check that all the time.
In my book, the rare copies are the unsigned ones.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Everyone has to sign
Yeah,
one.
everybody's got to.
Now, how long did it take you to write this book? Did you actually sit and write this and sit in your basement and write this thing?
No, I sat.
Or was it in a
I put it all
computer?
on a tape recorder.
You talked into
I
a tape
talk.
recorder.
I can't. I'm dyslexic. I start writing and.
Are you truly dyslexic?
It comes out blugga hugga mugga.
Right.
And so I put it all on a tape recorder, and then I sat with Zamy, a buddy of mine.
Right.
And which one you want to keep, which one you want to take out.
Right, and you shaped it and all that kind of stuff. And you feel your voice comes through in the book?
I think so. Yeah, some funny stories in there.
Right. And what's this about you? A lot of these starlets want to go out with you now, right? Because now you're the host of the
No,
Tonight
what's
Show.
that? I
I've
don't get that.
I've been reading
Well,
about
we've
that.
been reading in the paper about the
Where?
fact that you say, "My God." Sometimes I look over and I say, "My God, this."
No. What I said
26-year-old
was, you're
would
sitting
like
there.
to go out with me.
No, what I said. No, that's not what I said. What I said. I'm sitting there, and you're talking to some attractive woman who's like 22.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. this. I had this girl from 2 Days in the Valley.
Oh, I know who you mean.
A very sexy
The
girl.
blonde?
No,
with
dark hair?
No, she's blonde with a very unusual name.
Yeah, she's a model.
Model.
One
I'm sorry. Thorns, I'm sorry. Anyway, she's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And she's like 22.
White girl raised in South Africa?
And so I'm talking to her, and you go, boy, this girl's attractive. And then you look out in the audience, and I see a 46-year-old guy sitting there, and you go, oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I said, how old's your dad? 43. Really?
You're
I'm
really-
older than your dad.
Yeah.
And then it all goes away.
Yeah, right.
That's the end of that.
Does it really go away?
It goes away. Actually, there were some funny sex stories in the book there, Howard. I thought you might.
Oh, really? There are sex stories in the book?
Couple.
With you?
Yeah, a couple of funny ones.
Jay
Not
in
really
the
a
sack?
sex story. I thought you'd get a kick out of
Well,
it.
here comes Gary. He,
You know how we had always heard this interesting rumor about Jay?
Yeah.
Sexual.
Okay, can we tell you what?
Is this the Chiquita Banana story?
No. You want to know what we heard from
What is
comics?
the story?
I'll tell you the truth. This is true.
Because it's in the book.
shut
Yeah.
up,
Oh, it is?
Howard.
Yeah.
All right.
Howard, why
Wait a
don't you
second.
read the book?
Well, I just got it.
Wait a minute. First of
Just
all,
got it.
let
It's been
us
out for a
explain
week.
that Baba Booey decided we shouldn't know you were coming in.
Yeah,
All right.
I would have prepared and read the book.
Yeah.
All right, listen to me. Yeah, well, I was on the plane. I would have read the book. Sure. So what else I got to do? I watched three
Gary
bad movies.
didn't tell us it was you.
Right. How come you decided that I shouldn't know it was Jay? I thought Jay decided it shouldn't be him.
Yeah, okay, I decided.
Oh, you did? Oh, you're saying Jay did this?
Jay, it's maybe something.
He called me and asked me to be the mystery guest. I said, sure, whatever you want.
I'm sorry I didn't call. I
You didn't?
apologize.
Okay, wait, all right.
But it's cool.
Who
It's
knows?
cool.
All right, all
We're
right.
glad you're here. That's the important thing.
That's all that matters. Who cares how it happened?
Yeah.
All right. Jay, here's what we always heard about you on the road.
What's that?
Comics used to come in and say,
Yeah.
Jay's really kinky. And everyone, Jay always had a squeaky clean image. I go, what do you mean he's kinky? He goes, all right, you promise not to tell anyone? I go, yeah. Jay digs tying women up.
No.
Wait a second. Wait, I go, what are you talking about?
There
tying
is
women
one
up?
funny story.
Wait a second. Wait. Jay digs like bondage. I go, what are you talking about? Jay's really into bondage. He likes to
said
tie girls
that?
up and spank them and the whole thing. I go, get out of here,
Get
Jay.
outta here.
Come on, I don't believe it. Which
Most
comic told us that?
ridiculous thing I
Well,
ever
don't
heard.
say the
No,
comic.
I wish I could remember now.
Which comic told us don't say his name?
Yeah,
How could
right.
you do that?
I don't know who it was, but this is what I had heard, and every time I saw you, I was saying in the back of my mind, Jay digs spanking chicks.
Yeah.
And then, even though I knew it was probably not true.
Howard, you should read the story in the book.
So what is it about?
Well, it just says that he tied a woman to the bed with neckties.
What do you mean? What is it in the book?
You got to read the story. It's in there.
You mean I can't say what the story is?
It takes too long to tell.
What's the story?
It says he tied a woman to a bed with neckties.
Did you read?
There you go.
Did you read the Chiquita Banana story?
No, Freddie read the book.
It does say in the book you tied a woman to the bed with neckties.
You have to read it.
So you're into that?
No. She was. Read it. It's in the book. It's like Prego. It's in there.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
Wow. Then I'll read it.
Actually, the funny one is the Chiquita Banana story.
What is that?
I had met this woman here in New York and at Catch a Rising Star.
Right. A hot chick.
Yeah. And
Before you married.
Pretty good. Yeah. So we go back, and she lives in this huge.
Did you have a lot of sex before you got married?
Not really.
Were you
She
a
lived
playboy?
No. She lived in this huge.
How old
like
were
a
you when you
penthouse.
first? Wait a second. Before you tell the story, I need background. How old were you when you first got laid?
I don't know, teenager somewhere.
Teenager? What was it? Was it a hot girl? Older?
I don't remember.
You ever go to a hooker?
No,
never
hooker
did.
don't interest me. I like the chase.
Really?
It doesn't interest me. No.
Did you have problems getting laid, or were you like one of those guys who would talk your way into anything?
No, I don't know. I probably didn't have any more, any less than anybody else.
Before you got married, did you have at least 20 chicks?
You know, it's interesting. I've lived with 5 women. They're all born on the same day, including my wife.
Really?
You've lived with 5 women.
Every one of them was born on September 5th.
Wow.
So you got an active sex life.
I did all right, Howard.
I wondered about you. I wonder what your story is.
But you want to hear the Chiquita Banana story?
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
Anyway, I meet this girl, and we go back to East Side, like 58th floor of this huge penthouse kind of apartment. We go upstairs, and it's 5 rooms, big rooms, all glass, hardwood floors, not a stitch of furniture, no curtains, just a futon for a bed, and 6 big cases of Chiquita Bananas. Huge, like industrial-sized cases.
And you just met her at the club?
I met her at the club, and we went back to her place.
She was a fan or a comic?
She was just a girl in the audience.
Okay.
I met her then.
And she came up to you and Jay, I just think you're
No,
great?
we just started talking, whatever it was.
All right, so you were going there to bang her?
To put it crudely.
Yes, okay, thank you.
So anyway, so we go back there, and I go up there, and I said, what is this? She said, oh, it's my boyfriend's. I said, your boyfriend? Oh, we're really broken up. I said, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm just staying here. And I said, well, where's all the furniture? And she said, well, we don't really have any furniture yet. We broke up before. And I said, what is that? She said, oh, this is 6 cases of Chiquita Bananas. He's in the import-export business. And I'm thinking, what are 6 cases of Chiquita Bananas doing in a penthouse apartment in the
With
East
nothing
Side?
else in it.
Yeah. I said, well, that's all right, fine. So I stay overnight, and I wake up at it's like 5:45. The sun's coming up, and it's like there's no, there's no curtains. You're in a high rise. Like the sun's coming in.
All right.
So I get up and I open the refrigerator, and there's nothing in the refrigerator. And I says to her, "Listen, let's open this and get a couple of bananas." No, don't take the banana. I said, "The guy's not going to miss 2 bananas out of 6 cases of Chiquita bananas."
What's the big deal?
So I get a knife and I'll pry the wood open here, and I'll reach and I'll get a banana and I'll hammer it shut. Who's going to know? So I reach in, and my hands are all greasy, and I realize they're guns. They're automatic weapons.
Oh, no. Wow.
And then I open the case and I go, they're all guns. And then this girl said the greatest thing. She said, "Well, maybe there's bananas in the other one." I go, "There's no bananas in either of these. There's no bananas in here. Don't you understand?"
Oh, man.
I says, "Who is this guy?" She goes, "Well, he's Cuban." I go, "Cuban? What are these guns for?" She goes, "Well, I didn't know they were guns. I thought they're bananas. You just keep stuff here." I said, "Now I'm looking around like the feds are, I'm thinking like the feds are across the street.
Course.
That's why there's no windows." And I mean, I ran out of there half naked.
And you
I'm
realize,
out of here. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
And you're having sex with one of the stupidest women on the planet.
Oh, man.
It's unbelievable.
I'm thinking Leno killed in gun running.
And also, you tell in the book that you are dyslexic, and that didn't a guidance counselor recommend that you go to Hamburger University?
No, my guidance counselor said to my
I think guidance counselor is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guidance counselor told my mother that education is not for everyone. She said the Hamburger University people have a wonderful, intensive 2-week program.
And that's about all he can take.
Where they teach you how to, cook burger. You can make change.
Yeah.
Do all that.
And you're a self-starter, so that you should do very well. You should be a manager in no time.
I should do very well.
Absolutely.
Where is that guidance counselor now?
Well, my guidance counselor was a real trip, too, because they brought me in, and I said, "I want to be a disc jockey." And they said, "Well, according to your parents and everything, you hardly talk to anybody. How is it you're going to be a disc jockey?" I said, "Well, I'm in a room by myself. I don't really, I don't have to see the people
nice
that I'm
your
talking to."
parents sell you out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like my father said, "There's no way you could be a disc jockey." My father was very, very blunt. He says,
high-level consultations going on about what you could be.
He says, "You don't read any books. You have nothing to talk about." He says, "You have a horrible voice. You certainly have never even been in summer stock. I've offered to put you in a play." Yeah, my father used to say, "Why don't you join a theater group if you want?" And I go, "Because I don't want to get up in front of a bunch of people and say stuff."
My mother used to say, "Why jokes all the time? Sing a little song, do a little dance." People want to see a well-rounded entertainer. No one wants to hear jokes all the time.
Yeah, and then the guidance counselor gets a hold of me. I'll never forget her. And she sits down and she goes, "Look, you are not that bright. And what you ought to do is, if you want to be in radio, since you're not that bright, why don't you go to this all-girls college, Elmira, and become a speech therapist? They're just starting to let boys in. Can you imagine me, a speech therapist?"
But I can't believe you turned down the all-girl college.
I know, that was stupid. That was really dumb.
You should have done that.
And in the book, they have stuff like things that reporters have said about Jay's face.
Yes, I know.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, there's a whole list of them there.
Leno, whose chin is the size of West Virginia. That's from the Cosmopolitan. Los Angeles Times, Leno, the pelican-faced comedian.
Pelican face.
That's nice. That makes you feel good.
That's very good, huh?
Yeah, right. From the Bing... Do you get upset about that kind of stuff?
No, but I make my living making fun of everybody.
It never hurt.
No, those kind of things don't actually.
The Birmingham News, the anvil-faced Leno.
Anvil-faced.
I like that. That's really nice.
Face?
That'll make you good. Did they ever I think I recall you saying that they once tried to fix your chin or something.
Yeah.
Can they do that?
No, I didn't let them do it. They wanted to break it and rehang it, and the guy said you wouldn't be able to talk for about a year. I said, "I cannot work for a year."
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, but you'll be really handsome."
Yeah. Oh, great. Your whole career is over, but you're a good-looking guy.
Really?
Let's see. Philadelphia Inquirer. Leno's blue eyes dart like ferrets caged in a narrow face. Like ferrets.
Like ferrets.
So now you believe me about everything that... So I will be on The Tonight Show when I promote my movie.
Oh, I believe you. It's fine.
Yeah, and I'm going to come on. I have a whole thing planned for Jay, but
Are you going to tell him this time?
Yeah, well, I mean, fine. I'm going to tell you what I'll tell you exactly what I plan to do. I'm not going to tell you here, but I'll tell you. That's what you're uptight to. You know what I mean?
I'm not uptight about it. As I said, I told you I was upset about it, and that's fine. You explain it to me, that's fine.
You tell the story how you made love to some woman in the back of Joe Kennedy's Rolls Royce? Is that true?
Well, that's kind of a funny story. I used to work for Rolls Royce and I had to bring the car to the White House, but it was a big silver Wraith, one of those big with a bar and everything. And I stopped to pick my girlfriend. I said, "Let's go up to where everybody parks and makes outs." And we pulled into this Rolls, and people came over, and it had Kennedy on it. And I told them I was Larry Kennedy, one of the forgotten brothers.
The estranged Kennedy.
Right, the one you don't hear about. Larry Kennedy.
Larry Kennedy.
Probably never slept with anyone. It's old Jay. Jay in the car starting all those rumors.
That's it. Yeah, right. The Kennedys aren't womanizers. It's Jay taking out their car and having sex with everybody in them.
But Jay seems to have a thing about sex in cars.
Yeah, what's your story, dude? Tying women up?
I like cars.
So you're not into tying women up?
No,
because I
read get this kind of silly rumors.
I read somewhere the other day, though, that he kept the car that he first
I still
made
have the
love
car
to
Mavis and I
Mavis.
first made love in.
Yeah.
This
Really?
Yeah.
You ever take Mavis around in that car like on your anniversary
Yeah,
and do
but
her?
we're getting older and it hurts now.
And you and Mavis hardly see each other, right? I mean,
She's with me now, Howard.
She is?
Yeah.
Where is she? Right?
Well,
up in
she's at the hotel.
Oh, she's at the hotel?
Yeah, I'm with her every day.
Really?
Been married 16 years.
No kidding.
How long you been married?
About 16.
About 16, 17 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
I enjoy it.
Great. Same thing over and over again?
We have fun, Howard.
I'm just kidding. I love it. I love it.
I'm good at simple, repetitive tasks.
Yeah, me too. What is it, Gary?
There's
Quickly.
also a lot
Jay's
of-
got it. I know. Wait a second. What?
You got like 2 more minutes. There's
Yeah,
also a
mellow
lot
out.
of interesting stuff in the book about, him and Carson when he first started doing the show, how Johnny came to see him at a club and he walked up to the table, after Jay was done, he walked over to Carson's table and he says, well, that was funny, but you're not quite ready. Your jokes are too far apart and you don't have enough of them.
That was the best advice I ever got.
Yeah, meanwhile, Johnny's sitting at home, man, squeezing his liver spots.
And that was great advice.
Let's
actually.
badmouth Johnny. Come on.
No,
Come on. He
good
still
guy.
hasn't come on the show. It's time to
He hasn't
badmouth
gone
him.
on any show. He doesn't do anything.
Isn't it great? You've always apologized for not. You've kissed the guy's ass 27 times and everything. Meanwhile, he sided with Dave and everything. Now you're number one.
No.
Screw him. Screw him. Screw him.
No.
I'm gonna say this for Jay.
Do you talk to
Screw
Johnny
Johnny.
at all?
No.
Yes, I have. I mean, he's always been very gracious. Look, hey.
Who needs him?
The guy.
He's gonna give him advice.
Was I his first choice? No.
Screw him.
But that's cool. But I don't hold any grudge.
So
It's
you're still
business.
talking to him.
Howard, I'm Italian. It's business. Hey.
I hear he's sitting home getting fat. That's what I hear.
No, he looks pretty good. Actually, I saw him a few weeks ago.
Oh, did you? Where?
Yeah, I saw him at. I saw him in Beverly Hills.
You did?
Yeah, he looked good.
Was he walking around with that young wife of his?
No, he's very nice. He
She
came
was
over,
leading
he
him
said
around on a
hello,
chain?
and He was great, actually.
He did come over and say, "Oh, hi, Jane."
No, he was great. He was great.
And what'd you say to him?
I said, "Hi, nice to see you, sir. How you doing?" And we talked a little bit. And he
Did you have to apologize again for not thanking him?
No, he's not like that. He's very good. He's very good.
And he was cordial?
Stop trying to bait me, Howard.
No, I want to know what happened in the conversation.
Yeah, he was very nice.
What kind of conversation? You mean you
Well,
wanted
I'm
to
not
Johnny
gonna-
because you're the new host of the
I'm
Tonight
not
Show?
going to disclose the whole
Of
conversation.
course you are.
Oh, was it
No.
a long conversation?
No. We talked about 5 minutes, and it was great.
Really?
But whenever we want a piece of tape, whenever I call and say, "Hey, we need a clip of somebody," when they were on in 1981 and they look funny, can we have it? Oh, sure. Go ahead, you guys.
Doesn't NBC own that stuff anyway?
No,
Can you use
Johnny owns it.
He does?
It's
And
Johnny.
So he's gracious.
He's really gracious.
Really?
I mean, he doesn't have to do it, and he does, and I appreciate that.
You're going to bring up my name on Regis and Kathy Lee? You won't do that, right? Just say, hey, this is what you say. You go, hey, I was over at Howard Stern show. I was over at Howard Stern show. I was over at Howard Stern. Forget it.
All right, Howard, I got to run.
Hey, thanks, Jay. Thanks for coming in.
Bye,
It's Jay Leno, everybody. Big star. See? There he goes.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what are you up to?
How you doing, all right?
Good to see you. Yeah. You're making the news all the time.
Yeah.
What TV show were you just on?
Wings.
Wings, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Jay, thank you for coming in.
Thanks, thanks.
I really do appreciate everything you do.
Oh, sure. It's all right.
It was great.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Jay, so everything's smoothed out between you guys now?
Fine.
Take care, Jay.
Well, we'll never get to the bottom of how that happened.
What?
And
How?
then he's sitting there asking you, why haven't you read the book? You
I don't
didn't
know.
know he was coming in.
How could I read the book if I don't know he's coming in? Why was Gary not able to tell me Jay was coming in?
I don't know.
Why is he where is he? Gary, get in here.
He's leading Jay out.
Why all the secrecy about Jay coming in?
I don't know.
All right, tell me the bottom line. What
Let me
happened?
tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell it to you right now before I get my ass kicked.
Okay.
His publicist called me. I did not know Jay was coming to town.
Right.
When I found out Jay was coming to town, maybe a week or two later, I certainly would have called.
Right.
But I didn't make the initial call.
Go ahead.
Then the publicist said, Jay doesn't think that Howard believes that he'd ever come back in live again, so he'd like to come on anonymously, like
All right.
a mystery guest.
Okay.
It was all them, which is cool. I mean, I'm glad that he's here, but it wasn't my idea.
Right. Okay, fine.
Do you think Jay knows about that, or was that the
I think it was
publicity department?
I think it's the publicity department.
Okay. So obviously Jay didn't know.
Yeah, because it was very
Yeah,
strange.
because now it's uncomfortable here, and the publicist guy is like, well,
It worked out fine.
yeah, we're glad he's here.
Yeah.
We're glad he came.
It was just that Jay expected somebody, he's like, hey, I read your books.
Yeah, right. I would have read his book.
We read it for you. We
yeah.
told you all the good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, you know that woman you're with is married?
No, really?
What are you doing out there?
She was
She was going after me, like it was nobody, like I was.
Did you ever
special.
ask?
No, because we didn't get into that subject because, I'm not, she called me, like, we accept phone number.
How long you guys been married?
I've been married 10 years, Howard.
Oh, my goodness.
It's what gets me mad is that they've been sneaking around talking on the phone.
What do you mean?
I'll come in from work late at night, and there she is on the phone with Fred.
Fred the Elephant Boy. Does it really piss you off? Are you jealous?
Am I jealous? Sure, I'm jealous. She's
Really?
talking about him all the time.
She is?
That's it, yeah.
Does she call your house all the time? How many times a day you call her?
No, I think I call, we switch off. She calls me, I call hard. So
Right.
But they're late night calls?
They're late night, they're early in the morning. One time I came home in the daytime. I came home like in the middle of the day to surprise her, and she's on the phone with Fred.
Oh.
Hey, Elephant Boy's in a love triangle.
Yeah.
This is funny, man.
Unbelievable.
Where's your wife? Let me talk to her.
Do you want to talk to my wife?
Yeah.
All right, let me go get her. Hold on.
Are you really pissed at her, or are you just...
No, I'm pretty pissed off.
Are you? Yeah.
Sure.
Let me talk to
Fred, you made
All right,
her
hold on a
jealous.
Wow. He's all proud of himself.
Feel good.
No, I'm shocked at this.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Fuffy Baby, or whatever your name
Frilly
is?
Baby?
Is this Frilly Baby?
Billy Babe, yeah.
Yeah.
And you like Fred?
Oh, I love him. I think he's adorable.
This is you got to be kidding me.
No.
Is this the girl?
She sounds really cute.
Very bad. How come you didn't tell me you are married? You never told me that. I mean, what's going on here, there?
Anywhere.
Where's it? What's going on here, there, and everywhere? Honey,
honey,
what's going on over there?
What's going on? Well, my husband's pretty upset.
Right.
How often do you talk to Fred?
What are you on the computer? And you
Every day I talk to Fred.
Wow. Well, why don't you get it together? Do you want to leave your husband?
Well, we haven't really been getting along.
Oh.
You know.
So you guys aren't getting along, and you're thinking of maybe taking up with Fred? Are you sexually interested in Fred?
Well, possibility. I don't know. I mean,
Wow.
Fred.
Let me talk to your husband.
Okay.
You lady killer.
I think I was paying attention to her maybe at the party.
Hey, dude.
Yes.
What's the story? Can't you get your wife in line?
I don't know.
She doesn't love
He
you?
says you two aren't getting along.
I know. It's news to me.
Oh,
News
boy.
to me ever since she met Fred.
Wow, what a Casanova.
Let me ask you, what's your name? I know your name.
I'm Fred the Elephant Boy.
I know your name.
And this is
Philly Babe. Philly Babe.
Yeah.
Philly Babe?
Yeah, but I don't want to give it's up to you if I want to give you a real name, but yeah, her name is Lori, also, but so now I have to buy no, so it's not a big secret.
So all right, let me ask you first. So you met Fred at a party.
Yes.
What was the attraction to him?
Well, I met him in February, and I thought he was very nice.
Yeah.
And then I met him at the chat party. He was sitting by himself, and a bunch of friends and I went over. We started talking to him, and I thought he was very nice.
Wait, I'm a little lost though.
Yeah.
I'm a little lost. So one day you go from being married, and don't you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so married and kids, and you meet Fred at a party, and all of a sudden you're everything's.
Yeah, but I can tell you. Because she's a friend of mine. Her husband is just very controlling, and he freaks out if she talks to somebody. I mean, she can't even have a conversation with a guy without her husband. Yeah,
So are you?
She's just tired. She just got tired of it.
And now she's looking for the opposite?
And I was calling him, and my husband, when he heard me singing this song to Fred, he freaked out. And he, and that's when I realized this is crazy,
Yeah, but you're singing a song to another guy. Of course he's going to freak out.
What you don't understand is that...
I don't understand a lot of things you say, Fred.
I know, but let this be one of them. It's them they had troubles way before, I met her.
Sure.
I think I am, maybe a clutch for her to get out of, I did. Because what's going on between me and her, there was probably before I met them. I was the camel and the destroyed the boat, the camel's back.
He's very sensitive and compassionate. Exactly.
I don't make...
Fred is saying he's not the cause of the problem. He was there before.
What? Must be Elephant Boy at the door. Real quick, Fred the Elephant Boy hooked up with a girl on Prodigy or something. at one of these prodigy parties. I don't think he has a computer. And she's married. Something's fishy with this. I just want to see what's going on because I worry about
You really
him.
don't believe a woman could be into elephants?
That's right. Although he did have a girlfriend for a while. I'll get to the bottom of it. Hi, how you doing, honey? That's it. Come on in. He's got big cans, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Elephant Boy, that's nice. Look at Elephant Boy. Elephant Boy, what'd you hurt yourself? No. He can barely walk. Hi, Elephant Boy.
Hi, John Howard.
What was that walk you did? Are you hurt? Are you injured?
Me? No, I'm okay.
Oh. We're walking kind of
That was
spastic.
his usual shuffle.
Now, you're the woman I spoke to on the phone?
Yes.
You're on the Prodigy all the time?
Yes.
I see. And
What is your nickname?
Philly Babe.
Philly Babe.
Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Philly Babe, you like to go on the computer and all this kind of stuff. And you met Elephant Boy at one of these Prodigy parties.
Right.
Okay. And you started to click with Elephant Boy. You started to like him. You were attracted to him, I suppose. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
And you're a married woman.
Yes, I am.
And your husband, who I spoke to the other day, is quite pissed off that you've established a relationship with Elephant Boy.
Yes, he very much.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's a little more than a talking relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, when she came in last night, she spent her friend took her to my house. I gave them direction, and she spent the night with me.
She spent the night with you.
Yeah.
So you two have consummated the
Yeah.
relationship. You've had sex.
Elephant Boy.
Elephant Boy had sex?
It doesn't.
I don't believe it. Really? Let me see you two kiss.
Come on.
Go ahead. Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Wow. So are you leaving your
left
husband?
your husband?
For Elephant
No,
Boy?
I didn't leave him.
Right.
I just came up for a couple days, to spend some time with Fred. He's on a business trip.
Fred the Elephant Boy.
You mean your husband's on a business trip?
Yes, my husband.
Fred has no business.
Yeah, right. I mean, you got a guy who actually has business and you're giving that up for Fred? I mean, isn't he going to be mad when he hears you slept with Elephant Boy?
They have lots of problems before I have met her.
And you
And
slut, don't mind sleeping with a married woman?
you take what you get. No, he doesn't, and I don't mind him doing it either.
This was serious. The week before, I went to Philadelphia and spent the day with her. I got a hotel room, so I said to myself, everything may be wrong socially speaking. I said, what is good for me? And then make the decision. I decided to be selfish. And this was good for me. And if I...
All right. In other words, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Hi,
Okay.
Mrs. Jones.
All right, yeah. Why are you always doing the right thing? Why can't Fred the Elephant Boy be happy?
Exactly,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Now, are you attracted to Fred because of the radio show and that he's a bit of a celebrity? Is that what's going on here?
I think he's very sensitive and very
Sweet.
compassionate. Yeah.
I see. I think you're looking for a sensitive man. Is that the problem?
You know what? I think her husband's working too much.
Yeah, is that it? Is he ignoring you too much?
Yes, he is.
Now, I see you are a very full-figured woman. You have beautiful breasts and everything like that. And those are D's, I take it.
Yes.
Yes. And Fred, you enjoyed those?
Oh, she was terrific.
Really? Oh, yeah. You look very relaxed. I've never seen you so calm and confident. A good woman will do that for you. Are you in love, Fred?
I think I am.
Oh,
God. Oh, man. Oh. Are you in love with him, Lori?
I think he's very sweet. Yes, I do. I think I do love him.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, this is outrageous. Did you, when you were obviously a fan of the show, you used to hear Fred on the air and you'd say, my God, I like him?
Oh, no.
It's just when you met him at the party.
No, I met him at the party.
Now, your husband doesn't know any
In
of
fact,
this.
when you used to hear him on the air and he'd have girls, you'd say, how could anybody be with him?
And yet here you are, strangely attracted to him. And let me understand something. So when you came down from Philadelphia, is that where you live, Philadelphia? Yes. Okay, you came down from Philadelphia and you said, Elephant Boy, I would like to spend the time that I'm in New York with you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to Fred's apartment where he lives with his mommy?
Yes.
You did?
Up over the garage?
Up over the garage?
Yeah.
His bachelor pad?
Yeah.
Did your mom see you sneaking the married woman in?
No, I thought about it.
And she didn't care? Your mom doesn't
Sweet.
care? She was sweet?
Yeah, she
And
was.
so when you guys were up in the apartment, would your mom butt in on you? And would you knock on the door?
Did she bang you on the door?
When we went to bed, we went to my room and spent the night with me, and we didn't cause nobody any trouble.
All right, now let me understand something. Elvin Boy, you weren't sure when Lori came down from Philly if there was going to be romance, were you?
No, I think she came to see me just for the comfort and for sex.
All right, now
and for sex.
And for sex, yeah.
Oh, you knew you were going to get sex.
Yeah, because I came to Philadelphia last week to be with her.
I see. But you hadn't had sex yet.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you did have
you
sex
had
in
it there,
Philadelphia.
too.
Oh, you had sex in
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Now, what about the first time that you guys had sex? Where did you do it? In a hotel?
Yeah, we make arrangements like to leave her kids off with a friend's house.
Oh, the kids, yeah.
And she pretended to go shopping, and
Right.
she went to my hotel room.
All right, your
So
hotel
you're
room.
heavily into this clandestine thing here.
Yeah. Elephant Boy's into. He told you he's got to have her.
Yeah.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
now,
But
does your
you
husband know
like
you
all
had
of
sex?
the Intrigue.
No.
He does not know.
No, he probably will know now.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're probably headed for divorce, right?
So after the hotel room in Philly, you went home to your husband, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Now, let me
Have you
understand.
slept with your husband?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she's getting it from all sides.
Bitch.
Now, hold on a second. So, Elephant Boy, you get to the hotel, and obviously you want to prepare yourself because you knew she was coming to the hotel. Did you wear? What did you wear? Did you put on a special robe or?
Smoking jacket?
What did you have on?
I'm not a cute Hefner. No, we was talking, we was holding each other. Then we start doing just kiss, then neck, and then
And then you undressed each other?
Yeah.
You peeled each other like a tomato.
and then I did we did have like a small bottle of champagne and we
A little
was
drink.
Yeah,
I would say a girl would need a couple of
you
drinks.
need a couple of slugs.
Yeah, right. So,
she wasn't drunk.
and then Elephant Boy, were you the first one to be nude, or was Lori nude first?
Well, I think we was both was in our underwear and we gave it a 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I see. So in
Yeah.
other words, you were both in your
Yeah.
underwear, and you said to her, "Let's count to 3
Yeah.
and pull off our underwear."
How romantic.
Boy, how romantic!
He's very funny.
He's very funny. He's very. He's got the level of a 3-year-old. He's an immature baby, is what he is. And you were well groomed, Lori. I take it.
Oh, yeah.
very
Have
well.
you introduced your children to him?
Oh, yes, I have.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Well, he can entertain them.
They don't know that I'm saying that mother Arthur just as a friend.
I see. I see. I see. It's a secret.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just like,
Do your kids goof? Do your kids goof on him?
They love him.
They love Fred. They love Fred.
But they
Even
like
my
to,
dog loves Fred.
Yeah,
Even the dog. Dogs and children love Fred.
yeah, but they like to goof on Jackie.
I see. All right. Now you say that you've had this, and then when you went to Elephant Boy's house, again you jumped into the sack again and had
So
sex.
Elephant Boy is good, huh?
Is Elephant Boy good in the sack?
Yeah, he's very good.
He is.
Is
Really?
he better than your husband?
Maybe.
Well, tell me the truth.
It's embarrassed for her.
Oh, shut up, Elephant.
Elephant Boy, be quiet.
Yes, man.
Now, how many times would Elephant Boy do you in the sack? I mean, would he have sex with you?
15 times?
I mean, he's been saving it up for a long time. Does he do everything? First of all, does he do it all to you?
Yes.
He does. He takes you all. He takes you and really handles
Very
it.
romantic and.
He is.
You know, he's been sitting here smelling his fingers. I think.
Is he really? Yeah, let me smell your fingers, Elephant Boy. All right, so Elephant Boy, why are you smelling your fingers?
I wasn't.
You were.
No, I wasn't. I'm an office. I'm a not bad.
You're a nail biter.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So his mouth isn't totally handicapped. He uses his mouth.
No,
No, okay.
that's one thing I'm good at.
I see. And you, Elephant Boy, so you're in the sack, and how many times did you finish her off in one hotel session the first time?
I don't want to get specific. Keep something between us, but
Come on, how many times?
I said it for her more than once.
More than once?
Yeah.
What, 5 times?
I'm not saying more. I'm too.
Did you sleep at all that night?
Yeah, sure.
Why would he draw the line here? All of a sudden, this he won't reveal.
Right, I know. Yeah.
Sleeping with a married woman?
Yeah, Daddy can't tell us how many times. I'll ask Lori. You're a baby. Lori, how many times does Elephant Boy perform?
I guess 2 or 3.
2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
And each time to full orgasm?
Oh, yes.
Really? I don't mean his, I mean yours.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
And it was the same last night?
It's unbelievable.
Yes, he's great.
Oh.
And
you don't mind, Elephant Boy, that she's going to go back and sleep with her husband again?
Well, sooner or later she will have to come to a day of reckoning. And
is Elephant Boy a large man?
Yes.
He is. He is like an elephant? Yes.
He has a trunk.
Wow. Well, God blessed him with something. Why does God do that? Takes a guy like me, gives me a small one.
Sense of humor.
And he gives Elephant Boy a big
Laugh
one.
riot.
Yeah, good. Then go sleep with him.
927 monkeys, everybody knows I have a big one.
Now,
Oh, like you don't need the advertising.
now, Elephant Boy, Have you made a statement to Lori professing your love and that you would want to take her in now that if she leaves her husband?
Well, it's up to her if she wants.
Where would you put her? You're going to put her in the place with your mom's house?
Mom's house?
No. If she's ready to leave her husband, I got to go apartment hunting.
Apartment hunting with her. I see.
Yeah.
You're ready to set up housekeeping and take on the kids and everything.
Really? Why not? What else has he got to do? He's living in the house with his mother.
Those kids, I want them for they like me. They're not like snotty. They're very.
How old are the
rappy.
kids? How old are the kids?
They're 5 and 7.
5 and 7.
Yes, but you haven't told them you're taking them away from their daddy yet.
How great?
That's one thing that we have to discuss in the future.
Discuss. They're not going to know what you're talking about. Listen to me.
Mom,
hey, kids. Okay, we agree.
Okay.
They don't even know what you're talking about. They have no idea.
Well, one thing.
Now she's really in love with you. Now you're a singer as well, right?
Yes, I am.
And you wrote a love song about Elephant Boy.
Oh, she wants to sing to him?
I think that's what the straw that box the camel break.
Has she been singing to you?
Yeah, I say I've loved it first.
Your husband was mad at you. Why? Because you wrote a song about Fred?
Yeah, he heard me singing it to him, and we were like really just friends then, and that just really upset me that he got jealous.
Was your husband? Well, I know a lot of our audience is upset that you're doing that. You're fooling around behind your husband's back. This is Keith. Keith, you're on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is wrong, Keith?
Well, we resolved it now, but my wife. Well, first I cheated on my wife when we first got married.
Yeah.
And she knew, but she confronted me. But of course, what did I do? I lied. So a few years went by, and we have another kid, and then she started doing it on me.
Yeah. So now you feel like, but maybe her husband was your husband faithful to you? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't care.
You're not sure.
You're not sure.
I think she had reason to believe that when he
Yeah, but
got
you
up
don't know.
business- No, that's what we're not saying. She does have no proof.
No proof. All right.
But wasn't Fred just in love with somebody else? How does he fall in love so quickly?
If someone loves him, he'll love him back. That's what it is.
He loves the one he's with.
He loves the one. That's that Stephen Stills song.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Love the one you're with.
This is the real thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is it for you.
Yeah.
The other times you were just playing.
You're ready to swear off playing the field.
With the other relationship, I really wanted to work, but I'm not going to be specific. She has her. My last
Yeah, but I'm saying you
Who knows
feel
what he's talking
differently about Lori than you did about anybody else.
with that, I would be totally committed to her.
I see.
You know?
Well, there you go. Lori, you ready to get right into another relationship with a
Lori,
man?
what kind of a lifestyle do you have now? Is what I'm wondering.
She's on Prodigy mostly.
Yeah, Prodigy.
Yeah.
But
do you have, does your husband make a good living?
Yeah.
And do you have a nice house?
Yeah.
Are we going to give all that up?
Well, you know, sometimes
but-
it works out for the better because you have somebody that cares about you and loves you. You
I
know?
see. Well,
She
you better
really
think about
doesn't
it.
think her husband cares. But why would he get
doesn't care
angry?
about me.
The thing is that if it's all her husband, care for material things like a nice house, fun song.
And she can understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
And
She's got a husband that doesn't have marbles in his
But
mouth.
like I said, but
All right, let me take a break. Elephant Boy, no one knows what you're talking about. Listen to me.
Like Elephant Boy, when he's got 2 kids to support,
Yeah.
he's not going to be attentive.
Yeah, Mr. Attentive. All right, Elephant Boy's lonely. He's looking for anybody to latch onto. He'd latch onto a guy if he had to. All right, listen to me. Now, where's your husband right now? He's out of town, so you didn't
he's
know
on
it.
business.
All right, you better not go back home.
I'm telling you.
He might be happy. He might actually like Elephant Boy taking you off his hands, right?
He might.
That's right. So there you go. All right, let's
Is
hope.
your husband a good-looking guy?
Yes.
He is. I wish he'd call in. I'd like to hear from
Yeah,
him.
really, on the road.
All right, so you 2 kids, how much more time do you have before Lori goes back to Philly?
Thank you.
All right. Why don't we take a break and we'll be back right after this. Now, some people feel that Lori is using Elephant Boy.
I feel that.
You do?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think this woman is really in love with her husband. She's angry at him, so she's banging Elephant Boy to get his attention, and then she'll go back to him. Elephant Boy will be thrown to the curb.
But what does Elephant Boy care? He's getting some sex.
Well, he said he's in love. That's the. But he doesn't even know what that word means.
Lori, is that what's going on? No.
She doesn't know it.
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello, Howard. This
Yeah.
is Jenks.
Oh, hi, Jenks. Yeah.
Hey, Lori, I don't
believe you because I've been at those parties, and I think you're using Fred. I think
You was at the last party.
No, I wasn't at the last one. I know this girl, Fred. I was there before.
Yeah.
I saw this girl. I spoke to this girl. When you spoke to me, and I turn around, I see people snickering.
But wait a second. You said that Lori wasn't snickering.
Yeah, Lori was snickering.
She was?
Yes.
Why would she sleep with a guy?
Don't say that. No, you're using Fred. No, I mean that's a horrible thing to do.
Jenks wishes somebody would use him.
He's a lonely guy. He's a lonely guy. He's looking for love or whatever. And I know that you're
When I
using him.
first met her, I didn't pay all that much attention to her. We met for the second time, and and maybe things got worse between her and her husband. Who knows? But we hit it off quick. So
She seems to really like him.
if you see me, then you should see us. Then you would change your mind.
Hey, Fred, I hooked up with a girl there too who turned out to be married, who didn't tell me till the last minute. She's using you, Fred.
Yeah, and did you get laid?
What's that?
Did you get laid?
No, I knew she
Yeah,
was
well, at least
married,
Elephant
so I
Boy got laid.
No, well, I don't believe that. Lean over, Lori, and tongue kiss him.
I don't.
Oh, no, not that, right, Lori? You wouldn't do that. I know you're using them, and I think it's a horrible thing to do to Fred.
Well,
And, somebody...
they're not tongue kissing. Did you
Lori,
guys really
lean
sleep
over and
together,
tongue kiss
Elephant Boy? You
Yes, we
scamming
did.
me?
Yes, we did.
No, lean over and tongue kiss him, Lori. Go ahead. Show your
She's wiping
affection
her
for it.
mouth.
Do that behind closed doors.
Yeah,
okay?
No, see, I don't believe that for 1 minute. I think you're using them.
Shanks,
I think it's a horrible thing.
Elephant Boy, I swear on my mother's life I had sex with Lori.
I swear on my mother's love, I have sex with Lori.
All right, I believe you.
I don't believe it. I think
I believe it.
Shanks, I don't care whether you believe me or not.
Fred,
so far, every time we do something together, you're only cause trouble for me.
That's not
So
true, Fred.
whatever you
Fred,
say to me, I don't care with a grain of salt.
Fred, I'm calling you. Fred, listen to me, man. She's using you, Fred.
I think that was a grain of salt.
Fred,
grain of salt,
Fred,
sorry.
you're going to fall in love with this girl, and you're going to fall flat on your face. This girl does not love you. I'm telling you she doesn't love you.
So what? He's getting laid. He's getting laid. You're not.
Well, see,
Thanks.
Hi, you're on the air.
Thank you.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
Elephant Boy, you're being a sucker. You're being such a sucker. I can't believe it. When it's true love, she's not going to want her song played on the radio. When it's true love, she's going to be satisfied with you.
It's a song about me. She wanted for me.
Yeah, so she's doing it because she loves
Oh, I see what you're saying that she wants airtime. You think she's sleeping with him to get airtime?
No.
She wants,
never happened before?
She wants airtime, and she wants the kick she's getting out of being with a radio personality.
Why? Do you know her?
No.
Well, how do you know that?
Oh, come on, Howard. It's written all over the situation. Even Robin can see it.
Let me ask you something, Lori. Are you doing this to get airtime for your song?
No.
No.
Well, listen,
you don't even care? If I asked you not to play this song, would you care?
Elephant Boy.
No.
When
I
it's
want to sing it to Fred.
when it's
Right.
the real thing, she's not going to want to sing on the radio.
No,
to
what,
him.
ma'am? I guess.
You think she would sleep with Fred just to get a song played on the radio?
Howard, people do sleep
Man.
with people.
Would sleep with Elephant Boy?
Yeah.
But
Ma'am,
I say,
you're fat
how
pig.
better to hurt your husband
No,
than sleep
listen.
with an elephant boy?
Excuse me, can I say something? I asked
Why
her
don't you let
to,
Lori say something?
I asked her to sing the song for me. If you ever come to the studio, it was my
All
gift
right,
for her
okay.
to bring it.
Very good.
So you know nothing, ma'am.
Well,
Have a nice
Boy,
day,
let me tell
ma'am.
you something.
Good day.
You deserve true love. This is not true
I
love.
appreciate that.
Well, I don't know about
I
that.
got it, ma'am.
I think elephant boy will settle for sex.
Yeah. Why does he need true love?
He's a good man.
He's a good man, and
Oh,
he's getting
thank
laid, and
you.
she's an attractive woman. What's the difference?
Oh God, he's such a sucker.
All right, thank you.
I'll look at the last laugh.
Lori, what about that? Want to answer some of those charges? Tell us why.
No, I just can't believe people would think something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I really do care about Fred. He's really
Yeah, you
special
think
to
you would
me.
throw away your whole marriage just to get a
No.
song played on the radio?
No.
I got to tell you, Howard, I got a bunch of phone calls. These people that are on Prodigy, they're so
Yeah.
tight-knit
Yes.
that they're afraid that they'll be found out, so nobody will come on the air. But 3 different people called me and said that this whole thing is a scam, that they've been working on this for months,
Yeah.
that
Really?
everybody
They're
on
not
Prodigy
sleeping
knows about it, and that her husband's here in New York.
Oh, really?
I believe that.
Well, it's true they didn't tongue kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Elephant Boy,
Why
you're
would
not
they admit
scamming me,
in
are
front
you?
of 29 cities that they're sleeping together and she's married, but yet they won't French kiss in front of you?
The camera. I'm not opening the camera.
Freddie, I warned you. If this was a scam, I warned you.
You know, it's for real.
Kiss
It's for me.
Kiss her.
Kiss her.
Something wrong here.
The scammer there.
Elephant Boy, you scamming me?
Liar.
Big time.
He's big time scamming me?
No, no.
His life, he's scamming.
Elephant Boy, you scamming me?
No, I'm
Look
not.
me in the eye. You scamming?
No, I'm not.
You're not? All right. Okay. I trust you. I don't think you'd lie to me.
I think you want this to be true.
You think he's been hypnotized? He says he's not scamming me. I believe him. I don't think Elephant Boy would lie to me.
Not scamming.
You slept with this woman
Yes.
twice.
Wow. Well, then
Yes, I am. I have no qualms of looking in the eyes because it's true.
Lori, swear on your children's lives your husband isn't in New York right now.
He may be in New York.
Oh, he may
right now.
be. You don't even know. I see.
He's on business.
I see.
It doesn't well.
Well, you know what, Robin? It's a puzzle to me, but let's see how it unfolds. Well, good luck to the two of you. This continues to be a mystery to me. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I will stay on top of this story. This is a big breaking story. This is bigger than when what's his name resigned from the Senate yesterday.
Yeah.
Elephant Boy getting laid on a regular basis, and women
married
running
woman.
who writes music to
You
him.
know what? One question I have about infidelity in the 90s. Do you wear a condom?
Yes, I did.
Now, do you wear one with your husband?
No.
So what? What do you think that's going to stop Elephant Boy?
Well, I'm just letting him know
That's
what's
something
going
to-
on.
That's something to think about. Where I start rubbing.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
She's safe. She's clean, I can tell.
Right. I don't know what her husband's doing.
He's probably all right. Right.
Oh, you are so ridiculous.
Listen.
You would do anything to keep this going.
Elephant Boy, you got to take what he gets. I think if she came out and said she had AIDS, he'd still be with her. All right?
Who cares?
You know what I mean?
That's not nice.
Who cares?
I mean, really, because you can't be with your husband and, he doesn't feel he needs to wear a condom and all of a sudden demand a condom. He's going to know.
Well, what do you think is going to
on.
happen when your husband comes back? He's going to hear about this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he's going to really yell at you and stuff?
Are you afraid to go home?
Maybe.
Maybe, really.
That's it.
Right. Hi, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah?
What can I do for you?
Who's this?
Who is this?
This is Brian.
This is Howard. Who's
Howard.
Brian?
Howard. Tell Fred I'm gonna rip his.
Now, who are you?
Excuse me?
Are you the husband?
Yeah, I'm the husband.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable! I can't believe I heard her on the radio like this. She's
I
making
know.
a complete ass of everybody.
Barney,
Bronny.
Fred, I want to tear your legs off and beat you over the head with the wet ends.
Well, you can't be mad at
I'm
Fred.
not afraid of you, Barney. She's a good girl, and the only thing you need to do to keep her from the beginning is to pay more attention to her.
Pay more attention to her.
She doesn't even know where you are. She doesn't know where you're. Suppose if something happens, she can only tell you when you come back home. If something happened to her children, there's no way of you to get
is that true? What?
Well, Bronny, let me ask you something.
What?
What's going on here? You paying attention to your wife?
I'm paying attention
Does
to
she
her.
know
I
where
work
you
all the
are?
time. I give her a roof over her head. I take care of my kids. I do everything I'm supposed to
You give
do.
her a lot of material things, but are you ever tended to her, or you just went bang? Thank you, ma'am.
Oh.
Oh.
Fred, boy, she's been filling your head, hasn't she?
Yeah, man.
Lori, what are you doing there? What are you trying to do? Huh?
Lori, what's the story here?
What's the story? You want to come back to Philly? You ain't coming back to Philly. You might as well stay there. You understand me?
No, you don't have to take this.
What do you mean? She has to talk
Be
to
quiet,
him.
Fred. This is a husband and wife
This is a
talk.
husband and wife thing. You stay out of this.
I really didn't think you were gonna know.
You really didn't think I was going to know. You know I listen to the show all the time. How can you not know? How am I going to know? Whether I'm here or there or wherever.
Well, you're away.
Oh, I'm away. Oh, Howard's only in Philly? Come on. I mean, really? Are you that dense? You must be because you're going
Now, let
with
me ask
Fred.
you, do you beat her at all?
No, I don't beat her. I would never lay
you
hands
give
on
her, and you don't cheat on her, do you?
What's that?
Do you cheat on her?
Do I? Never.
Oh,
Never.
Sure.
Never.
What about that one girl?
What one girl? Give me that one girl bit.
Did you have one girl?
No, I
Tell
never
me the
had a
truth.
girl.
Did you ever have a girl?
Never.
If we hit the right number, will you say?
How many girls did you have?
What's her name? Lisa.
That's
Did you have Lisa?
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
No such thing.
Well, she does have, any proof for that, but she hurt.
Well, listen, maybe she's just not happy with you anymore, pal.
Evidently.
Can you
Well, she can
understand?
stay there with Fred.
It's over.
Right.
Stay there with Fred. Live happily ever after
Barney,
with him.
just
okay?
remember this
Enjoy
two
his
words.
smell.
Barney, just remember this two words.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over. Who are you to say it's
Yeah,
over?
Alpha
I'll
Boy,
tell
who are you
what,
to say it's over?
for
He's
you.
right.
Well,
let me ask you something.
You must be doing something good because she went after me. I did not go after her. her.
No, I think
Remember
it's the
that.
opposite. I think
You know what? I would
have
keep
to-
Lori. I would keep Fred as a lover, but not as a lawyer. He's not doing so good here. No, but Fred, you shouldn't really be mad at Fred.
Why not?
Well, because
Wouldn't you
Fred.
be if some guy
No,
came
because
along and said-
no, because it's really between you and your wife.
Yeah, but he knew she was married.
Well, so
He found
what?
out, you know?
So what?
At first I thought it was, you know,
Your vows are with your wife,
no
not
big
with
deal.
Fred.
They're talking on the phone. It's no big deal.
Did you ever hear that song?
Yeah, I heard it one night. I came in. That's what really pissed me off, and I think she did that really to just get me, because I came home one night and she's playing that song to Fred on the phone. She has a little speakerphone on, and she's playing it, and she's being all
What time do you
night.
get home? Like 8 o'clock after dinner, super special dinner, and you don't feel cold, tired that you've been
Because I
late.
work all the time. I'm always working.
You know, I feel like a hired hand.
A hired
Exactly.
I do. All I do is clean and cook for you, and I get nothing. I mean, you know.
Yeah, when was the last time you said you love her?
I'll be your hired hand, Brian. I can stay home.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me hear the
You
deal.
don't ever have to come home.
Hey, screw you, Robin. I'm getting in on this. I mean, you don't ever come home, and let me just live in the house.
I'll never complain.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What are you women looking for guys to come home for?
What do they want him home for?
I don't know.
It's completely embarrassing. Completely embarrassing.
Of course.
I have a business meeting that I had to get to in an hour.
What did you say?
I'll never be able to do it.
What?
I got a business meeting in an hour. I'll never be able to make it.
Yeah, you'll do it.
There's no way. No way. I'll do it. I find out my wife's on the Howard Stern show with Fred the Elephant Boy.
Right.
And she was with him. I didn't even know she was with him. She told me she was at her mother's. Okay. I knew that she was at her mother's.
And they had
That's all I
sex.
knew.
They had sex.
Why don't you call your wife once a day, you idiot?
I do call her. I call her. I
Did you
just didn't
talk
get a
to her
chance to call her the past couple of days. I've been busy. It's my fault.
Yeah, you guys busy.
Yeah, so is she.
She's a
Lori.
long woman.
Now, Lori, do you even know what city he's in?
No.
What city are you in?
Jersey.
Believe it or not, I'm in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
Why doesn't she know where you are?
Well, because I wasn't in New York yesterday. I just came to New York today.
Wow, you guys ought to get a divorce.
Yeah, you're not even communicating.
Right.
Unbelievable.
You still love her?
Do I still love her? Sure, I do.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
Lori,
Fred, you know what?
Lori, do you want to go
my
back?
wife-
Lori, you want to go back with your husband, or you want to go with Fred?
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
It sounds to me like she loves this guy, but he's just not paying her any attention.
Yeah. But do you care
What
if
a
she
way
goes?
to find out
Do you
about
care if she goes with
attention, huh?
Fred, and then you'll be single?
What's this?
Do you care if she goes with Fred?
Do I care? At this point,
Yeah.
this point right now, I don't care. She can have him.
Right.
Thanks.
You can have Fred.
Yeah.
He's all yours. Enjoy him.
Boy, did you luck out, Laurie.
You won Fred. You're in business.
Believe me, I would,
all right, he's
I
very
would
sweet.
treat him a lot better. I would treat her a lot better than he did.
Of course.
Yeah, you would
Your
treat her
children
like
are going to
that.
have to live over a garage.
Do you ever understand a word this guy says, Lori? I mean, is that what it is?
Lori, do you understand what he says?
I mean,
What?
do you ever understand what this guy says to you? Is that what it is? Maybe.
understand
I mean,
what
it's
he
the
says.
same thing. Lack of communication. If I don't talk to you or he talks to you, you still don't understand a damn word he's
No,
saying. So why
You're really
that's
mean.
not true.
It's
Hey, do you
the same
mind?
thing.
You're being
Because
very mean. Right
Barney,
Well, let her talk to her husband.
let me
No,
just-
Fred, you're butting in
Yeah,
where you don't
stop
belong.
butting in,
Let her
Fred.
say it or something. Either tell him you want to come back to him, or tell him you want to stay with Fred. Let's get this over with. So
What
I get
is
you. I got commercials.
I don't know if she can
my
say that
God.
right
I
now.
don't know. What are you thinking, Lori?
I don't know right now. I mean, if I go back,
Go ahead.
It's going to be the
it's
same
gonna
old
be,
thing.
No, I don't know what to expect. You know,
He's never hit you or anything, has he?
Well, no, but
He ain't gonna hit you. He seems like a reasonable guy.
Right,
I'm reasonable enough to deal with this.
Barney,
Unbelievable.
Barney, I said. Barney.
Bwani.
Ronan.
Barney,
Can't even get my
Barney.
name straight. What an
No,
insult that
because
is.
That's the
because
worst insult.
Because that's how little I think of you. But if you should go back, I make this will, if you promise to take care of her, be more sensitive to her, you will have
You'll step out of the way.
Fred, you don't understand.
Fred, you will step out of the
You
way.
don't understand. You had her.
Yeah.
I don't want her.
You don't want her anymore, right?
Not after she had you.
Yeah. He don't want. He feels he
You
ruined
just
her.
ruined her marriage.
Who's better in bed, your husband or Fred the Elephant Boy? I want to know, Lori.
oh, my husband's he's very good in bed.
Your husband is good
He's
in bed.
excellent.
You're going to miss that.
Well, you got Fred now.
And Fred's good too.
Fred is good also.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hey Brian, I guess it's a divorce court for you.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Can we film that?
Yeah, can we be there for the divorce?
If you'd like, sure.
Thank you.
I'm sure my attorney would enjoy that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Brian.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
Ooh, what a mess.
Wow, what a mess.
Yeah, but you ain't getting nothing. I'll tell you that.
Now you're gonna hide the money from her?
She ain't getting anything.
Yeah,
That's right.
Fred's not going to be spending your money,
Yeah,
is he?
Fred will be taking care of your money.
Barney, she doesn't care about you. Brian, excuse me, Robin. She doesn't care about your money. She wants somebody who will love and respect her. You don't, so you can keep your money and put it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait till she wants to go out shopping, Fred. You have to tell her no.
Hey, Fred, man. Yeah, wait till our kids turn into skeletons because they don't have anything to eat. You'll see that.
No,
She ain't getting the kids?
Yeah,
You're going to hold on to the kids?
Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not. No, you're
They're
not. You
mine.
can have Fred. Start all over. Have little Fred the elephant kids.
No, you're being really mean.
No, I'm being mean. I'm being mean. I'm the one who's being mean.
Yeah. Well, anyway, hey, listen, Brain.
Brain.
Brainy. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I'd love to continue this, but I gotta run.
Okay.
You're a loser. A loser.
A loser.
A loser. He doesn't even realize I'm in New York too.
Yeah. Why are you taunting this guy?
He's calling me a loser.
How big is he?
Is your husband?
235 pounds.
How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
I'm 235 and I'm 6'1".
You better shut your mouth, Elephant Boy.
I am more afraid of you trying to sell me insurance than your
What did he say?
I'm more afraid of you trying to sell me insurance.
I'm afraid of me selling.
Well, Howard, I have one last thing to tell you.
Good.
Remember, I said to you that.
Yeah.
This is the front desk. You have an emergency call. Could you please hang up?
No.
Because they say it's an emergency.
No, I don't know. We know that's ridiculous.
No? Okay. All right. I'll let them know that.
Go ahead, Elephant.
Okay, no, I went before.
What?
I mean, I hate to keep saying this, but I know it's a scam.
Yeah, of course it is.
I'll tell you, that was me
Yeah.
making the emergency phone call on the other line. I know what hotel
Do you
they're staying in.
think? Do you think I
and know
believe
what
this for a
rooms they're in.
minute? Do you think I believe Elephant Boy would have the balls to talk to this
I know
guy
where
like
you guys
that?
are staying. I know where your husband's staying. That was me that made the phone call. You guys are the biggest
Brian
losers.
is in on this too.
Of course.
Yeah, and Elephant Boy, why would you do that to us? This is the last time you'll be on my show.
Bye, Elephant Boy.
Bye, Elephant Boy. Nice knowing you.
You know there is a
okay.
break
I have
here.
a nice laugh. I appreciate everything you did for me, but it was my day. If I do it one last thing, I want to go something up my ass did.
Yeah, but we knew the whole time. Jackie slipped me a note 25 minutes ago saying this is a
I've been saying
scam.
it since you walked in.
We've been saying it. We've been saying it forever. You're not fooling anybody.
Howard, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
He put me up to it.
Yeah, but he's not fooling anybody. The girl won't even kiss him.
You call me up with that idea.
All right, Elephant Boy. I tell you what, you pulled the wool over everyone.
Okay, if it was
wonderful. What?
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He is. You should-
Yeah, he's an okay guy. We'll see if we ever gets laid again. All right. And you, sir, are very good. And you are very good, too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I
want to tell you something. This is not true. No kidding. The girl won't even kiss you, you elephant nut. Dummy.
Okay.
All right. You had your laugh, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess.
And then when he had to tell us it was the truth, he almost had tears in his eyes. The worst liar in the world.
I don't.
Big dummy. We're getting 100 calls, no one believes. What do we do to you?
No, I mean just because the best moment is when there's scam.
All right, good. It was a great moment. Elephant Boy.
Okay,
it was beyond belief.
Okay, yeah.
Right, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Howard.
All right, thank you, Elephant Boy. Thank you, Lori.
or whatever
Very
your name
nice
is,
to see
and
you.
Brainy on the phone.
And Brainy.
Brian.
Like Elephant Boy would have the balls to talk to anyone like that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words with some news.
I don't want to hate you. It's always good to scam. Is it the conspiracy? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Just spit at me.
Talk for a minute. It's okay. We're starting job.
No, but you don't do that to this show. They treat you too nice. This show treats you too nice to do that. The show treats you too nice. You tried to scam Howard with a bunch of people that convinced you to do it. I've lost all respect for you. I don't like you anymore.
It was a music decision. She didn't put me up. I didn't put up. It was.
It's even worse that you tried to scam Howard on your own to get people on the air.
No, I don't. It wasn't to get there.
Stay here. I've lost all respect for you.
Okay, let them. Let them.
Banned for 6 months. See?
Okay.
Right? Banned for 6 months.
I will have to honor you.
That's not my decision.
Okay, if that's what you think, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to beg for monkey. If I do something, I'm man enough to take the punishment.
I'll tell you, man, I'm really disappointed.
Okay,
I'm going to tell you why. No, I'm going to tell you why.
I know why.
But let me explain to you why.
Yeah.
Of all the people on the show, You have an open invitation
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Hold on, let me just finish. Captain Jenks, I put on like 1 out of every 10 times he calls. But when you call, we clear the schedule, we put you on, and you're good and funny in and of yourself. What's in it for you to be connected with them? You put us behind. No, we won't be doing Robin's News today because Howard's got to do the movie. But you know what? You're a funny guy. In and of yourself, why do you have to make stuff up?
Okay, no, it was just like I think because when it comes to practical jokes, your practical joke you play is are fantastic.
Right.
I
feel like I can't trust you now because I asked you flat out up front. Hold on.
I tried to make it believable. If that's
it wasn't believable. It wasn't even believable for a second.
Okay, if that's the way you feel.
But you're doing it as like John writing the joke.
I know.
I'm disappointed, Fred.
Okay,
I'm disappointed.
Gary, I understand the way.
And I'm going to tell you something. The next time you call me with some wild story, I'm going to have to think twice. You got to understand that.
Of course, I will understand if you don't let me on for. I'm
not telling you I'm keeping you off, but I'm telling you did yourself a disservice today because I think you're good on the air. I think good on the air, and I think you did yourself a great disservice today. I don't think you got anything out of it. She got something out of it. You got nothing out of it.
I got plenty of to say if that's the way you feel. I will honor the way you. I'm not just so Gary.
Because I put my ass on the line to put you on.
But I didn't want to get anything else into trouble. But just to let you know that you'll always be like a.
No, I mean I don't dislike you. I
don't feel that way. I don't think you like me.
I'm just bummed.
So hopefully in the future, this will all be for guidance. I'm sorry to lie to you, but because to pull off a practical joke, you may have to give up, your answer just to get the punch, the big bang punchline. And if that didn't work, I have no hard feeling. I won't ever bad mouth to you. Okay, maybe Jackie the Jock Man and have his dumb cat, but other than that, I will honor any request you guys make of me. If you tell me not if to go to a show for a certain amount of time, that would be easy to uphold, and maybe after a couple of months. You realize, if you try, if you put up, that would be one fantastic scam. I mean, I only did it, as I said before, just to be funny, because when you guys put up scam, it's meant for great radio, and that I thought I was doing.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks again.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Okay, we do.